Welcome back to the Fast Life Podcast, which is brought to you by Simpson Motorcycle Helmets. Sounds all too familiar, right, when you see it actually in person? No, for real, guys. Thank you for checking out this podcast. I had a great time on my trip to the Pacific Northwest. Sitting down with Ryan Kruesi and Trent out there at Kruesi Originals was a treat. I think that anytime I do a podcast with Kruesi, we're going to go off on so many tangents in so many directions. And his ability to just keep it fun and entertaining is bar none. He's the best at it. If you can, guys, check out our sponsors, Simpson Motorcycle Helmets, Thundermax USA, Lexin Moto, Arlen Ness Motorcycles, Lucky Dave's, Cowboy Harley Davidson down there in Austin, Texas, where I actually just picked up my new Lowrider ST. All these guys are in the description below. Check them out. Great products, great offer codes for you guys to get stuff for your bike and you as a rider. And if you need a whole bike, we got a sponsor for that. And also, there's a link to our Patreon. If you want to support this podcast even more, you can do so by checking that out. I really appreciate it. Our Patreon and our sponsors is what made doing this trip possible. If you like this stuff and you want to see it happening more, it's all down there. That's how you support it. Oh, and watching it. Yeah, liking, subscribing, all that stuff helps as well too. So anyway, let's get into this episode with Ryan and Trent from Kruesi Originals. All right, let's go.
Cheers, boys.
Let's throw you.
There we go.
Big stretch.
Man, it's been a minute. We did it in the fucking. We did it. we potted in the in the little showroom.
Potted.
The first
is that the trendy word for
Dude,
it?
I feel like I stopped saying I'm about to go do a podcast. I feel like if I say I'm about to go pod, I feel like I'm trendy.
Yeah.
I shaved 10 years off of my age. Just
hip.
I'm inclusive.
Yeah.
Cisgendered white male.
Whatever.
Cisgendered.
Is that what that means? I don't know.
You're purple now.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah. You're officially purple.
Oh, why don't you go purple? Yeah, first one was in the tiny showroom up there at a fold-out plastic
fold-out table. Yeah,
we got
drink.
Fucking shit-faced. It was beautiful.
It was a fun one though.
Yeah.
Well, the internet fucking loved it.
Yeah.
It blew up like what blows up? Hiroshima?
Oh, yeah. It did good. It's still doing good. People still come at us about that podcast.
Yeah, it's been the consistent growth ever since, we went out with it. And then I think that a lot of that is, obviously, that's to attest to y'all's YouTube that y'all had started doing. Because, at the time, I think that y'all were kicking off YouTube around that time, 2020.
It was like right before we started.
We were just playing with it. I just traded my T-Sport for that Softail lowrider, and we started building that lowrider into a stunt bike, and that's kind of what started. I had a YouTube for 9 years, and it had been monetized for 9 years, and I didn't even know what that was.
Yeah.
Or even know there was shit about it. And I had, maybe 1,000, 2,000 subscribers on there, which I don't know how, because I had just a bunch of garbage on there.
Yeah.
Nah, there was some good stuff. Dude. That's how I found out about you, dude, was on YouTube.
But it was like
old, back in the day, yeah.
Shitty cell phone videos of just me
the
and
stuff that
Tallboy.
Pat did was good though.
Oh, Pat did good stuff.
The Pat videos were good.
I forgot. Yeah, I did a bunch of that stuff.
Yeah, but back in the day, though, it really didn't matter. Like, as long as you had content out there. We're talking like, what, 2011, 12, 13?
Yeah, you were the only one putting on Vance and Hines or TBR pipes on Dynas and shit.
Come on, he's putting on some fucking stuff. What do you call it? Big radius?
Yeah. No. When Two Brothers first came out, that first 2-in-1, they sent me one, and I did a YouTube video.
Yeah.
And this was when my shop was in my garage at my house, and we used to film it like it looked like this big
Dude,
shop.
It looked legit.
And we made it look real big, and then I sold so many fucking Two Brothers from that video. That was our highest rated video forever.
For a long time, until the pushrod video came out.
Yeah, and that pushrod video just fucking blew up. But it's like some of the worst shit we do is some of the biggest views we get. But
isn't that weird how that works? It's like the things you're not necessarily proud for. You don't want to be known as the person that,
I put a video on YouTube of me doing like the shittiest wheelie ever on my bagger. It's just like at the lot, I just set this little shitty little wheelie, set it down. It got 600,000 views real quick. Thousands of comments just fucking hating on me for like,
isn't it weird?
Disrespecting a Harley, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. All this people just offended that I was wheeling a Harley Davidson. And I'm like, How can you not just appreciate
Tell them
it?
your body, your choice, bro.
Yeah.
Only in certain scenarios now, though.
But it's funny it's like I feel like anything you do that literally can go viral in motorcycling, there's a cusp that once you pass that, it's all just hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%,
Like
yeah.
I had one reel that went like 3.1 million views.
God damn.
Jeez.
Yeah,
really?
and it had nothing to do with me. I was videoing someone else do something
Yeah.
stupid. But when you do that, like literally, all it does is bring out all these fucking tough guys on the internet that say stupid shit.
All these
and all
haters,
they do
dude.
is continue to push the algorithm, and make it go further.
Oh yeah, thank you.
yeah.
Thank you. But
Yeah.
the motherfuckers that were talking shit were so lame.
Yeah.
The shit they were talking was so lame that it was really entertaining for us because we were just getting hammered with them every day.
Yeah.
And it was almost getting as many shit talking comments as views per day, and it was entertaining because you could tell that they were riding a 92 Virago and wearing chaps in the summertime, and talking shit about me riding wheelies on a $55,000 fucking bike,
Yeah.
But-
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, how much did your dad pay for that bike, huh? I'm like, well, I'm old, motherfucker. My dad's long dead. I bought that shit myself,
It's all these dudes that got fucking were able to buy houses when they were 20 grand, talking shit about someone else buying stuff for them.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Must have been nice. You didn't even have to have a credit score to get a house back then. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You traded a penny for it,
First
dude.
house, I'll date myself, but first house I ever bought, I bought for $76,000, and I had almost an acre and a nice house,
Yeah.
Now, I just looked that house up on Zillow. It's going for $500,000. I'm like,
Jesus.
and it's
How do you even get in the market now if you're, if you're 20 something years old, 30, you want to get in your first house?
Well,
You're renting?
You can make
OnlyFans?
You can make
Yeah,
$20 an
OnlyFans,
hour.
yeah.
Fucking working the cash register at Panera Bread. My daughter's 18, makes $20 an hour working a cash register at Panera Bread.
Shit, she makes more money than I do.
That's that's starting wage,
better
$20 an hour. I never
Taxes
made.
are paid.
I
Yeah,
never made
that's
half
insane.
that much working for somebody else in the motorcycle industry. That just
Yeah.
it blows my mind. But
we're in
at the
the
same
wrong
time, it
industry.
all kind of equals out. And we want to buy a building. Our lease is up in August. But dude, our landlords bought this building, the bar next door, and all this shit for $260,000 4 years ago.
Yep.
It's like fucking 1.5 million now. To buy something like this that's blowing out, and you shoot your way out to your car, and it's 1.3 million for 2,400 square feet in Phoenix right now.
Yeah, so what are you going to do? Like, how do you have an OnlyFans account?
I'm going to start one.
Yeah,
I
not
think
yet.
so.
Like a little, what do they call them back in the day when they put all those like stalls with girls?
We're going to start our own version of it. It's called Only Goats.
What do they call those things? It was called-
Only goats.
It's just going to be goats.
Yeah, just goats.
Just erotic goat pictures. Anybody into that?
They call them cam girls is what they were back
Yes.
in the day.
Cam girls.
Yes,
Yeah.
dude. So, I would be...
That's how that Andrew Tate dude made his millions or whatever.
Oh yeah, I think he was
That-
doing some shit like that too.
Yeah. He was just like, he would bring in all these chicks, and he was like, he'd make them do cam girl shit, and he would take all their money, or not all of it. He'd pay them
when
out
I-
and shit. But
Pimp shit, right?
yeah, he pimped them out.
When I
and
started the
shit.
motorcycle industry, my cousin was a website designer, and I looked into the cam girl shit, and you can charge like $9 a fucking minute or some shit they were making back then.
That's like calling Cleo or some shit.
Yes, so but in order to set the website up, it's a whole bunch of money. So I was like, and I knew a bunch of girls that would be down for that at the time, And I was like, man, if I could get like 4 chicks going, split it with them, give them like $450 a piece. I take $450 a piece. All they got to work is 2 hours a day, and we're loaded.
Yeah.
That's it. But it cost about $90,000 to set a website up that was
Capable. Yeah, you need like servers and shit. I don't even know what
Yeah.
those things do, but
And
they
that
sound.
was
It
having
sounds
my
legit.
cousin
Yeah, it
do
sounds
it.
about
It's like a
right.
big web designer, and that was like family price too. And it was still, and I was making like $850 an hour working at Trask, so that shit wasn't happening. Yeah, like
Come on in here, Kruesi. Got to give you a raise.
yeah. Hey, listen. I'm gonna need about $90,000 more a year. I'm gonna start a cam girl page. I'm gonna start my own like beat off page or something on OnlyFans.
something.
Just do it like Boogie Nights and get that prosthetic.
You know,
Put
like
it on there.
foot fetishes or something. I get like a hand fetish page or something. I got big hands. And seems like people like that.
Now I can't stop looking at your hands, dude.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an
I
awkward
see,
podcast
yeah.
for the rest of the
I
night.
get a lot of I get a lot of alternative
It's like
lifestyle
Fergie
dudes hit
and
me up for
Jesus.
videos all the time about like, hey, I really like your hands. Would you be willing to send me some pictures? I'm like, I'm not going to reply to that, but thank you very much. And then what are you paying? It's cool.
Wasn't there that one chick on Instagram that was hitting up Rob for your feet or something like that? Like,
yeah, we had some chick
hounding him
because in a video I just had like I walked out in my socks. I didn't have shoes on for some reason, and this chick saw it and then was just like, "Oh, Rob is in Rob's video," so she started hammering him and then like messaging us and shit, trying to get me to send videos and pictures of my feet, and she wanted to pay for them. You know, it's the biggest fetish in America or in the
Feet?
world.
I don't get it though.
I don't get it either, man. I'm not into it.
Yeah, not at all.
I don't.
Anytime, well, I'm not even going to talk about what's been going on with my hotel room for the last weekend.
Made it all the way to the credits.
No.
Yeah, you ever seen Pornhub credits before? They're at the end of the video.
Yeah.
That means you've gone too far.
Yeah, dude.
That means you don't have any skin left on it.
That means you just search other videos.
Yeah.
I got hooked in the story, dude. It was compelling.
Oh my God. Joe is 82. Smoking
Okay.
Joe we hang out with all the time, right? And he just discovered cell phones, just got one, and just discovered there's porno on the cell phone. So anytime Joe goes to show you something on his phone, he opens it up, it's straight to a porn site, right?
Straight to it, yeah.
And but he's telling us, he's like, man, they got these movies, this one movie, it's all about a trailer park life, and they just live in a trailer park, and they just fucking everything in the trailer park. I'm like, that's just a porno, Joe. No, it's real. They're in a trailer park, and they all fuck in this trailer. He shows me, and I'm like, no, that's just a porno that you're watching, Joe. He tried getting us to put it on the TV, and all of us sit down and watch it together.
Yeah.
Like times have just moved that far ahead that people are just okay with watching people fuck each other in a trailer park.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
and
he just found out
he
about
thought it was
this,
like
too,
he
though.
thought
Like-
it was a reality show.
Yeah. He's 82. He just discovered this whole world of internet porn.
Yeah. And
so he's
it-
like,
Shit,
would you fucking believe it? They're
He's like, this is a reality show over there in this trailer park, and they're just fucking. I'm like, it's not a reality show.
Like, Joe, that's
a
porno.
fucking porno, Joe.
Could you just imagine? I mean, I guess you can because you have him hanging out here. But what if he still has some homies from back when he was like 30 or 20 or some shit,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they just go talking about this kind of shit. Like, dude, can you believe it?
Yeah.
You know what we had to do to go find stuff like this, or you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to hide somewhere.
Yeah.
You had to hide somewhere and wait for somebody to come in the bathroom and use
Porkies.
it. You know it. All right. I think she's going to pull him down, baby.
He comes from a different time. That's
You don't
for
need
sure.
that toilet paper.
Bring it here.
Yeah. He's fucking amazing, man. That dude's like the light of my life. I love Joe. So it's great. Like, he's that wild motherfucker that made it to 82, you know, and then he's just been retired for like 25 years and just chilling and just living the like wife and husband retired life. And then he met us, and he's just balls to the wall back into it,
Like sparked new life into
like
him.
Joe's
Yeah.
40 again, and he's trying to party with the homies.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, he was at the party on Saturday night,
Yep.
wiling out.
Wasted.
Cops showed up, and Jelly all fucked up. Joe was wasted. He's at the party, and the cop showed up. He goes, I fucking talked to him. Hey, come over here. I'm like, no,
Joe.
Put the fucking beer down and then go walk over that way, Joe.
This is a public road. You can't be drinking out here, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
like-
So how was it, man? I know y'all were talking. I mean, I've heard stories, just even not from here, like Gino and stuff out there with King Tony and them was telling us about some stories. We were down in Florida, and so Sweet 3 came back to life.
It's never ended. This is our ninth
We've kept
year.
it alive. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, I mean, it got slower during COVID, and then we got rained out 1 year, but that's about it. We've been going pretty strong. It's like before COVID, we'd usually have like 1,000 people. We'd go to like 1,021 and over armbands, and then there'd be minors too, kids and shit. But it's a ton of people. If you don't know what it is, we do 2 parties a year normally. It's kind of been moved down to 1 now, but all the proceeds, it's through the Infidel Nation. They're a nonprofit veteran organization, and they pick one combat wounded veteran that's disabled permanently, and we throw parties and do a bunch of fundraisers, and then they cut them a check. 100% of everything made goes to that vet. Like it's usually around 20 to 23,000 each year. They just cut it. It's like, here you go, man. Thanks. You know, boom, and cut them a check. It's dope. And we have just no permits, no permission. Ask wild, fucking gnarly outlaw biker parties with.
Yeah,
there was probably 20 dudes or more stunt riding.
Probably, yeah. Harleys, and then there's dirt bikes and minis that come around.
Minis come out in force. So it's a bunch of stunt riders come in from all over the country, and then people come in from all over. Like I'd say 50% of the crowd was from out of state, and over 50% of the riders were from out of state. And we light up the street. It's at our old shop, and there's a bar dispensary sponsors it with like a free dab and bong bar as well, and it's taco trucks,
Food
all that
truck,
shit. Yeah, and it's
live
just
bands and
3 hours of nonstop stunt riding, stunt riding and partying.
And the cops, you said they kind of let it happen until they actually have to.
They'll come through once and they'll be like, hey, like, you know, you guys got to da-da-da-da. They'll come out, talk to them, and then they'll
what's
leave.
going on here?
Yeah. They'll find out what's going on, and then right around like 11 o'clock usually every time they come by and like, all right, like it's time, like done, because there's a neighborhood right behind.
Yeah, they
neighborhood's
let
always
us
calling
go
and
to
stuff,
like
but-
noise ordinance time and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But no cop is going to be the dude that shuts down the party raising money for a disabled veteran. You're like, when they tell us what's going on here, and most of the time they're like, well, fuck, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, all right, you know, don't kill nobody. And then it's usually around 10:30, 11 o'clock, the neighborhoods get tired of it, and then they'll come down and they'll shut the stunt riding down, and everybody goes in and parties in the party spot. But we leave, and there's a club down the street, and then get tables, and everybody goes there and parties and shit. And it's the fucking after party, which we dip, we go home and go to sleep. You know, we get them fucking going, and then we're out. But the part that they went to the pretty much the whole entire party went to the Lookout and took that place over, and it was gnarly. There's a big rumble, all that shit. You know, it's good times, biker shit all night long. It's fun. It's I don't even really know how to explain it. YouTube video's coming out soon.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sure y'all got that on the vid. So
We do.
Definitely. The whole
It
weekend
was a lot though. I cut out at least an hour's worth of footage. So I thought about just running it strong and just doing like, here's an hour and 30 minutes of just nonstop burnouts and stunt riding, but I got bored watching it, so I was like, fuck, if I'm getting bored, I got to cut some shit out. So it was just a lot of. My wife said it best when I was like, hey, you going to the party this weekend? She goes, I've seen enough fucking burnouts to last me a lifetime. I went, okay,
Fair.
I understand.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fair enough. Thank you for being honest and letting me do my thing. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun. If you've never been, you should come out.
yeah, it'd be cool. I mean, like I said, it's already kind of transcending through the rest of the country. So it's like when you're hearing about it in other parts, it's like, fuck, man, like it's the thing to do, you know. And I mean, how much stunt riding events do you really goes on out here on the West Coast?
None.
As far as Arizona, not much
Not
at
a
all.
fucking one.
I mean, when you think about like Sit Down Steve stuff in St. Louis, and then the thing in Chicago, and then
Yeah, Chicago's stunt scene's strong.
Yeah.
they call it Chirac or some shit like
Lean
that.
back Chirac,
Yeah.
Yeah, we have Beat the Heat. Kevin Brupp puts that on. Like, there's big street rides and like sport bike style stunt rides and shit like that going on. But as far as like stunt shows and stuff, we're doing stunt shows April 1st and 2nd for Bike Week at Tessa Raceway. There's going to be open like Harley track day out there for like the bagger racing guys and stuff like that.
Nice.
And then we're doing 3 stunt shows a day. But other than that, doesn't exist. They don't. None of the venues, dealerships, or anybody out here has a fucking clue what is going on in the motorcycle world. This is still hell yeah, brother, big wheel world out here.
They're real disconnected with like
Yeah.
what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they end up leaning that way because they're still making money with those guys, and they're not really wanting to start to invest in what's next because they're
They've always been that way here. It's always been very
Yeah.
kind of behind. They catch up very late, and they don't want to step away from. It's still very traditional. Harley Davidson corporate is always catered to the 50 and over crowd, and the more of the lames. You know, they don't really want to fuck with the wilding out kids on motorcycles, burning parking lots down, and trying to out party each other. The biker shit. I feel like the biker lifestyle now, is the young stunt rider shit because they're doing it. You know, they're tearing streets down and riding wheelies and doing wild shit, and that's what being a biker's always been about, is being wild as fuck. And the wild as fuck is kind of
Gone out of this.
Yeah, it's more like
gone out of this industry for
Harley
sure.
Davidson is like a limp dick that just doesn't want to work anymore, you know, and somebody needs to pump that fucker up again, you know.
Yeah.
It feels like it's in between like that big wheel bagger pro street and like the performance thing. Like it's kind of in that transition.
We're trying to
Or
squeeze it
it's-
at the base.
Well, I mean, there's definitely you can see the transition happening. I mean, Harley's starting to lean into these type of bikes that we've all been kind of jumping on. I know myself a little bit later than some of you guys that's been out here in the trenches more longer. Yeah, that's my education right there.
Yeah, it works.
They
know what you mean.
I understood it.
Yeah, well, I guess we're all in the same age grade, or we graduated at the same time, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But anyway,
8th grade, man.
8th grade.
That's all I got. Got my grade 8, man.
I got my grade 8. I made it to grade 12. I didn't finish though.
Yeah.
Well, no, I feel like everybody's kind of catching up, but there's still so many pockets of America that they just it's not around. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
we get calls all the time.
Arizona's one of those pockets, which is crazy because we're like the motorcycle mecca of the world. There's more bikes here per capita than anywhere else on the planet, but it's still it's just a weird scene here. Like our following is small here.
I have a big club presence here, and I think that people, a lot of
there's like 100 clubs in Phoenix alone.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I think that most people that are coming up in the Harley scene, they probably are going down that route because it's the most predominant thing out here.
Yeah,
you have your performance shops, but like a lot of those guys still like Ramjet's catering to that crowd. I'm sure you cater that crowd to some degree. Not at all.
Nope.
Guess I'll go fuck myself. But but I mean, like, there's just so many shops out here. It's just abundance, right?
Yeah. Oh, there's 200 shops on this road alone.
MMI just kind of saturated the whole.
There's one
the
right
city
next door
with
to
it,
us in the same building right here. And the next complex over, there's 2 more shops over there. There's one on the other side of this building right here, the other side of that building right there. There's Ramjet. There's 3 shops next door to Ramjet, and it goes all the way up this road up to Cave Creek proper, all the way up, and then all the way down to fucking downtown Phoenix.
How the hell is there that many? Like, how do people stay in business?
They're all busy. There's so many fucking motorcycles out here. There's 4.4 million people in the city alone.
Yeah.
And
and
then
that's
goddamn
Phoenix,
half of them are riding Harleys out here, it seems like.
Yeah. Harleys are huge.
Every one of them are busy, too. There's not a single one of them that aren't 2 months out.
Damn.
And it's crazy. And then the labor rate out here is insane, and it's popping, which we're trying not to do that kind of shit so much anymore.
I mean, we're turning people away.
I'm putting my fucking hands in an ice bucket every night when I get home. My shit is so fucked up, but I'm just wrenching way too much.
Well, I mean, what type of projects do you have currently? I mean, I know that you guys have been doing like, like the performance bagger that you have built that's for sale, right? Mm-hmm. And then, I mean, you're still just cranking out dynas and
we don't do much customer stuff. We'll take like maybe 1 or 2 customers at a time, and it's got to be like something I really want to build. Like it's got to be. I'm not doing oil changes and putting fucking fork seals in for just the hell of it type shit anymore. But we do like that whole twin cam softail build. We did a whole mission on trying to wheelie a twin cam softail. We got a 21 Street Glide that we're doing a full build on frame up. That's for the coast to coast giveaway. I got a T-Sport back there that's in a pile that we're doing a build for a customer. We got another Dyna back there. We get bikes at auction. We have dealer license, so people will come in and give us a deposit. We'll get them a bike, and then we'll do a full like frame up build, full build.
That's kind of where you want to be, though, right? I mean, that's kind of the shit you want to do.
The service shit and doing all that. If it's an existing customer, we do service work for them and stuff like that. But otherwise, it just sucks up so much time, non-profitable time, and non-time that we could be using to produce more parts, produce more content, and produce more. We're working more on building a brand, which coronavirus kind of changed everything for us when it slowed down. We kind of had to figure something else out to do. So that's when we started pushing YouTube really hard and kind of marketing. And then we just started running with parts and building a parts line and selling parts, man.
Selling parts,
that's making money. That's the difference between changing oil and having a parts line is a savings account and still selling drugs. you know what I mean? Like you gotta do a little something on the side because you ain't fucking making it. It's fucking brutal.
Well, it's kind of like, it's obvious that like when you start building your YouTube following, then those people want to support you by buying their parts from you, right? That's kind of becoming a very common, I hate to say the word trend, but you got all this audience. They want to spend money. It makes more sense if they're going to order it from anybody online. Fuck RevZilla. Fuck JP Cycles.
We get it all the time.
Go to the
hey, like, what do you guys have? Like, could I get this? Could I get that? It's like, even if it's not on our website, you give me a call. I'll get it for you. You know? Man. Like, I just want to hook up.
Thank
the fans.
Thank you guys for watching us. Thanks for being a part of it.
That means everything.
YouTube's been a life changer for us.
I remember you did a video recently on the YouTube where you were like trying to figure out what the fuck was going on with they were demonetizing you, right?
Whole month of January.
They just came out. I just got it. So when you're like monetized, you get little alerts and all that stuff. Ma'am, can we get more beers over here? And it is so they changed their criteria, profanity criteria in November.
Okay.
And they changed all that shit. Didn't really like let people know what was going on. So from November to January, we just got murdered on YouTube. Like they cut our monetization. Our paycheck on YouTube is $1,600 a month. That's what we make off of YouTube on a good month. It's not shit. It pays for like part of our editing and stuff like that. They cut that down to $700, and every fucking thing we put out was getting demonetized. I videotaped a short of Rob's dog Mochi and Delilah's lap. I was like, "Hey Mochi, hey baby dog," and that was it. Demonetized it. They were demonetizing everybody. So we just got a new video thing because when they do updates and shit, they'll send everybody like a video of here's what's going on. Well, here's a new video. It was all new profanity rules, and it was basically they fucked everybody so bad on YouTube that they had to put out an apology and change everything back to the way it was. So now I can say fuck, fuck, fuck all the time as long as it's not in the first 7 seconds of the video.
Yeah.
And I actually can't say fuck back to back a whole bunch of times. It can be
So
fucks.
thank you.
Yeah.
Keep demonetizing.
Demonetize this motherfucker right now. But as long as they're spread out, which we've always kept it PG. We have a lot of young kids that are fans. So we've always kept it PG-13. We always beep out fuck. But even if they made it so if you beeped it, you were still demonetized. You couldn't even say beep, like this mother beep.
It would recognize
demonetized.
it. Yeah, it
Done.
would recognize as like a profanity.
It was
or
gnarly.
whatever.
So now, and we would keep, like in a PG-13 movie, you can say fuck one time. You can say anything else you want to, but you can only say fuck one time. So we kind of kept it at that, and we figured like we'll just keep it because people send us videos all the time, like, "Oh, my kid loves your show." I'm like, this isn't really something that maybe your kid should watch, but So we kind of keep it sort of PG.
Yeah.
I do say cocksucker a lot, but it's just when things make me mad.
That's an old phrase though.
It's old English. Yeah. I feel like
I don't think people that work at YouTube have ever heard that before.
I mean, they're purple.
Exactly. What's this cocksucker he keeps talking about?
Yeah, it's the King's English. But yeah, so we're back in action. But they went through and they demonetized old shit like all the way back.
Shit.
They wiped.
Oh, they
us
went through it
out, dude. And when you get demonetized, that the video doesn't go in the search algorithm. We usually get about 1,000 followers a month, 1,000 subscribers a month on YouTube, and that just went in the toilet too, down to like 100.
That's what my Instagram did.
150,000 a month.
No, my Instagram was like.
Ours is in the shitter now when they changed the algorithm.
Yeah.
We went from like 3,000 to 5,000 likes anytime we posted a picture to like 192. And you got to work your ass off now to get 1,000 likes on something, which is bullshit. And we may get 100 followers on Instagram a month now, and we were getting like 1,000.
I was doing 1,000 a month for like the last year and a half straight.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same. And they fuck Instagram, dude. They're screwing everybody. They just want to be a TikTok. I'm not a 13-year-old white girl dancing in my living room. Like, I don't need a TikTok. If I wanted TikTok, I would go to TikTok and get kicked off of TikTok again.
Yeah.
But it's brutal because Instagram is a great marketing piece, but we found that like Instagram's a good place to kind of show the stuff that you have to the people that already follow you. But now only 1/8 of the people that follow you even get to see your shit. So we got 43,000 followers on Instagram. 1,400 of them see anything that we post at the very most.
And then 300 of them will actually like it or comment on it.
Yeah,
So
or interact with it at all. Yeah.
That shit is frustrating, but we're still working for it. We still do well with Instagram. It just doesn't. The growth isn't there. YouTube is the more people watch your shit, the more money YouTube makes. So YouTube will push you if you're making more money. Which also, the more times you say cocksucker, the less money you get paid. So with the amount of views, we get like 1 million views a month on YouTube.
Yeah.
We've got a friend that he's doing half as much as us, and he's getting $6,000 to $7,000 a month for a YouTube payout because he's PG as fuck, dude. Like there's no profanity, there's no nothing. It's very PG. If you're very PG and you can get 30,000 followers or so on YouTube, you can make really good money.
Yeah, yeah.
But we get that, there's only a few brands that want to put their ads on cocksuckers page. So it's, which I'm keeping. I don't give a shit. Like, we'll keep that payout small. We're keeping it real, everybody. We're going to keep it 100%.
Yeah, doesn't that suck? That
I speak the King's English.
That these websites or not websites, but these platforms, they kind of pigeonhole you into being all the same.
That's what they want. They want conformity.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the whole point of what makes you unique is by doing your thing and being who you are, right?
Mm-hmm. It's brutal.
Being
it's
an
not
individual,
necessarily YouTube either. It's the companies that are paying for the advertisement, and most companies don't want to advertise on us. We're not the market really that they're looking for. They're looking for PG guy that's very Hi, everybody. Today I'm going to teach you how to do an oil change on a 75 Honda Shadow.
Yeah.
And they're going to be real, PG. They just want comfortable for everyone. They don't want it to offend anyone, and they don't want to be a part of anything that's going to offend anyone because they're so fucking scared now.
Yeah.
That, that
Of getting canceled
they'd be
or
affiliated
whatever.
with
Yeah.
someone like us that say things that you're not supposed to. But at the same time, eat shit. Just talk like a normal person.
Yeah. I've been
We're not trying to get YouTube money either. We're trying to market our parts and market the brand. And
yeah, I wanted to try to turn my YouTube into a way to possibly hire one of my close friends that I like to do more content with. So
that's what we do.
Yeah, if I could get my YouTube to where, this last 2 months, I think I've gone from like maybe making $150 every 2 months on YouTube to I got $300 in February, and then this month I should get a $700 check.
Yeah.
But I don't. Our podcast videos are like 3, 4, 5,000 views, and then like yours hit like 20. But we started doing these things on the road, and then all of a sudden everyone we would hit were
that shit on the road you're doing
10 or
is dope.
15. So
that homeboy, the chopper guy's like 88,000.
yeah. So
Fast.
but all this has been so that I can work on my YouTube voice, so that I can get used to talking in front of a camera, because it's always been kind of difficult for me to kind of everywhere we go. I was at Tucker Speed. We were talking like, because they have a YouTube channel, and Tucker's like, I'm not Kruesi. I can't just fucking turn the camera on and go to fucking town. I'm like, dude, me neither. I'm trying to be. I look in the mirror every night, and I try to do my best Kruesi. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna teach you a secret right now. You ready?
What?
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Well,
here it is. Take a deep breath when you start. Take a deep breath and just start fucking spitting shit out, dude. And Jake's filming, right? Mm-hmm. So Jake, I've known Jake forever. He's my friend, and I'm just talking shit to Jake.
yeah.
I don't give a fuck about nobody out there or what they're looking at me or thinking. It's just start rapping,
Yeah.
Spit it out, run it till you run out of breath. Take another one and start talking more shit.
Yeah.
And it'll work out. It'll work out or it won't. You got to be the dildo.
Yeah,
That's what it
gotta
boils
be
down.
the
Like,
dildo.
look at everybody that's really successful on YouTube.
Yeah.
They're just not afraid to be that dildo.
Yeah.
Because
Film
let's face it,
themselves
like,
and talk to it.
when
Yeah,
you're on
all that
camera and
shit.
you're like, you're a fucking dildo. I'm a dildo. I'm doing dildo shit out here. Like, you got to turn it on and just.
It helps to have a friend behind the camera, too,
Yeah.
like he was saying.
Yeah,
Like, you got
same.
your buddy
So-
back there, you just talk shit to him,
Yeah, Jake is. We're blessed with Jake. He's
And for everybody listening, if you can hear the party going on behind it, it is St. Patrick's Day, right?
Yeah.
And there is a bar.
And there's a bar next door, and there's white chicks going in there drinking,
Oh man, and it's a bar. We're in the hood too.
Yeah.
we're in Sunny Slope, so it's a lot of fucking bum drunk sons of bitches.
They'll be out there at 8 o'clock in the morning arguing over the Price is Right, dude. I'll be in my office
bum
just trying,
fucking drunk,
doing
dude, at 8
orders
in the
and
morning.
shit, and just wasted, dude. I fucking told you, blah, 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 blah.
Man, they used to just
Gnarly.
shit talk Trent every time he'd walk out the door. They'd
Every
sit out there
time,
in the
dude.
Thing. But anyways, yeah. But back to YouTube and the shit. And Tony was asking me, he's like, "So you guys doing this in one take? You're like filming takes and cutting them together?" I'm like, "Nah, man, one take. That's it."
Yeah.
He's like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, just talk. Just." I don't. So I was in bands for a long time.
Yeah.
Like. I've always been
You're a showman, dude.
Yeah,
Like, you're a showman.
I did
dude. You
bodybuilding
have that,
competitions
yeah.
when I was real young, and then I fucking fought for like 8 years, and then I just was in a fucking metal band for like 8 years and played big shows, and I've always been like good at being in front of people, and
Yeah. Putting on the show.
I like it.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. So
I'm an attention whore.
a lot of people are, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess by doing this podcast for the last 5 years, I'm more comfortable talking,
Yeah.
But, when you have a camera and you're supposed to look in the lens and you're supposed to do this and you got to think about what you're talking about. And it's just, I've been doing like these little, fucking the Instagram stuff, just talking to it and trying to be more natural and getting used to it. But when I get back, I'm going to pick up this ST, and my goal is this ST, picking it up. We're going to go camp, and then I'm going to come home. That's going to be my first like YouTube video of, the Fast Life Garage shit outside of the podcast.
Vlog the whole thing, man.
That's
Picking
the plan.
it up, the
Yeah.
camp and the everything.
Yeah.
In the immortal words of Bruce Lee or maybe some other dude, don't think, just do.
Look, I think it was like be water or some shit. Is
Yeah,
what you were
you know,
trying
like-
to aim for.
Don't think,
Too many
just do.
minds, Don't.
That's Maverick from Top Gun, dude.
No, it's Last Samurai. Still Tom Cruise, but too many mind. Don't
swear
think,
that-
just do. So, like, if you're like, well, I got this all planned out, this scene, and I'm thinking it through and everything. I'm like, well, you fucked up right there, man. Like, just do it.
Yeah.
Like, just do it. And if it works, it works. If it don't, fuck it. That's what you have a good editor for. Jake's a good editor. Like, I'm not that good. Jake's really good at editing and making us look funny.
Yeah.
You know, like that fucking bong video. Have you
Oh
seen
my
the video
God,
where we
yeah,
made the
dude,
bong? Yeah, we were fucked.
Yeah.
we were so. I was so high, I was terrified.
Yeah.
And we're making this video. When we got done, I was like, "That was trash. That was absolute trash." And then Jake brought the video in, and I laughed my ass
Yeah,
off. It
Jake
was
turned it
beautiful.
into gold.
He made
It was amazing.
He made it funny. So really, good editor, and then just talk a whole bunch of shit. Just spit a bunch of shit out. Now you guys know the secret behind Kruesi Originals YouTube.
Don't be afraid to be a dildo.
I might be full of shit.
Yeah, the dildo aspect, that's the kind of the other thing is because there's so many there's all these fucking Instagram pages that's like it's making fun of those people that are like vlogging influencers
Making fun
in
of the
wild and
influencers,
shit.
but yeah.
Yeah, but look how much money those fucking guys are making.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Jake and Logan Paul for a minute. Those dudes are dildos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those dudes are making millions of dollars a month.
They're killing
a
it.
month. Their YouTube's paying millions of dollars a month. Mm-hmm. Be that dildo. If you guys want to go do something like what we're doing, just go be a dildo. Grab a camera,
Do it.
spit on it. Just
Make
get
sure the
after
lens
it.
is clean.
Yeah, clean
Make
your
sure
lens.
the lens is clean.
Yeah.
But there's also like I think that when I'm around certain ones of my friends, we lend ourselves to have more of a comedic
Yes.
like vibe, and it's
Definitely.
like I don't like the whole like tough guy biker
No.
fucking
No,
world, and
I
I
don't like it either.
I like to have fun, and
Yeah.
I guess my age, I'm 40 years old, so part of my humor with friends when it's an awkward silence, we just quote like Step Brothers or some shit.
Yes. Well, yeah.
It breaks the silence. You know what I mean?
I grew up in Sweet Home, Oregon, where it rains 300 days a year, and I went to a Christian school in grade school and didn't really have any friends because a poor kid at a Christian school doesn't have any friends.
Yeah.
So I watched a lot of movies, and I steal a lot of shit from a lot of movies from the 80s. You know, a lot of my humor comes from Fletch and Fletch Lives. Those are fucking great movies and all that good stuff, and just kind of like just run with it, man. I'm just bullshitting most of the time. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And then if you know what you're talking, like you've been in the industry long enough, you know what the fuck you're talking about. So all you got to do is just talk about the shit you know about, and then say cocksucker 7 or 8 times.
It'll come together.
You got it dialed.
I never felt like I said cock very well. I felt like I say gay.
I don't like saying cock. Like I'm never gonna describe my dick as
Like
a
if
cock.
I started yelling cock to somebody, like you cocksucker, you'd be like, dude, that was the gayest
Yeah,
cocksucker.
like, whoa. You trying to flirt with me or what?
Cocksucker comes along fine, but if I'm like, oh yeah, you want to see my cock? I feel like that's
I don't know which syllable
that
to
should be
fucking lean into on cock. You know what I mean?
It's fucking cocksucker. you gotta really throw the cock, and the sucker's got to be in there like a punch in the face. But yes,
Cock is a dirty word, though, dude.
yeah, I don't like it.
Cock, yeah,
Because
gross.
cocksucker's the only way you
Cock.
can use it. But I'm not saying cock for anything else unless I'm talking
Yeah.
about a chicken or something. But
Yeah, I don't even.
It's a rooster.
yeah,
But
but
yeah.
back to you. what you're doing with the videos now,
Yeah.
dude? Like, so I don't know who the chopper guy was.
Matt Jackson.
Is
Yeah.
he popular?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah. I don't know
In
the
the-
chopper scene that well, but his shop looked awesome, and what he was building looked dope. And how you did that video and you narrated that video, I'm watching this shit going, motherfucker, Jake. Like, hey man, what the fuck? That was amazing, dude. That shit was what
thank
you're
you.
doing is awesome, and you need to keep running with that because, dude, that shit was well done. The narration, you've got a voice for it. You've got it dialed, and that narration over the top of it, and how you filmed the shop and you told his whole story and the backstory, that was inspiring for me to want to start ripping off your style and doing that. I was like,
That's not my style, dude. That's me, like just fucking doing, because it just came natural to do that, and even that was like fucking 20 takes, and I still had a word in there that I fucked up. So
Yeah.
I just left it in there. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's. I want to get to a point with the videos where yes, we can provide that style of a content for people.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be so beholden to always have to have somebody else here to make content.
Yeah.
You know, when I go to my shop and I have an FXR build going on and this ST and then my bagger and then there's a paint job, like I have all this content that I can turn into something for people to watch.
you just got to
Yeah.
push it out.
Yeah.
Like if
And-
you watch ours, so we film Mondays and Tuesdays with Jake. And so we'll put out 2 episodes a week that are like professional looking episodes, like TV style, and Jake makes them. And then the rest of it that kind of looks a little bit like it's a cell phone and shit, that's me. You know, like the vlog stuff, anything that's like truck shit or like right now we have this bike and so we're doing this like a national sweepstakes company and we've got lawyers and it's all very, very legit. And if like anybody running raffles out there, it's really fucking illegal. So we do it 100% legal. And when you do it 100% legal, you have to be on a very tight schedule. It has to be scheduled. It has to be on all this. There's so much criteria to follow. So we got fucked on the schedule. Jake's in Hawaii for like 2 weeks, which I knew that apparently, but I don't really like. He's like told me the dates. I'm like, oh, hey, that's cool. But all right, let's just get this thing going, man. Let's move. Let's make some moves. I want to get this bike built. So I'm filming this. We had to hire somebody else to film. I'm gonna have to edit the first couple of them myself. And it doesn't matter because I feel like our vlog stuff that I film and it's just like I hate being cell phone guy filming myself, but you have to do it because.
It's part of it.
Yeah, and the day in the life and all that stuff, it gets almost more views than our real professional looking stuff.
Provocative.
Yeah, they just
Gets people going.
Yeah, people like
What does that
the
even
day-to-day shit, you know, and it's, I don't know, it's entertaining.
I guess it feels weird to, I mean, I'm speaking for myself. It feels weird because there's so much shit in my shop that I see it all the time. I've seen it for the last 20 years of my life.
You're numb to it.
I don't see it as anything interesting. And,
yes, but people do.
And I'm also alone all day. Nobody works with me. Nobody lives on my side of town. It's like, so I'm alone. I'm fucking like, I go to Chipotle every day to go sit and watch people to be like, okay, the human race still exists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Dude,
it's hard to do a video by yourself, you know? And, but I'm trying, man. Like I said, I don't want to woe is me. Oh, nobody wants to come hang out with me. Nothing like that.
Well, you should set the camera up, intro, blah, 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 blah. This is what we're doing. Time lapse it.
Yeah.
Center point. What's up again? Here's where we're at. Blah, blah, blah. Time lapse it. Outro. You just got a banger right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to happen.
Especially like the paint work you do.
Like
if
time
you just
lapse of
filmed
all
the
that.
fucking the process of you doing all that dope paint work, people would watch the shit out of that.
Yeah, I just want to. The reason I haven't really leaned into the paint thing is because I don't want to fall into the whole like tutorial shit. And I feel like if people start watching me paint, they're gonna be like, "Well, how'd you do that?" And then
Let them wonder.
Like calling the shop 20 times a day, wanting to know how to wire their whole motorcycle.
It's like you know, I mean, I you know, me and like Paint Huffer, we've been good friends for a while, and he sponsors us, and I've thought about doing like the classes and stuff. But I don't know. I'm from a different part of the era. I feel like the game's to be sold, not told. You know what I mean? So I'm like down to help people if they ask the right questions, but for the most part, I'm not trying to sit here and take 3 hours to run you through how to do something that took me fucking 12
Exactly.
years.
We love
get
all you
that
guys
so
out there
much,
watching, but the endless amount of trying to get us to build your bike over the phone with you in your garage shit is
Stop
like, we
it.
don't have time for that. And if you have to call us for that many questions, you shouldn't be working on your motorcycle. You should pay a professional.
Take it to a professional.
Take it to a professional. I'm with doing it yourself, but if you really don't know that much, you shouldn't be doing it. Or you should have a fucking service manual.
At least have a service
you should
manual.
be educating yourself because motorcycles will fucking kill you, dude. It's not a car. It doesn't have 3 other wheels to fall back on.
Yeah.
It has your spine, and that's it.
Or a cage around it.
Yeah,
there's nothing around.
It's got to
you.
be done right, and educate the fuck out of yourself. But we help out. We answer a lot of questions, a lot, dude.
Yeah.
And I hate doing how-to videos. Just because I don't want to be the how-to guy. When we started this shit, I've done like fucking 6 pilots for like Discovery, Netflix, History Channel over the last 14 years. I've done endless TV pilots, and it's always, man, we love you. Could you work on hot rods?
Yeah.
No, I fucking don't want to work on hot rods, So we just were like, fuck it, we're going to build our own TV show and our own TV series. And we want to keep it more like Biker Build-Off kind of style old TV series, and keep it more like that and less YouTube how-to videos. But it comes a point where if you like, for us in our parts line, we have to do how-to videos for it, but I want to keep them funny and entertaining. Not, now we're going to grab a 10mm wrench.
Where's it at?
We're going to apply a small
where'd
dab
that
of
go?
Loctite. We're going to crank it down. I don't know the fucking torque spec because I don't really know what the hell I'm doing here. I'm just some asshole teaching you how to do something that I don't really know how to do. And I'm going to fucking crank it down. Like I watched endless amounts of motorcycle YouTube videos when we started this, trying to get some like idea of what we should do and how we should run it. And all it taught me was I'm not going to do it any way that they are, because it was just a lot of There's a lot of shit out there.
I watch a lot of YouTube, but I also watch mainly camera people YouTube because I'm big into photography and all that shit. So there's people in that world that kind of have a way that they go about their stuff that I kind of want to jock that more than the current like motorcycle trends of like motor vlogging and shit.
Yeah,
because I'm just not in. I'm not saying that you'll never get some video footage of me on a bike with a GoPro, but it'll never be right here in my mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm never gonna talk in my helmet. It's not gonna be something I ever do.
Yeah, I don't want to do that either. But
you would be so good at it.
when I do it, it pops off well because I can talk a lot of shit, you know. So I just bought I got a fucking rig, dude. Like new GoPro, and it's got a mic that comes off and goes into your helmet right here, so I can do the whole shit. I just want to go to the lot and just shit talk everybody all day while I'm at the lot, because it would be funny. But to just ride around on a motorcycle and just talk about riding around, I couldn't get into that. But you also got to think of the guy that's sitting in fucking Oregon in the 300 days of rain that just wants to see some kind of riding. You know, I want to watch something. And
that's what I'm saying. There's plenty of that. Yeah. And I think that, you know, it's like any problem that you're trying to solve with a part or anything you do in life. It's like you're trying to fill a void that doesn't exist in an area.
Yeah.
And so if there's already 500 different channels of people riding bikes down PCH to Bisbee, Arizona. This is Tombstone for the 8 millionth time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that story doesn't need to be told, but maybe the thing that makes you unique or me unique is the thing that I got to try to exploit in a way that, you know, allows me to be myself more. You know what I'm
definitely.
saying?
Yeah.
And, you know,
I can see, like, so we build a bike and I'm going to go test ride the thing to mic up and put a GoPro on. And
I think
talk
you'll be good on a mic because you can riff all day long about some shit.
Yeah.
And
take it to the lot too.
Yeah.
Not everybody has a lot they can go to and see the stuff that goes on at lots.
Yeah,
and stuff like
spend
that,
a day stunt riding at the lot and shit talking to everybody and go over that type of stuff. Which I keep talking about doing it, but I have to update my GoPro and then I have to like do it on my phone and I've started to like 7 times. Every time I go to the lot, I'm like, oh, I gotta update this, and I'm like,
GoPro software is junk.
Fuck!
Too. Yeah,
I'm done. And it
GoPros are junk.
Never happens.
so I have a 10, and every year I would buy a GoPro. It started in 8, so GoPro 8, 9, and then I got a 10. And every year I'd buy a GoPro. I'm like, this is gonna be when I'm gonna start vlogging. Nope. All right, this purchase is gonna be when I start. So I have a 10 now, and I thought about jumping up to an 11, but
they have an 11 already.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a 9.
Every September is when they come out.
Yeah, man.
I'm
You
like-
have
I'm
to
more like a
get the
9.5,
new one,
but-
yeah.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. We started YouTube. We just started out with like an iPhone 11, right?
Yeah.
Filming and making YouTube, and then we stepped up to a GoPro 9. GoPro is the most glitchiest piece of shit I've ever used in my life. We lost so much footage with a GoPro freezing and deleting memory cards so many times. The first one Bagger Race League put on that first open track day at Chuck Waller when they were just talking about starting and all that shit, and they invited us to go out there. We vlogged the whole way out there because we had all these people send us all these questions. So the drive out was answering all these questions. It was dope. Beautiful fucking amount of comedic shit, you know? And then we get out there, we interviewed a bunch of racers. That shit was all funny and it was great. Bunch of information. And then Sean raced and all that stuff. And then at the fucking last interview, the GoPro goes, fucking froze, wiped everything. I was like,
Lost it all.
wow. And then one more time we were going somewhere else and it did it again. And we went, fuck this
Tossed
GoPro. And dude, have you seen our rig up in there now? That's 10 G's sitting up there. That motherfucker does
well,
some
let me
shit.
one up you. That bag right there's got $20,000 of camera equipment in it.
God damn.
Just that bag.
Yeah, but you have
Just
cameras
that-
like a motherfucker
Yeah,
all around
yeah.
here.
There's another one over there too. That's the expensive. These are cheap boys.
Yeah?
Them lenses cost money, but
Oh yeah, the lens. So we just got that lens. None of you even seen any shit with the new lens yet. We've been running on like the cheapest Sony lens you could. We got a good camera body, but the cheapest Sony lens you could get. Which a friend of ours had a show on Channel 12 for like 11 years. Like hosted this like TV show on ABC or some shit. But they filmed that whole series with that Sony body.
yeah.
And a really nice lens, which we've had a shit lens, and now we've got. When I bought the lens, Hale Joshua was in town.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, well, you're here. Let's go to the camera store and show me what to buy.
Yeah.
So we go up there, and Josh's like, you should get this one. I asked the dude behind the counter. I goes, so is this like a good lens? Am I gonna need to upgrade later? He goes, you can't upgrade.
Yeah.
He goes, "This is the Ferrari of camera lenses." I go, "Explains the fucking price." It's like, God damn, that's a fucking dyno right there.
That was an expensive trip to
It was
the
a fucking.
camera store.
That's a dyno that goes like this.
Yeah,
You know, but
exactly. So on that camera over there, that's my Canon R5. That's a $4,000 body, and the lens it's on is a $3,000 lens.
Jesus.
yeah, that's what that lens was.
Those two lenses right there are $2,500 a piece, and those camera bodies are the cheapest Canon mirrorless full frame camera bodies, and used you can get them for about $900.
Damn.
So
Damn.
instead of having, when you came to the studio, I had the camcorders.
Mm-hmm.
So those are good, and they look really good. But these, when you start setting up lighting and getting this, you get that like blurry background, more crisp image.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to kind of, when I did that Mac Jackson video and I did all this badass video, and then I come in and put the camcorders up, and I'm like, this shit's weak compared to what the shit I was just recording.
Yeah.
I want to upgrade the whole thing. So we did the Adam Sandoval one, which we didn't get any footage there.
Yeah,
but
that was clean.
the
I just watched that
video-
one too. That was clean.
Yeah, the video had the nice lenses and the camera bodies in there. So it's like I don't understand it, because I think about that shit all the time. We're like, fuck, why am I spending all this money? I literally make money off camera equipment,
Yeah,
but not
you want to look professional. I don't. Yeah, we
not
don't,
the same way that like I make money with a ratchet or a paint gun.
Not a
You know
bit.
what I mean?
Like we will probably never make that money back from YouTube payouts at all. But I want to look professional as we can possibly look.
It's
That's
just
all it
the
boils
quality
down
of the
to, like,
content is.
yeah,
Well, yeah,
it's huge.
anytime
Want it to
anytime
look
things are
dialed.
going good, you got to think about how to make it better.
Yeah.
So once you kind of figure out like all right, everything's going smooth, the videos look good, everything's a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
What's next? Use that. You got to use that plateau every time to think about the next moves, so that you're always ahead of the curve. It's the same thing we've done with this podcast. Like, all right, we figured out audio. We need to do live. How do we do live? Fuck, I got to build a studio. What the fuck, dude?
I'm like, God damn it.
And then you get the studio and you're like, man, this is good, this is fun, this is great, but I'm kind of getting bored with it.
Yeah.
I think my audiences might be getting bored with it. Like I'm planning on remodeling that motherfucker. Not walls, but like the whole interior.
Little decorations. and
Yeah,
things.
like a redecorate.
More purple.
Probably.
More
We're gonna
purple?
dump blue on the carpet and turn it into a purple carpet.
Man, you could glue the carpet, streak glue across it, and then fucking lay out glitter, and you could have like a glitter river going across your carpet.
Oh man,
Glitter river.
the glitter river.
Welcome to the glitter river.
I wanna.
You can stay till the credits end.
I want to take the studio, and I wish I could rebuild it, like the walls and everything, because I'd make it bigger.
Yeah.
Because I want to have like two sets. Like I want to have like a table set, like how we're doing right now, and then I want to have another set where it's like maybe 2 or 3 chairs and we're just kind of chilling, so that like I can have a different podcast, or even if like somebody else in town want to do a podcast, I'm like, hey man, $100 an hour.
Yeah, rent it out.
I'll set it up and I'll
you
run the
go,
shit
yeah.
for you.
You have a fucking dope studio, though,
Thank you.
as it sits right now. It
When you
is
come in there,
very
I
professional.
always
It's
wanted to
cozy,
make
dude.
it like a place where you feel like you're fucking in it. You're in it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever happens is gonna happen.
That's what it feels
I
like.
feel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's 1995.
Yeah.
I'm sitting around the table with my homies arguing about what RPM you should set the VTEC at.
What was that tuner they used to use on the VTEC? There was like a special one that you had to get for the VTEC to kind of like make it work right, or raise
Oh,
it
yeah.
higher. Forget what that tuner
No,
was
fuck, I
called.
know. We ran Mugens back in
Mugens.
like Mugen ECMs and all that shit, but there was like piggybacks and a bunch of different bullshit out there. And
Yeah.
oh yeah, we would there'd be 10 of us around a table like this, fighting, dude, arguing over like fucking boost VTEC, how this,
because there was no internet to go talk shit about it.
No, it's what you read in the magazine.
Yeah.
You learned everything from magazines, and them magazines could have been complete bullshit, but goddamn, they were Bible. If you were gonna ask me, I'd fight you fucking to the death. Yeah. You hit VTEC at 4200, depending on what transmission you have, but 4200 is a sweet spot. And
Still remembers it.
in LS VTEC, I was always fucking hitting 4200. I was running like a Y1 transmission, Mugen ECM, and that was a ticket.
Dude, LSV techs. I've seen LSV techs take out like WS6 Trans Ams back in the day. Just fucking.
Oh, I had a
walk on.
Corvette killer, man. Yeah.
For real?
I had a 91 Type R hatchback from Canada with a B16 Mugen ECM, Y1 tranny, and Cusco limited slip. It was hitting like 9,500 RPMs.
Damn.
And I used to fucking grease Corvettes with that, dude. It was
just ruin that
3-puck
day.
clutch, bride racing seats that were made for a tiny Japanese man, you know.
They just keep
so like the bolstering goes like this. My back sat on the outside of the bolstering, you know, and the clutch was just wha-bam, 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 wha-bam. You know, it's fucking all or nothing. We would just let the tires eat, you know. Had fucking spoon wheels on it. That thing was it had a lot of dope shit, man.
You know what's crazy? Like I think about all those cool like cars back in the day when I was into imports as well, and I think about myself now about how I just couldn't do it now. I couldn't like. I'd feel like
I couldn't see the fucking Honda Civic. Now you shit. There's no way Chris Barton bought one when we were going to MMI.
Okay.
He traded his fucking Sportster for a Civic with like a B16 and shit and a Civic hatch, like a fucking 3rd gen or something.
Yeah.
And we were all like, "Hey, hell yeah, this is cool." We got in, it's all loud and shit. And I was just, as we're going down the road, I felt embarrassed. I was like,
Yeah.
I am too old to be in the passenger seat of this motherfucker right now.
Dude, I was sitting in traffic coming in on 10 a while ago, and there was a situation going on.
Yeah.
Basically, and I was like, 15, 20 years ago, that was me. That was my life. That was the coolest shit I've ever seen.
100%.
The way he was even driving, I was like, now I'm like, dude, you're fucking dumb, dude. That shit is not cool. You know what I mean?
You should put an LS in that.
LS the world, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. It's weird.
Got a boosted one in my truck. And I was never a V8 guy. I was always fucked out. You know, turbo 4-cylinder, I'll wax you all day long, you know. And then I bought a V8 and I turboed it. And Jesus Christ, there's a serious difference between 8 cylinders and 4 cylinders when you're running boost. A boosted Chevy V8 is a life experience.
Yeah.
The truck is nasty.
It is fucking nasty.
I had a
Goddamn,
Grand
dude.
National I was building.
I love that shit. Oh, yeah.
And I was, of course, the motor was blown in it, so I was trying to do a LS and then turbo the LS, and I real close to having everything done, and I just kind of like realized that I can't afford it. I was not in a position in life.
So I bought a
$2,500
$2,500 turbo kit.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, just bolt this on. This would be cool. Get it tuned, leave the motor stock, $2,500 turbo kit. It cost me $10,000 to get that turbo kit to run right and to get the fuel system to back up the turbo kit. And then it was about a year of just going through it, trying to get it dialed.
Uh-huh.
And then, you got to have the transmission to back that up. That was $7,500. And then the rear end that I had built.
So you got honey dicked is what you
blew the fuck up. So basically, to put 500 to the tires on 37s, it's cost me about 20 grand so far. And I blew the rear end up again. I built a whole race kit on the front end, long travel and all that shit, and then got done with it. Drove it to the alignment shop. As it was getting aligned, Rob Rax was aligning it, and there's a Hula's right next door. So we sat at Hula's for like 4 hours, and I got fucked up. And then he drove home, and on the drive home, we're doing like 30, and the rear end goes boom. Boom, 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 boom,
It
boom,
started
boom,
making
boom.
some gnarly noise. Yeah,
The fucking pin came out of the locker and just fucking smoked the whole rear end, right?
Wow.
So then I had to have that rebuilt again, and that's why I'm building that DX, that T-Sport back there, because I'm building that in trade for guys building me a 14-bolt floater. But have you ever drove a turbo V8?
I drove no, but I have drove a turbo 1000 GSXR.
Oh yeah, I drove them too.
That's about the fastest I've ever ridden.
Boosted anything is amazing, but I'm running 10 pounds of boost on a stock 4.8 liter right now with a serious fuel system backing it up, and with 3,000 stall torque converter, I'm at full boost at 3,000, and when it's full
hits.
boost
Yeah,
at
it
3,000.
hits, dude.
It's a jet airplane, just it's a life experience. It was worth the money.
What's the point behind it? Like, are you trying to take this shit off road, or you just want to fuck around people on the street?
No, I still want to drift. I built drift cars forever.
Yeah.
But I don't want to kill a minivan full of kids, and I don't want to buy tires all the time. So there's just endless pre-runner shit around here, just desert, So
Yeah.
it's just it's a drift slut for the
Yeah,
dirt.
yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it is it's a fun truck, man. It's a fun truck, and I got like a hookup through Car Tech, and Tyler Davenport hooks it up for me on parts and shit. And the front end that we just did was like 12 grand, and I got it for really, really cheap. But it turned into 5 weeks of 13 hours a day straight.
I think I remember you talking about that on either on a video where you just like
Yeah.
this
So-
was a weekend project that it turned into something.
3 days. Yeah,
gnarly.
3-day install.
I put like 4 videos out, but I have like I don't know, something like 3 more weeks of video still to edit and put out videos on it, because it was insane. It was a lot of work, but I got 17 inches of travel, and it jumps like a quad. It just like squats and jumps up in the air and then lands like a spider. No, not. I mean, I didn't want to go that hard either. But Tyler's like, man, why would you buy that one for $2,000 more, Kruesi? You could have a race kit. I know you're gonna want a race
You got
kit.
sold.
He sold them, dude. Yeah, he sold them hard.
I was like, you know
dude.
what, man, you're right.
I deserve it. I deserve it.
I'm gonna want a race kit. You're right. He's like, take you like 3-4 days, man. It's like 2 days of prep and then like 2 days of welding. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right.
3.5 weeks
Yeah,
later,
he's
like, "Yep,
turbo
I'm
kit,
still at
though, and you got to
Sean's."
cut the whole turbo kit off and build a whole entire new turbo kit around the long travel. And then he sent me pictures of his race truck, which had the bump stops up on top. So I was like, well, that's where they go, which it's not. That's where they go if you're building some crazy shit. So then you got to build the whole frame out and tube the whole front of the truck to fucking support it. So that was several more weeks and thousands of dollars and shit. Chrome ollie is expensive. 51-inch piece of chrome ollie tube, $300.
Damn. And you got to do it, and you're gonna need a bunch of those to tube out some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just the cross brace over the engine.
Just the one
Like,
piece,
that's
just the
one.
material was just this long.
So at least you
About
get
as
some
big
work
around
out
as
of
a
the
dick.
camera is what I'm. I think.
He didn't
At least
have
the camera can
down
do
there.
something.
Yeah, that was all cell phone shit. Yeah. just me and Sean just fucking burn out, dude. Just filming this shit is just fucking. It was grisly. I haven't touched my truck since I got it done. Haven't even taken it out. I'm just.
Don't want
over
to fuck it up.
No, I'm just over it. I'm fucking sick and tired of working on the motherfucker. So, I got to redo the spark plug wires and all that shit. But it was something else.
That was
It'll be
quite
cool.
the project.
Holly Performance, the dude who like does their marketing or something is a fan. So he followed the truck thing and saw it, and then he hit me up. He's like, "Yo, you heard of LS Fest in Vegas? Have you heard of that?"
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah.
Well, I'd never heard of it until he told me about it. I'm like, "How the fuck have I been missing this, dude?" It's like 3 days of, they have a drift course, a burnout pad, a drag racing, car show. They built a little mini pre-runner truck with a bunch of big ass jumps and shit in it. They have a drift course for pre-runners. It's a free for all for LS cars basically. But in order to run that type of shit, you kind of got to get invited, and it's like shows, you know. And he's like, "Yo, bring the truck out, run the pre-runner course." So I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to do that. It only cost me another $20,000 to finish the back half of the truck, but that sounds great. So I got a whole King mid-travel kit in the back of the shop back here if anybody wants to buy it to support the back half of my truck being built. But
yeah, stick to bikes, man. I can only do one vice at a time. You know what I mean?
The truck is Mike. That's my jam. We build bikes and I stunt ride and do all that stuff. That's my job. The truck, the off-road shit is...
Yeah,
Love
but you're making another waterfall hobby that can turn into a career.
Yeah.
And if you're wired that way, you'll end up going that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you do anything, it's like when you're that kind of guy that you can make this and you do this and now you figure it out and then you get involved. It's like you're wired that way. Mm-hmm. It always becomes like
I'm going to market it somehow.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to make money off of it somehow.
Yeah.
That's really why we want to buy a building, too. We need a building big enough because he's got a fully tubed long travel Ranger and shit, too, building. And we want to be able to pull the trucks in and, like, build them proper and really get out. I just love to build, man. And it's also, like...
It's just fun.
Yeah,
Something
the
different, too.
riding
It's
and the
fresh.
driving isn't really what does it for me. It's the building of the project.
Yeah.
Like, that's just, like, my bagger. That thing's dope, dude, but it's done.
There's no fun in it for him anymore.
So you enjoy the process.
Yeah, I'm over it.
Yeah.
Like I never like finishing my bikes either because when I'm done with them, I'm like, well, I'm done.
You got to have more to do with them. I mean,
Yeah, but
I know y'all have done like these little trips, like ripping down to like Tombstone, and
Yeah.
didn't y'all do like a Mexico thing too, where y'all would
Run to the
Yeah.
border.
And we just like a couple months ago we did like 1,000 miles in a weekend and rode
Up
up to the
north,
snow
yeah.
and all that crazy shit. And I love doing that. But I've also had like 2 discs missing in my neck for the last 4 years, so I couldn't really do much riding, and it was just a lot of building. Now we're kind of back to where I'm all fixed and I can do that. So we're going to get back to hitting some road
Doing
trips,
some
which
stuff.
we were supposed to ride at Bisbee this weekend for the prowl and everything, but we're like fucking overwhelmed.
Got a lot going on. Yeah, we got too much
Overwhelmed with
going
work
on
right
for
now.
that.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking this year. This year's ripping and running really quickly, and it already feels like it already feels overwhelming. It's like the 3rd month.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're this deep into it.
Yeah,
It's just-
Everything's back in full force
It's
after
fucking
COVID.
2023. I'm that much closer to 50. That's really all.
That-
That's all life boils around to me. I'm only like 5 years away from 50, and I am fucking freaking out. But other than that,
Little midlife crisis.
Man, I don't want to work after 50, and I'm not any. That's not gonna happen.
Dude, OnlyFans, dude.
I know. I'm trying to get my wife to do it, but she has beautiful feet. Thank you very much. She had a foot page on Instagram, like when we were split up. She just like posted a picture of her feet, and then some fucking radio DJ out here that's real big, they're like national, and he's like a foot fetish, and she like hashtag foot selfies are my jam, you know, and he like went crazy and used to start a foot page. So she did with a couple pages, and it blew up like 8,000 fucking followers in like weeks, right?
Wow.
Which then she didn't do shit with it. But I was like, man, you should start fucking OnlyFans with your feet. She's not like that at all. So I've been trying to talk her into it, and then I finally talked her into it. Instagram took her page down.
What do you do with like feet? Do you like put like normal things your hands would do in like your toes?
No, they have
like a pencil or something.
Like weird. They do like weird foot poses and things.
What if you like put a cigarette in one between two toes and like a lighter over here?
I don't know. I'm talking like,
and her toe holds the flame on for a second. You get a picture.
It's like it's weird shit. Like how much can you make your arch, and this other fucking much can you spread your toes? Weird, goofy shit. You know. Like,
what if you put like cream all over it? Does that help?
I'm talking like I'll shoot on them. Let's go. Let's get some money.
Didn't she have like an Amazon wish list? They would send her shit to wear, and then she would take.
Send her fancy shoes to take pictures in, like $300-$400 shoes, and then she would just send them back to Amazon, get Amazon credit. Which then we got back together, and then she told me about that because my old lady's uptight. Like she is not. She is not about that life.
But she can if she needs to make some money.
Yeah. And then she told me she had this page, and I was like,
"Who are you?"
Wait a minute. Wait, who the?
Say what? You did what? And then I was like, well, all right. I mean, I'm in. Fucking, you can jerk me off with them things. Let's go. Let's get OnlyFans going. But she wasn't having that shit whatsoever.
How do like those couples make money on Pornhub? Do they get like AdSense, like they do on like on YouTube? Because
I think they just use Pornhub to advertise their own like pay for channel. I don't know.
Or they use like clips from their OnlyFans to kind of like direct people to it or some shit.
We have like a good amount of customers that are married that have OnlyFans that are making some fucking loot, like 20-30K a month, just driving around taking pictures of them doing weird shit.
Yeah, there's a couple out here that moved from like I think Florida. Just bought like a new Gladiator, built it all out. They both of their bikes were built on OnlyFans. Like her lowrider S says OnlyFans on the side of it.
They're
and
fucking
shit.
killing it.
They're killing it,
I've
dude.
got some homies at the gym. His wife has an OnlyFans, and it's not like that porn. I mean, it is like it's like tasteful, I would say, but
like HBO.
Yeah, they're pulling $10,000 a month.
Damn, dude.
Yeah,
like
and
Cinemax.
a lot of it isn't even
Cinemax.
Like
real sex.
Not everything is all like sexual and shit. I mean, a lot of it is,
one
but it's not all like full nude shit.
Cos,
it's like a lot of tease shit,
type
yeah.
stuff, and it's like fuck. I'm about it, dude. I'm about it. But I mean, at the same time, ain't nobody looking at my old lady's butthole without fighting me. You can look at her feet. Feet's fine. Don't look at my old lady's butthole. We're gonna fist fight. I'll fly out to your fucking house and beat your fucking ass. But
That's the charge. You got to fight Ryan.
I'll fly spirit out there.
Only Fights. You can find me on onlyfights.com. You can see my old lady nude on onlyfights.com.
World Star.
Yeah, World Star.
God damn it! I almost had that million view fucking World Star at the lot there.
Oh man, that was a beautiful day.
These two dudes were fighting some Instagram beef, and they're like fucking arguing and fighting and yelling and getting each other's face for like an hour, 2 hours. And I'm like filming, just going, come on, this is it.
How many videos you start?
Yeah,
you think
this is it.
A bunch.
Million views.
It went on way too long.
This is it. And then finally, they fucking get after it, dude. One like pushes the other one, and they fucking get into like a hug competition. And then one of our other buddies, he's like lot police. He's a big dude. He snatches both of them up and body slams both of them to the ground. I'm like, no, you're ruining this. God damn it, let him fucking fight, dude. You just cost like 1 million views. Like that's like $6,000, that pays out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would have been it. I was so fucking disappointed. They're like, well, they could have hurt each other. I'm like, look at these motherfuckers. They ain't gonna hurt each other.
They're not gonna hurt each other at all. It's just entertainment.
They were gonna hug it out. It would have been a great World Star video.
Yep.
Speaking of, I figured out how to get videos on Chive the other day. So we're trying to get on. I want to be on
All
Chive.
right.
I see. You see Sit Down Steve's on there all the time.
What?
Yeah, all the time.
Motherfucker, this one dude out here.
How do you get on Chive?
dude. So
I feel like they
you just have to have the app, and you can put. And there's a part that says submit.
No shit.
I just fucking bomb them fools with a bunch of videos their day. And if you get like pick of the day, they pay you $500.
Nice.
Really? They pay?
Yeah, they pay.
Fuck.
Makes sense. They should. I mean, they're
Yeah.
running that shit in every goddamn sports bar in America.
Oh,
Every
man, I just
bar,
wanna be
dude,
sitting
yeah.
in a bar and then go like,
Hey, that's me.
I was on Chive. Did you see me? Never mind.
that's
Nobody saw
Yeah.
it, but that's cool. That was me. One time I was in a couple commercials, and I was sitting in a bar one time, just by myself eating lunch at this bar by my house when I was working out of the garage. And I'm sitting there and I look up and I was like, bartender's like, what? I go, that was me on TV.
MMI commercial?
Yep.
The MMI commercial?
If any of you guys going to MMI, I probably sold you on that shit like 10 years ago. I was in all the info commercials and all that shit. Never saw them ever in my life, except for that one time I was sitting in the bar. I was looked up and I was like, it was
Yeah,
like,
where do they even run those commercials? If
they'd
they
be
do
doing
at-
Judge Judy and Sally Jesse
At like
Raphael. and, 1
midnight,
o'clock in
dude.
the morning,
Yeah.
midnight or right after fucking
dude.
the
Off
Price is
hours.
Right?
Yeah,
at
yeah.
11 a.m.
Reruns
Off hours
of
for
Walker,
sure.
Texas Ranger.
Come on, don't talk about that. It's a national
Before I
treasure.
went, I was like,
Old Funk Norris.
Don't say it. He can hear you, dude.
it popped right through the camera, dude.
Daddy Norris will come out here and round kick that roundhouse that ass.
Come through and scare the light away.
Oh, shit.
That motherfucker don't turn the lights off.
Oh man, it's dude. When I was a kid, there was a dojo like across like my apartment's here, and then like there's a block and there's like a dojo, right? And it's a karate place, but you know they made me say dojo when I walked in there.
Yeah.
And it's next to a Pizza Hut.
Perfect.
And-
was it Taekwondo's dough or I did Taekwondo for a couple months.
And I remember I
About
went
it.
in there for a while, and it's like like a lot of kids when they go in to do karate, when they're, especially if you grew up in the 80s, like you don't want to do that punch and shit. You want how to kick people. And kicking's like 3 months down the line. They fucking get you. They try to hustle you. They want you to go do this shit for fucking 3 weeks and shit. You're like, dude, can I fucking roundhouse a motherfucker, please?
Yeah,
That's
let
all
me
I want
kick
to do.
someone, goddamn.
Kick
And,
your fucking head off.
I remember one day I was
Hail
walking.
Joshua your face.
Yeah.
I was walking by, and I was like, what's going on? And they were filming a Texas Walker
way.
Texas Ranger episode there. And one of the
Did you see Chuck Norris?
I didn't see him. I saw this other guy that was in Ninja Turtles.
Really?
He was like this Asian guy that was in lots of like karate movies, and I'd probably have to point him out in the lineup right now, to be honest with you.
Damn.
But I was like, yo, that was like the first guy in a movie I ever saw in my life, and I was probably like fucking 8, 9 years old.
Wow.
And I just literally, and it was right across the street from my house. I just sat there on my skateboard, just like watching, looking, and there was a crowd, there's shit going on, and I'm just like, fuck, that's fucking rad.
Yeah.
I've never seen like the production movie thing before. I would love
Dude,
to see
they're
that.
filming like Yellowstone in my goddamn. So I live in, y'all stayed at where I live.
Yeah.
So there's a small little downtown square there. They're
Yeah.
filming Yellowstone episodes there.
Really?
No
Yeah.
shit.
Have you ever seen Longmire?
Yeah, dude, it's a fucking great show.
Greatest fucking show.
It's so good. It's like
Yeah.
they solve a problem every episode, but there's an underlying problem that takes the whole season.
Yeah. Love it. Love that. Keep me hooked.
Yeah, it's like-
yeah.
Serves them right. All right,
That's
so
right.
what about the other problem going
Fucking
on?
love it. Anybody that knows me knows I drink Rainier and Rainier only. I watched that show all the way through several times. But we went to his sheriff's office.
Oh, where was that at?
It's in
Las Vegas, New Mexico.
It was filmed in Las Vegas.
Because it was a fictitious town that they had did that.
Yeah.
Total fucking shithole, right? But it has the little courtyard, the little town, the courtyard where his office was, all that shit. We just were driving by one time and we looked up where it was filmed and we went by. We're like, holy fuck!
How
pulled
did we
in.
find that out?
And it's even Sheriff Longmire, fucking all this shit.
Come on.
Apsaropa County.
There it is. Yeah,
Sheriff's Department. Boom, right there. I got pictures in front of it. You know, like this, dude. I was pumped, man. Super pumped.
I think
That was a
Las
goddamn
Vegas,
good show.
New Mexico is a lot of that Billy the Kid shit there too.
It's where Arkansas
Yeah.
Dave Rudabaugh was from. Arkansas Dave Rudabaugh, Las Vegas. Well, the fucking band just kicked off next door.
Hell yeah, we got some ambiance music.
There we go.
As long as it ain't shit that's gonna demonetize my stuff.
Yeah. Arkansas Dave Rudabaugh, Las Vegas. I mean, Young Guns too. Great movie. And I always thought he was from Las Vegas. I didn't know he was actually from Las Vegas, New Mexico, which it is not a good town, but
No.
it does have that little spot in it.
Yeah.
And Arkansas Dave Rudabaugh was from there. Coincidentally, not from Arkansas. Which
Nope.
How do you get the fucking name Arkansas Dave Rudabaugh? That's I like history. But
Was Arkansas actually? I mean,
was
I guess
Arkansas
it-
even a
yeah,
state
state.
at that time? Well,
Yeah.
it's southern. It's got to be old state.
yeah, it's weird. Like I never looked into like, okay, who named this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Like, because at the time, you remember
Arkansas.
back in the day, like in the Wild West days, Louisiana Purchase was the shit. That shit was like all the way to Washington.
Really?
It was
It was like
Louisiana
the whole northwest
and
part
like
of the state.
it went kind of
It went
up.
like
rips
yeah, it
motherfuckers
went like
off
far,
there, didn't
like,
Oh, dude, the Louisiana Purchase is one of the biggest land grabs that America ever had.
Damn.
I look at this shit because I ride across these plains. I try to make this
makes
interesting
sense.
to me.
Yeah.
Riding through
Well-
this world
All alone.
in my Jeep all alone.
Dude, don't tell me. I cried a little bit this morning. Dude, I was about to fucking plug
Doing
because I got
podcasts on my own. Doing pods.
Pods.
Just
Bro,
out here doing pods, bro.
My hair podding.
You sound like a CrossFitter. Start doing WOD. When,
Doing a I do not CrossFit. I don't even work out that
I
much.
did CrossFit real hard. I was trying to go to CrossFit games, and the lifestyle and the wordage, like motherfuckers are talking about. Yeah, we're gonna do a WOD today. And I'm thinking, I ain't doing no gay porno, man. I'm like, I'm not into that shit. I don't care what you're paying.
WOD.
But the workout of the day, everything's abbreviated. Like a gym is called a box.
That's
which-
not what I call boxes.
I mean, I was like, okay, I'm like cool with the WOD and a
I'm
box.
familiar with a
Like,
different box.
We're blowing wads and boxes. Let's go. But
Chick
yeah.
got a box on her, dude. Oh shit. Oh man.
fullyshaven.com. Shaved it off to my OnlyFans.
Probably make some money doing that shit.
So hey, real quick, you got your phone?
Okay.
Go on our Instagram. This will be a treat.
Oh, here we
Yeah,
go.
go to our page on Instagram, like the old home page. You there?
Yeah.
Hit our link tree.
Link tree. Oh shit, y'all are professional.
Scroll down.
Scroll down.
Got only
Go to it.
sensitive content. I'm not putting my email in, dude.
No, it just takes you to the
It just
login
takes
page.
you to OnlyFans.
Yeah, it
That's
takes
it.
you to the
I was like,
login
man,
page.
if we gotta have a link tree, we gotta have an OnlyFans on there because every bitch on Instagram got a link tree. You know, if there's a link tree in there, she's got an OnlyFans.
You can pay for some boobs or something.
So if we're gonna have a fucking link tree, because we got so much shit to try and direct people to, the link tree is definitely the way to do it. Because you can only have one link in your shit.
yeah,
you know?
so I see the little ad on top of your Instagram all the time. It's like you should set up a link tree. I just never knew anything about it.
we didn't either. So we have YouTube, fucking
Patreon,
Patreon,
website,
all this other shit, you know, which you only can put one link in the bio. So if you put a link tree in there, then you can go to everything. But every motherfucker that has link tree has OnlyFans, so we gotta have OnlyFans in there.
Yeah.
I've got OnlyFans on my Instagram too, which we've actually got a lot.
We've
it
got a lot
tells
of
you how
hits.
many people
Yeah,
go
yeah.
to which things, and that a lot of people have gone to the OnlyFans. What are you guys looking for? Huh? You ain't gonna see my dick.
No, dude, you should just do like really, really close ups of your butthole all the
Jesus.
time.
Hey, hemorrhoids so bad. No,
Yes, dude.
I don't. Maybe it probably. I don't know.
I'm just saying.
When was
like
the
that-
last time you checked?
I mean, this morning.
When's a good time? Like, what's a good way to look out for a good hemorrhoid? Like,
If you gotta push anything back in there afterwards, that's a good sign.
2 fingers.
If they're real bad, it's one of these formations. but
man.
I need to see a video with you guys with this dude in a fucking like doctor's outfit with the little chrome thing on his head, and he's like just talking hemorrhoid medicine and shit like that.
it'll be the next crafting with Kruesi. Oh my god!
I mean, it'd be a great how-to, like how to service yourself
How to check
check,
yourself
yeah.
for hemorrhoids. So,
or prostate cancer.
well, speaking of, one of the guys at the gym has a prostate cancer foundation, and he sets up at like bike week and shit, and you can get free blood work to get your prostate checked. And I was like, oh, I'll go do that, check it out. And I was talking to him, he goes, also, so have you ever got tested to have your like testosterone checked and all that shit? You ever had that done? Your
I
blood
need
work?
to.
I just got mine done. You take it. My testosterone was 4.
Out of like supposed to be 1,000 or 900 or something.
4. I had a 4
Were you crying on commercials,
all the time.
dude? It's so bad.
Dude, I couldn't get through an episode of Golden Girls without bawling my
Dude,
fucking eyes out.
a song from the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
It was so good back then.
It was like, what's wrong with you? Shut the fuck up.
Dude, I went and took my son to see.
I'm going to adopt 7 of those dogs. So, yeah, but getting your testosterone, you're getting your hormones checked is really fucking expensive. But if you go to these free prostate exams for an extra $60, you can get all your fucking hormones checked.
Nice.
So, yeah, but anyways, my testosterone was at a 4. So I got these pellets sewn in my back fat. Life-changing.
I want the shot.
No, it sucks. Fuck
For real?
that. No, hell no. You want to stab a needle in your ass
I
every
love it.
fucking week? No way. No way.
Just want to show my butt, dude. Does it still look good?
It might be different if you have like a doctor do it.
They don't do it though.
No?
They just give it to you and do it at home.
Oh man.
I don't want
couldn't do
them
it
to do that.
myself.
No, yeah, you got to do it yourself. I don't want to do that. Fuck that shit. So, dude, they just stab. It feels like for like 2 weeks, like you got stabbed in the back, but they put these fucking pellets in your back, and then your body just pulls what it needs to just be what it should be, you know.
Yeah.
And because my neck fucked up everything in my body because it fucked all my nerves up and shit. So like, my nervous system was all fucked up. My adrenal something cortex
Sure.
something was fucked up, and my testosterone was like a fucking 4, man.
That's wild. It's
I was, like,
if your
moving like
shit's a
this.
4, then my shit's like it's been a 0 for like 3 years. Cause
Oh man, I just had willpower. That's all it was. It
dude,
was
I
just,
cried on Spider-Man, dude.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't give a fuck where my testosterone's at. You put a Marvel movie in front of me, I'm getting teary-eyed.
Balls, dude. We watched Top Gun Maverick.
Oh shit.
Oh
dude.
come on,
Dude,
man.
he was
Stop.
sitting with
As soon
Iceman.
as- as
He was
soon
sitting
as
with
the
Iceman.
fucking-
Yeah.
As soon as you hear the fucking intro music,
Oh
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
Fuck,
He
man.
was sitting with Iceman. They were doing that. You know, they had that talk or whatever.
Yeah.
I look over at Kruesi, and he's just like, like just holding it together, dude. Just trying not to bawl
Like,
his eyes
my
out. dude.
brain's gonna
All right.
explode.
I already got it, dude. I see the next videos for you guys. Reactions to watch the shows,
God,
but you
dude.
got to have video watching y'all while y'all watch the shit.
I'm gonna watch Balboa.
Dude, don't. Dude, I just watched. I
Man,
took
I
my
watched
son
that
to see Creed 3, and I was fucking
Is it good?
dude, it's fucking solid, dude.
Does Rocky die in it?
Rocky's not even in it,
Okay, I don't want to watch it then.
dude. It's good.
You know, if Rocky ain't in it,
Yeah.
do they talk about where Rocky is at least?
Well,
if they do some bullshit where Rocky just died and then we're not even going to talk about it.
so the Creed
I'm gonna
movie
fly
is
out and
based off
fucking fight
Apollo,
that dude.
not Rocky.
Not Rocky.
Yeah, but you can't have Apollo Creed without Rocky Balboa.
Well, technically, the way the story goes, if you
They're just showing Apollo's
you don't actually have a
story.
Rocky without Apollo.
Ooh.
If you go watch the movies,
Okay, I can agree with that.
Okay.
I can agree with that, but no one would give a fuck about
For
Apollo
sure.
Creed.
Nobody would
without
watch a
Rocky
black movie
Balboa.
back in the late 70s.
I mean, on that note, that's a
Come
little
on, dude.
but
Does it have to be Dolomite or something like that?
man, that was great.
That was a good movie.
Did you see My Name Is Dolomite with Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, it was fucking hot.
that was
I went
good.
and watched the old Dolomite movies after that. It was so
Dude,
good.
Best fucking Eddie Murphy since the 80s.
That last one, that You People shit, was kind of weak. If you watch that,
It was
I didn't really care for
it was brutal and very cringy and very brutal, but still funny. Eddie Murphy's still funny.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy, when he had kids, he got real soft for a long time doing Disney movies and shit.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to Eddie Murphy Raw? What happened to Mr. T? Hey, boy, why don't you get over here and fuck me up my ass? Ooh, slow down. Fuck around, come too quick, or squeeze my butt cheeks, pinch off your dick. Eddie Murphy was great.
Yeah,
But now he got real soft. But Dolomite, motherfucker.
Dolomite's a
man.
good movie. It was funny as hell.
Genius, dude. Genius. I didn't know that he was the godfather of rap music either, you
Yeah.
know, which I don't really like rap music, but it was fucking
Shit, I had to. I love it.
Dolomite's my name and fucking motherfuckers up is my game.
But yeah,
I wish I could fucking throw shit down like that.
yeah.
Now, man, if I could be spitting shit off like that on YouTube, I'd have 7 or 8 more followers.
Maybe,
Maybe.
definitely. You definitely be more inclusive.
More purple.
Does that mean I'm home alone?
Homo alone.
What the fuck does inclusive mean?
I don't know.
By myself out in a fucking cabin or what?
People
Exclusive.
feel like you know,
Inclusive.
That's exclusive. Yeah. Inclusive is like
we bring
Exclusive was that rapper that was on all the fucking Need for Speed video games, right?
probably.
exhibit.
Same dude.
No, but the Creed movie was actually pretty good. And that I just found out that fucking dude Jonathan Majors that plays that guy, and he's like Kang in the Marvels. Went to my fucking high school 3 years before me.
No shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think he was perfectly casted for the part, dude. He was so good,
Dude, and
Creed 1 and 2 is fucking phenomenal, dude. It's Rocky's
Rocky, for
greatest
sure.
greatest fucking movie series, greatest American icon there ever was, Rocky Balboa. If anyone could strive to be anything in their life, strive to be fucking Rocky Balboa, man. Mm-hmm. It ain't about how hard you can get hit. It's about how fast you can get up. You know, like Rocky Balboa. Hey. You know the difference between a piano and a fish is? You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. That's a fucking horrible Rocky, but you get the joke.
Yeah. I don't know other movies. So my son, I'm on this kick with my son. My son's about to be 13 years old, and so he's becoming impressionable. Like shit in my life is interesting to him. Maybe not so much the bike shit, but music. Like I'm introducing him to like different bands and shit, and he's like sending me bands he finds, and that's like we're starting to connect on that shit, right?
Yeah.
And so movies is also one of those things because Marvel's been me and his like thing.
Yes.
Forever.
Yep, same until Disney got a hold of it. But
Dude, so horrible now, bro.
So
bad.
bad.
Unfortunately,
So fucking
R.I.P.
bad.
Marvel.
yeah, they're dead now. They're dead to me. But
Exactly.
the greatest shit that was ever made for 10 years.
That 10-year run, that they called it the Infinity Stone saga, was absolutely a masterpiece of
masterpiece.
cinematic.
And storytelling, dude, just
Yeah.
Unreal, dude. I've been striving so hard to become Captain America my whole life that I've ruined 2 discs in my neck. But
Yeah.
beautifully told. And then Disney bought it, and it's fucking garbage now, dude.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Every actor is now a young teenager girl superhero. It's all replaced by a young girl superhero now. So it's like oh, come on, like
2 moms.
with 2 moms. It's hard, man. It's a really hard watch. It's like none of these Marvel characters had boys. Every fucking Marvel character is like ushering another girl character.
It's going to say in the DC universe, the new Superman's a chick.
Don't say that.
I swear to God. Yeah, it's happening. I'm a fucking comic book motherfucker too. Like I'm a big fan. Did you see my motherfucking Infinity Stone gauntlet sitting up on the wall over here?
I don't know why it's not over here. It's bullshit.
Oh, he'll grab it for you.
I think you should wear it for the rest of the night.
You don't think I won't be drinking beer with this?
You should.
Come on,
You
Thanos.
should just rock that the rest of the video. Or the rest of the pod. I'm sorry. The rest
Oh shit, dude! I'm fucking feeling it right now.
With a simple snap of my fingers, I can end this pod right now. Yeah.
Put a can in that motherfucker, please.
Can you grab it? Can you?
Never tried. I'm gonna try and drink out of this. I gotta get her in the right direction.
Oh shit, man.
It was empty.
Are there buttons or some shit in there?
There's like things you put your hands in.
Oh, did
You like slip your fingers in and you could like pull
Oh
them.
shit.
Yeah, so big fan. But and you know Falcon becoming fucking the new Captain America. You watched
Yeah.
Falcon and the
Yeah, I
Winter
did.
Soldier. That was a good series. But him becoming Captain America, the Punisher is who becomes Captain America when Captain America dies. When he doesn't really die, he just ends
Well,
up
think
coming
about that.
back.
The TV shows that were on Marvel or on Netflix were so much better than TV shows on Disney.
So good, dude.
The Daredevils, even
so
fucking
good.
all
Did
that
you-
shit.
But you see the new Superman where the Daredevil was back in it?
No, that was the She-Hulk shit.
No. The last Superman movie, or no, I'm sorry, the last
say it, dude.
Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, he was in it.
Yes,
Did you watch She-Hulk though?
I won't.
It's fucking bad, dude.
Garbage.
Garbage.
Hawkeye, garbage. Hawkeye's one of my favorite characters, and they turned him into a fucking babysitter.
Yeah.
What is that, kindergarten cop? Or no, what was the worst version
First
of
off, that
Kindergarten
movie
Cop
was
with Vin Diesel?
that was a good movie. When
That
I
was a good
kid.
movie. I apologize. What was the Vin Diesel version with? Remember where he was like a
Yeah.
nanny or some shit?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
The pacifier?
Where he was a nanny for like some kids that were an assassin's dad or some shit. I don't know, but garbage.
Horrible.
Fuck you, Disney.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't.
Turn fucking Hulk into a pussy.
You know, you got
Greatest superhero there ever was.
that last Thor movie was horrible too.
Got dog shit.
Yeah, and it's like the Thor movie before that, one of the best Thor movies ever.
Thormongers.
Best soundtrack. Fuck, I can't even talk. I'm laughing
I'm
so
a
much.
Thormonger.
Fuck it, I'm done.
I'm fucking lotion this motherfucker up here. Get to work.
Does it make noise while you do it? Like, why is it screaming?
Not 1, 2. You want to try it out? I know you do here.
Yeah, I was waiting on the offer.
Get up in there.
Okay.
You put your hand in too violently.
okay.
It doesn't like. There you go. Yeah, you feel them in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That one was stuck. You've been
Pretty dope, huh?
yeah. I can't even reach the thumb, dude. I got little hands.
You see my big ass Superman in
Same.
there too?
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, I like toys and shit, kid shit, you know?
Set the sucker up here.
It's all stuff I can't have at the house, so it's all in here.
That's kind of how my shop is. When you come in
Yeah.
there, it's like decorated with me, like all the shit I would want.
Do you see my Lego shelf in there?
No, but I'm definitely gonna check it
I
out
have
later.
a fucking Imperial Walker in there.
There's like 3 swords in the showroom too.
Yeah. I got a lot of toys around the shop. My old lady won't let me have any of that shit at the house, so it's here. This is my place. It's my refuge for knickknacks and
Knickknacks and things. Huh?
like this. I bought this at a garage sale for $5.
Put it on.
I'm going to, but I want to be able to make the microphone work. Does it work?
Let's
Can't see a fucking thing out of this. I feel like I'm looking up to the top of my eyebrows. I really wanted to do like some stunt riding in this and like dress up like a stormtrooper and shit, but I couldn't see it.
That looks like a fucking like a fruity stormtrooper helmet.
What do you mean?
Like a you're real uppity stormtrooper.
Like he's the next. He's like
May the fourth be with you. I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
It's like it's a little bit more fancier. Like he's got another rank or some shit going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
It's a
He's
speed-
uptown.
It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
speeder helmet.
Oh, like the ones that ride the little bikes
Yeah.
or the whatever.
Man, I always wanted one of those so bad when I was a kid.
Same.
Well, they got flying motorcycles now. You see that shit?
No.
No.
Really?
Apparently they got like 4 propellers and they fucking go shit.
I've
but
seen that's been around for a while until you fall off and that propeller turns
Yeah,
you into
dude.
mulch.
Jesus Christ.
think about it. These dudes can't even fucking ride dynas, dude.
Yeah.
Let's fly, dude.
Yeah, let's fly this
Fly
shit.
that fucker over my yard. It could use some fertilizer.
Oh shit, man. Where do you take this? We just talked about Marvel.
Well, I don't know. Let's give it a moment's thought.
We're live. We're live.
No, yeah, we-
we're live.
No, we can cut this out in post.
Yeah?
No, we can't.
No, we
How many
can't.
people we got on this live right now?
Like 60.
Hell yeah.
Something like that.
Howdy, folks.
Howdy.
We got new keychains available.
Yeah, I see that.
Yep, those are the only ones.
Yeah, those are the only 2.
We bought a 3D printer, and I was like, man, I'm going to start, we'll just start popping keychains out. It's not that easy.
Yeah. Tell that to Jesse James.
Yeah, well, all you got to do
Oh,
is
he
just-
stamps those out
just
like
squish metal with a rock.
There's like people waiting for like 4 years to get a goddamn keychain. It's like it's kind of like an ongoing joke now.
Yeah.
But, he does a run and he fulfills back orders, and I don't know.
And it's just a squish piece of square stock with a fucking symbol in
Yeah, I
it.
think each one of them has to go in the fucking in the heater.
Yeah.
In the microwave to
he
get.
stamps them, right? Like
They stamp 'em down.
Yeah.
No, he just fucking heats up a big old rod and just runs them through. Bop, 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 bop.
Oh, he
just
does.
fucking
And he
hammers
cuts
out
them?
a whole bunch of them, yeah, and then cuts them off. Yeah, it's real quick production, like.
Well.
And how much are they?
Fuck, I don't know, $300 or some shit.
What?
Dude, he's Jesse James. He can shit in a bucket
And sell it. Yeah.
and sell it as West Coast chopper shit.
Yeah,
so.
that's fair.
He made, man,
What a good for him.
he's that one dude that just made it huge out of the motorcycle world.
Well, I mean, he shows you like how like when you've cultivated an audience and a crowd or a customer base like that, then anything you do, people want. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're selling $100,000+ motorcycles and you make something that the average person can buy, it's like, I want a piece of this dude's legacy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Which, I mean, I mean, it's dope. I don't know what the fuck I'm ever gonna do to be on that level, but
He made $250 million the first day his toy line launched in Walmart.
for real.
$250 million on day one.
Yeah, I heard someone saying about like when he got with Sandra Bullock that they thought that Sandra Bullock was like the sugar mama for him, and then she said that no, he's the sugar daddy. He has, and this was after the whole Walmart thing.
Yeah, when his toy line launched in Walmart, he made $250 million on day one. Mm-hmm. Just day one.
What a payday! What a
He's infinite, mega fucking rich.
Yeah, what's that like? What do you do with that kind of money? What do you do with? You got 200 million, Kruesi. What do you do?
I sleep in. I don't get up at 4 a.m.
All right, what do you do on the week too?
Shit, I don't know. Build more shit.
Yeah, but like when you got that kind of money, do you go
I build wild shit. I got to build shit. So
Yeah.
I would. I don't know. I'd build a long travel Corvette or something, or I'd build some gnarly motorcycles.
Put a V8 in a Barbie car.
Okay, so
I don't know.
Yeah, I would buy a compound, a large several acre compound. I'd build a giant stunt lot on it. I would charge monthly fucking memberships to fucking run the stunt lot, worry free from cops. I'd have a drift pad, a mini bike track, a fucking pre-runner course, just a
Flat
great
track.
free for all for everyone to have a rad place to come shred, and you just pay like a gym membership, and you come out and shred. And then I would have a big shop there where I would just build everything that I had dreamed in my head, and I would just be building things. And I'd leave a lot.
That's
You
what you call it. Yeah.
Vacations and shit,
No, that'd be cool. It's I always think about that because because you guys create a lot of connectivity for community. Like your nature is not like selfish. It's kind of like, what can we do to make this scene better?
Yeah,
right?
man, I want everybody involved.
And so naturally, when you ask someone a question like that, it has something to do with perpetually forcing like whatever you're already doing into a bigger spectrum, a bigger, more inclusive thing.
Inclusive means everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like you're including.
And yeah, that's it, dude. Like I don't want to just be the dude.
Yeah.
I want my whole fucking crew to be the dude, so that we're all the dudes. We're all like just living it. And
when I meet a lot of people that have money these days, whatever they however much they have, that's between them. But I see a lot of people that literally want to help and put things out and do things for people. It's like something that, if you think about it, like it's giving, right?
yeah,
And so like I always think, okay, yes, what if somehow I became an ultra millionaire, right? I can only think about how much easier it would be to do the things I want to do.
yeah,
Instead of like all these roadblocks and struggles of trying to grow all these different things.
yep.
It would just be all right, problem solved.
Yeah.
I
now
want
that
everybody to
exists.
come along with me too.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
you don't want.
You don't want to be alone up there.
No,
and
fuck no,
doing
man.
shit.
If you've got
Yeah.
that kind of money too. Like, give all your homies some millions and let's all just fucking live it. Let's go. Let's just
I mean, you can't be Allen
spend
Iverson.
let's spend a week just learning how to drift 240s or something.
Yeah.
And then let's go then let's light them on fire. And then let's spend a week parachuting.
Some people just
want to
watch the world burn, dude.
Yeah, let's just do whatever, just fucking cool shit. Like,
Let's spend a month in Japan.
I really want to start for the YouTube. I want to start going to like auctions because we have dealer license. You go to auction and you can buy $500 cars all day long. And there's this place out here called the Geyser Loop. It's where like Geyser Racing takes the trophy trucks out and tests them and shit. And it's really gnarly. Like you gotta have some shit to get around it. But it would be fun to get around it in like a $500 Nissan Sentra at a high rate of speed, maybe on a little bit of mushrooms, and then film it. And that would be a lot of fun. And I'd like to start doing stuff like that of just chaos. Or maybe we just cut the fenders off and go to the Mexican tire shop down the street and buy some
like 35, 33s.
some
something.
Lanteras,
You guys could be like the Mr. Beast of the motorcycle scene.
Man, that guy's killing it.
Yeah, that guy's on a different level
just
killing
like,
it.
I want to get to a point where we can just do a lot of fun shit on the internet and it makes us money.
Yeah, make money out of fun.
Yeah, I don't want to work for real.
No, I mean,
I want to work pretend. I pretend to work. That would be a
makes
good
sense.
job. What do you do for work?
Pretend.
Pretend.
yeah.
Mostly pretend. What's that mean? Think about it. it's whatever you want it to be. It's pretend.
Love isn't always.
Yeah.
Did you see the chick that was loading the music shit in?
Yeah, that's her.
She had knee braces on.
She's performing tonight.
She had 2 fucking knee braces on over her
She's
yoga
going to
pants,
work, dude. Yeah.
and wrist braces and elbow braces.
Yep.
She's in there, dude. She's starting to pit. That bitch is fucking getting down over there.
Yep.
You don't want to fuck with her. Brace yourself.
Are they doing karaoke over there tonight?
Every
or some
Friday
shit?
night.
Oh hell
It's
No,
live
it's a band.
live band. Yeah,
Live
live
music.
band Fridays.
Oh shit. Hell yeah.
I mean, it's St. Patty's Day and shit too, but
Dude,
Nah,
they
that's
do
a good
like
time.
pool tournaments and shit over there. They get down over there.
yeah.
This street just kind of lends itself to have that kind of vibe of like, this is where pool sharks hang out. This is where
Yeah,
bikers
yeah.
go to get their fucking oil changes.
Yeah.
You know, it's got this Cave Creek Road is just a fucking melting pot for.
shit bags.
Yeah, y'all definitely have a Waffle House on the street, right?
Nope.
There's no Waffle House on the
No.
street.
There's one close by though, and,
Okay.
and it's in a rough area.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. It's the waffle. It's the Loof waffle.
I know there's one Waffle
Bell and
House like
I-17.
closer to that next highway over there. Is that
Yeah,
17?
Yeah,
17,
Bell and
that's the
I-17.
one.
I made it
yeah.
that one before.
Yeah, that's the Loof waffle.
When you say that, it makes me think of Blue Waffle, and I don't know if I really want to think about that.
This blue waffle.
Wait, what did you say? Loop waffle?
Loof waffle.
Loof waffle.
Yeah, it was like
like the old German Air Force.
yeah, the Loof waffle. It is not the place to eat.
I don't know. They're all the same to me.
Oh, brutal.
They're
Man,
good
we got-
though.
who is
That's
it that
damn
come-
good.
I got one in my town, dude.
Yeah?
Fucking
I love it.
saviors.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
everywhere out here, man.
Saviors.
They're all just gross.
Yeah, me, Andy, and Josh and Matt ended up there a lot this past weekend.
Yeah. They're
Yeah,
fucking
they
fun,
like
dude.
that shit. Them California
good,
boys
man.
really like the Loof
It's
waffle.
not out there.
They don't have it,
out
yeah.
there. Oh, really?
I
Yeah,
think
they
this is
don't
the
have it out
last
there.
stop before Waffle Houseless.
Really?
Yeah, they
is
don't
it
have
a
it out there.
Texas thing or what is it?
No, it's a South thing. I think it's mainly predominant on the in the southern states.
So
but-
you guys got Whataburger,
Amazing.
which we have Whataburger too.
It's a different
Not-
Whataburger
it's
though.
not the same
Yeah, it's a
over here.
different
Whataburger here is just like a shitty little.
I think that In-N-Out
Shit.
bought Whataburger here and put shitty employees in it and put roaches on the floor
Yeah.
to give everybody an idea that Waffle House sucks. Because when you go to it in Texas,
Whataburger
and
is the shit.
yeah,
dude.
it's fucking clean. You can eat off the floor. You can drop your hamburger and pick it up and go.
It's a
For
good
the first time I
burger.
went to Texas,
Damn
we
good
drove
burger.
like through the top and down to the bottom, and every time there was a Whataburger, we stopped and ate at every single one of them all the way around. Amazing. And then I moved here, and I was like, "Holy fuck, they got Whataburger!" And I walked inside, and was like, "What the fuck is going on in here? I'm not eating at this
shooting up.
place."
Yeah, dude, I mean, I grew up in southern Arizona, so
yeah,
like seeing
shithole.
that, like that, that's what I grew up knowing Whataburger as. You know, the
Yeah.
Tucson Whataburger. I'm like, man, fuck that place. I'm not eating there.
Yeah, it's
And everybody's
gross.
like, oh man, you got to go to Whataburger. I'm like, no, you don't.
Nah, it's what
That's not it.
in there. It ain't no good.
There's something going on. There's a conspiracy there. I feel like there's somebody that's put that out there to kind of like make it to where, you know, this is the closest Whataburger to fucking California, and so they come here and try it, listen to all the people talk shit online.
Put a bad name.
That
yeah.
shit sucks.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, the further east you go to the In-N-Out, you're probably gonna have the same experience. Like the further
Oh,
away
true.
from home.
Yeah.
So
In-N-Out burgers are good. Their
they're not
fries
bad.
are like
They're not good.
eating
I mean,
that
they're not
helmet
bad.
right there.
I like their fries.
Their
Dude.
fries are nothing. It's
I like Whataburger because I can go in there and get fucking breakfast, dude. After 11 o'clock, I can go in there and get some fucking biscuits and gravy, and it slaps. I can get a cheddar, honey butter cheddar biscuit, and I don't need it, but it fucking just, it's so warm.
I don't need it, but
You don't need it.
you don't need it.
You don't
It's
need
so
it.
You don't
fucking
need
good, dude.
Man, you didn't even drink that whiskey over there.
Dude, no, this was whiskey. Now it's
Pass me
16.
that big ass bottle of tequila there, please.
We do need some more yellow cans. Thank you. And you got ice over there? We iced out?
You get a. Can I have one purchase of ice, please, ma'am? Thank you very much.
Now it just tastes like that gravy I was telling you about.
So when we did the first giveaway bike and we did it live, like the drawing and shit, if we won, I drank this tequila right here. Mm-hmm. It got me on a good one. This is a real expensive bottle of tequila. You should try a little sample with me.
I'll definitely try
so,
some.
So hammer that down real quick.
I'm going to try to drive to at least Benson tonight and stay there tonight.
That's my cat's name.
Benson.
Oh. Your
Dude,
cat?
do you remember Super Bowl? The catastrophe that cat put us through. He was hiding in the fucking cabinet all day.
That was my wife. Yeah, she was losing her mind because the cat was missing. I'm like, motherfucker will show up. He's just in one of the cabinets. He crawls in the cabinets and gets stuck in there, and then he just hides out for a day.
Or it was Thanksgiving, right? Was it?
One-
It was.
one of
It
them.
was something. I was over
One
at
of
your
them,
house,
I'm like, the
We're-
cat will come back. It's cool.
riding around the neighborhood looking for this cat, dude.
Oh, y'all went outside to look for it?
Oh, yeah.
She's freaking out. I'm cool. I'm like, a fucking cat will come back.
How do you look for a cat outside? That's just
Cat came back the very next day. You know where he was?
Huh.
In the fucking cabinet.
In the kitchen cabinet, dude.
Yeah. I'm
Stuff
like, he's
behind
probably
the
in a
kitchen
cabinet. We
cabinet.
looked at all the cabinets. I'm like, you didn't look good enough. I bet he's in a cabinet. He was in a cabinet.
So we have a cat at our house. It's my wife's. It's ours, but you know, I let her keep it. And we have a stray cat that comes over like once a day to hang out with him.
Just buddies, huh?
Yeah,
That's
and
cool.
no other cat can come into the house. He fucking fat tails up and gets ready to fucking pounce on a motherfucker. But one cat has a pass to come in the house,
it's his homie.
hang out, they play, and then the other cat gets his food, and then he dips out, and they just look at each other in the window, and it's a fucking weird relationship that they have.
That's wild.
But it's fun to watch.
I grew up in Oregon, and like our cats, we didn't have litter boxes and shit. They just went outside.
Yeah.
They'd go to the door and they'd meow. You let them outside. They'd go outside and they'd take piss, shit, whatever, and they'd come back a week or two later. And then
Week or two later.
with a bird or a snake or something, and that's just kind of how it was.
Yeah, they give you a treat for like, hey, thanks.
Yeah, hey, I'm back, man. Here's a live snake on your living room floor. Thank you. I can deal with this now, but yeah, and then move out here, and it's cities. The city living is way different.
Yeah,
with the animals, it's
we have the
cat's outside. Oh my god! I'm like, fuck him. He'll come back. He knows where he lives.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We have coyotes like real
Thank
bad.
you. Yeah,
Where I
same
live.
here, big time. Yeah, they'll roam the streets, and eat your dog in the backyard and shit.
Yeah, so we have the coyotes, and so like we're scared to let our cat outside the house. And but this other cat, we call it Meowsles, because my son,
It's a good name.
Yeah, and basically, if anybody looks this up or they have kids that have Fortnite, Meowsles is a jacked cat.
Yeah,
It's a fucking jacked ass cat. But it's like an orange colored cat. So one day we were having a Halloween party and my son was there, and he was a different Fortnite character. And this random little kitten shows up and starts hanging out, comes in the house, and all of a sudden my cat, they just fucking got along. So we're like, cool. My son's like, let's name him Meowsles. And we're like, that's a fucking rad ass name. It's really cool. So we just call him Meowsles. And now it's been 2-3 years now.
you're just coming and going.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's surviving out there, dude.
Oh yeah, cats they're survivors.
But yeah, it's funny as hell because, little Meowsles.
Our cat is bigger than 3 of our 4 dogs.
I want one of those fucking cats that are like tall as shit and looks like they could put up a good fight if you had to kill it. You know what I mean? But you can still kill it though. You know what I mean?
Those are called pumas.
No, that's a fucking that boy's thick. I'm not talking about that shit.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like
Like a lynx.
no, that's another fucking killer. I'm talking about the ones that are domesticated. They're like kind of real tall ass cats.
Like a Bengal.
That's a regular cat.
A Bengal? That'll kill you too. That's a wild animal.
No, Bengal's a tiger, but they have a Bengal cat too.
Yeah, they get big.
But there's a fuck. I forget
Shows
the
me
name of it.
what I know about cats.
Motherfuckers with the big ass ears and shit.
Man, it's weird. I had a guy that I painted a bike for that lived in Huntington Beach. Had 2 of them. He walked them
Yeah,
with and they were like house cats, but they're really big and tall.
our cat's fucking big. I bet he's 20 pounds.
Ooh, thick boy.
Big. He was a feral cat. So, like, as a feral cat had kittens in a bush outside my mother-in-law's house, and of course, got to keep one of those.
Dude, kittens are the shit, dude.
Yeah, sure. And I'm not a fan of pets, really. I mean, I love my little sushi bird, but
Yeah.
other than that, they're just a burden. But it's fucking. They get old, and I have 2 very old dogs now. One of them
Tell
just
them about Oliver.
his fucking legs don't work, so he has to wear these socks because he can't walk or anything because his legs just sprawl out on the ground like this, and he lays there going screaming, like that loud, 4 a.m. every morning. Come on, I wanna fucking squish that motherfucker's head till his eyes pop out. But
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
So you
like-
get him like some socks with some like grip on
Grip.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hospital socks.
his legs don't bend to nothing anymore. He's fucking blind and deaf, and all he wants is food. And he just screams like he's being fucking raped in prison. And
Well, I don't think dogs are supposed to get that old. I think that the nature runs its
They're
course.
supposed to go. Yeah.
yeah, somebody needs to run the course on this motherfucker pretty soon.
Just put them out there and let the alpha figure it out. You know what I mean?
let it
I
go.
want to. My old lady, she's gonna keep.
keeping him
gonna
alive.
Keep that motherfucker alive as long as you can. With the
Doctor, how can we save him for another 2 months? It's going to be 15 grand. Let's do it.
Nope.
Nope.
Don't squeeze that motherfucker. But He's diaper, because he'll just lay there and just shit and piss on himself while all 4 legs are sprawled out on the floor, just screaming. Ah! Like, you fucking asshole, shut up. And then she gets mad at me for being mad at the dog. He's old. I'm like, Willie Nelson's only a year younger than him, and that motherfucker still walks. He ain't screaming. This is bullshit. I got a dog named Willie Nelson, too.
Hell yeah. I want a dog, man. I travel too much for dogs.
That. Just smelling that was fucking...
You almost threw up a little bit.
You're not supposed to smell it. You're supposed to drink it.
Yeah, you gotta cut that nose out.
It's called Addictivo tequila. Does that mean it's addictive? This
Addictivo.
has Addictivo. It has heroin in it. That's pretty good.
Dude, I haven't had micheladas. That's what these are, right?
Yeah.
I haven't had this shit like proper since last time we did that podcast here.
Yeah.
And
What?
Does it say don't do it?
It has heroin in it, doesn't it? What? I can't
Look
read
where it's
that
from.
shit. Are you telling me?
From Nogales.
Get the fuck out of here, really?
Hermosillo, which is like 3 hours south of Nogales. Imported through Nogales.
It's really good. It's like sweet. Yeah, these things are delicious.
Yeah.
I'll get a hold of you.
Resposado's pretty good though. I never really had it, but you asked for it on that second podcast we did, and I picked some up, and then I drank some with you. And it's like something that doesn't really give you that bad hangover or some shit, right?
Yeah, it was.
It's aged in whiskey bottles and whiskey barrels.
Oh, that's why it gets the brown
they use
color.
it for upset stomach. So like it's supposed to be like easy on your organs and shit. So it was like my way of still drinking and not being so hungover.
Yeah,
because you can get pretty fucked up on a good reposado and not feel too bad the next day.
Debatable.
I mean, not get super.
I drink
fucked up,
I drink all my liquors with like Topo Chico,
the fuck is that?
like soda water type shit.
Oh, I thought it's like that stuff they put on steak.
Steak.
What? What? Chimichurri?
Yeah,
Chimichurri. That's just like green or something like that.
You're a Wagyu with chimichurri. Ooh, it's good.
Fire.
Yeah, there's a chimichurri. I guess is a South American thing, like a Peru or something like that. And there's
so
a couple like Mexican joints that'll do like a chimichurri like sauce on it. It's fucking fire.
You got PF Chang out in.
Yeah, I'm allergic to sesame seeds.
But if you go to PF Chang, they have Wagyu with chimichurri, and it's only $38, and it is good.
Yeah. So I have to like watch out where I go eat Asian food because they cook a lot of the shit in like sesame seed oil.
Yeah.
And shit like that. So I have to be like, I love sushi, but I have to like ask for specific sushi that doesn't have.
What's it do to you?
Like Hitch. Remember that movie Hitch?
Yeah.
It's like
Face gets like
it's just like you I start to like redden up and I itch like a motherfucker. It's just a
really?
food allergy. Yeah.
That'd be a funny joke to remember.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Real
you gotta
funny.
be careful what you tell this dude.
Little couple seeds in the old cocktail next time.
I think I can eat a couple of them and get away with it because I've asked for like, hey, can I get a bun with no seeds on it? And then there'll be like some shoved into the bottom bun that they forgot to get out or whatever, and I'll just eat it and I'll be all right.
An equally funny joke for this guy: give him pineapple.
Yeah, it fucks me up.
For real?
Yeah. It swells my throat almost closed, but it's not as funny.
Why? Because it's you, motherfucker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If it ain't Ryan, it ain't right.
Yeah.
That's right. You can't be choosy if you're not Ryan Kruesi.
Man.
It is. It does fuck me up. I like pineapple a lot, but it like, I don't know, the acidity or something in it. I'm allergic as fuck to it. But
Well, you would think that if you're allergic to that, you should be allergic to other kinds of melon. Or isn't pineapple a melon or some shit?
I have no idea.
it's a
man.
bush.
It's a bush.
Oh,
Comes from trees, don't it?
It's bushy on top though.
Like pine trees? No. Wait.
Yeah, they come from pine trees.
Do they? No, definitely not.
They mostly grow in the northwest.
have you ever like gone
High-
like
Christmas tree.
high
have you ever-
desert, northwestern stuff? Yeah.
Apparently, you
don't know
should
shit.
put them upside down in front of your house.
Pine trees?
Oh, you'll get
Pineapples.
What's that do? Oh yeah, swingers.
Yeah.
A lot of swingers here in Arizona.
I think there's a lot of swingers everywhere, dude.
Yeah, blue porch lights and shit too.
Is that a blue porch light?
Yeah, you'll see a lot of blue porch lights.
I thought that was
around
like
here,
supporting
yeah.
cops and shit like that.
No.
Same thing, dude.
Same shit, right?
Come fuck my wife so I can jerk off in front of you.
Yeah.
That's also called cuckold, dude.
Yeah, that's the word of it.
Cuckold.
Cuckold. Cophold.
Cop hold. Grab a cop hold. You hear about that chick cop that like ended up fucking the whole department or
dude.
some shit.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Some
you hear
like
about that?
some
She,
lady
like,
cop,
ran-
and her husband was like, "I fully support my lady." Da da da. All this
Yeah,
shit.
she
She
let
was
the
like,
whole department run through her.
"Yeah, dude."
Really?
Little old Becky.
Becky.
She looks like a Becky. She's probably a
Definitely.
Jennifer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe an Ann in the middle of
known
that.
some
You know,
Beckys.
Jennifer Ann.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Lee.
Becky Ann.
Lynn
Lynn.
probably. Yeah, Lynn.
Yeah, she definitely has
A
some of that
Lynn
shit
in the
going
middle
on.
I
of
didn't
it. You
know
know,
she have cropped hair.
What's her name? Oh, dude,
What is it?
Megan.
Megan.
Megan's
Megan.
are all,
Megan
dude,
is
they're the
it.
worst. They're the worst.
Yeah, they throw down the Peter for sure. Old hide the Peter.
Dude, could you imagine like publicly knowing that your old lady like fucked a whole police department,
And then supporting her though.
and then you're like, I don't see a problem with this.
yo.
I enjoyed every video.
Well, Your Honor, I was there. It wasn't behind my back. But I don't know why she got in trouble for it. Like,
She
why?
got like fired and shit.
Yeah, it's like,
They let her go.
why would they fuck? Did the people that fired fucked her first and then let her go, or how did that work?
They might have been
Or they
pissed
didn't
about
want.
it.
They didn't
When it
get
went
some.
public, when it
Yeah.
went public, yeah.
They probably had to let her go because where their wives are going to find out.
They already know. Like,
I'm not
I mean, yeah.
condoning this. This is bullshit.
They
I
definitely
didn't
found out.
I didn't fuck her.
I wasn't one of those.
I was not one of
they
them.
probably got a community like digital camera. Like,
Wait,
a
what
little
does
point
she
and
look
shoot.
like? You got pictures? Does she look good or is she like, no? She a beast?
You put her in a police department, fucking 10:30 at night.
Fair, yeah.
It's been a long day.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you could lose $150, but
Let's
what do
see.
you got?
She got fired because she was fucking them on the job.
Yeah. Well.
On the job.
She definitely looks like she fucks on the job. Look at that.
Yeah, dude, she's frumpy a little bit, but it's
Yeah,
all
but
good.
I mean, that's like a
Beggars can't be choosers.
yeah.
hit me in the face with a belt while you do me from behind type of broad right there, it looks like.
I mean, maybe
Call me
she's just in the
Jeff.
wrong job.
She also
I mean,
doesn't look like the kind of girl that'd get a train ran on her.
She looks young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
26?
26.
Took all 26, too. The whole force.
She has the forces with her now.
The
Yeah.
force is with her.
The force is in you. May the force be in you.
Where was that out of? Like Tennessee or some shit?
Gotta be Tennessee. Tennessee sounds right to me.
Yeah.
Most of them were her family members.
Were all the other police officers
Checks out.
black? She looks like she fucks some black dudes.
She was a white chick with short hair.
And you know she got some hearings somewhere.
Some earrings? Platinum? What?
Half of them were black.
Well, once you go black, white people don't want you back.
That's pretty harsh. Oh, my. That's a good one. None of us said that.
Dude, that was the fucking hand, dude. That was Thanos. He willed it into existence. He snapped that shit into existence,
He
man.
snapped that right off. Ooh-wee.
Both my kids are mixed with black women. So
Man,
you
I
know,
dated
you get a
a black
pass.
girl back in
yeah,
the day. It's
I
beautiful.
can say things like that. Paid enough child support. Oh man,
You went back just enough time to have them child support double up on you. Huh?
one is over 21, so I'm good.
Yeah, that one's free now.
Yeah, yeah, so I'm good on that one. Next one though, let's hope that his mom doesn't listen.
Man, I never had no kids.
You
Had a
never had no
vasectomy, though.
kids.
Never
You
had.
did?
Yeah.
What made you want to do that?
I didn't want to have kids.
Fair. Checks out.
Man, having
Fucking
kids.
Jake just had one at 29. Mm-hmm. Right? He's like, nope, I ain't doing
He
it.
said,
getting
I'm not
vasectomy."
doing it. Yeah.
I said, I fucking agree with you, but I
There's
never wanted kids.
I wouldn't say that I wanted kids either, but I think whenever I,
I have
had
three
them,
stepkids that I've raised since they were little.
okay, so you
know,
understand kind of some of the experience of what it is, but
I've already raised kids. I've been through it. I don't want to have like one of my own and raise another one. So, I'm good.
yeah, like now at 40 years old, there's no way in hell I would even consider. When I was 30 years old, I didn't want to consider it.
My wife had some friends of hers and friends of ours that had kids in their 40s recently, and she's kind of started talking like, maybe, I just, maybe we could have a kid, and I just want you to not regret not having a kid, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
Don't put that on me.
no. No. I'm fucking 44 years old. I've never changed a diaper in my life, and I ain't starting now. Like,
Well, think about it like
that
this.
motherfucker have diaper rash worse than you'd ever seen in your life. I'm not doing it.
If you're lucky if you had a kid at 44 years old, if you're lucky,
You'd have Down syndrome.
you said that, dude.
I mean, you got a real big chance of it.
Yeah.
And a real big chance of my old lady at 43 dying in childbirth. Like, I'm not putting her through any kind of risk like that. And I don't want a goddamn. Our kids now are like 16, 18, and 20, and that's still more than I want to deal with.
Yeah.
Like, I just no.
Yeah. I'm 29, and I used to want kids when I was younger, like real bad. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have 1 or 2 or whatever. Now I'm kind of a little on the fence about it. Like,
It's kind of sucks because I think your age, like right now, is when you probably
should
because you don't want to be.
40.
I always look like that. You think about this: 30 years old. That means that the kid. Hopefully, if everything goes right, is out of the house when you're 48 years old.
Yeah, my dad had me at 30. So
Okay,
like,
yeah.
like,
Heather
same
had
kinda
hers
shit.
like super young, so we're still young, and one of them's out of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, the oldest, he's not going anywhere fast. The youngest, he's still young. Trinity's 18. She's already out on a ride to fucking OSU or ASU, like dialed.
Hell yeah.
So it's the boys, different story. But
Yeah.
you want to fucking get on me again?
I also don't want to bring a kid into like this world now too,
Oh,
like
but
how
the-
they're raising them and
But
shit.
yeah,
now,
well,
too,
there's
though.
that too. But
Like
I
the-
mean, send them to private school, but
yeah, or homeschool.
or just beat them a lot. If you just beat them when they're young,
Yeah.
they'll be fucking tough as nails. So, or give them a name like Chains or Leaf, and then they're either going to be real tough or purple. But I just don't know, man. I think about maybe when I'm like 80 and I got no kids around taking care of me, that would suck. But who's really taking care of their parents these days when they get old?
Yeah, there's that too. But
Don't worry, dude, I'll put you in a good home.
I know I got Trent. Trent will take care of me. He put me up. I would just want one of them retirement communities, where you put them in like retirement home that's just chock full of chlamydia.
Yeah,
exactly.
he'll
I was
just
gonna
run
say,
through
you're
the
gonna be
whole
out
community.
there,
Yeah, he'll run
chlamydia,
through the whole
gonorrhea.
place.
Cruisy comes in a wheelchair with dildos. Like, let's go.
I'm just in the back with the tinfoil and a straw, just freebasing Viagra.
Just walk around with a heart on all
What's
day.
up, baby?
Fucking they pitching a tent everywhere, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. Just got one of them
Blanket.
fucking steel impants jammed to that motherfucker, just riding it out. Oh yeah. It'd be cool.
You'll be all right, dude. Don't worry. We'll put you in a good one.
Yeah, I'll be fine. And I'm gonna live forever.
Bring him a
anyways.
500-piece puzzle every week.
Yeah, every week.
Hey, man, finish this one. I'll give you another one.
Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here with this puzzle.
But it's got birds on it, man.
It's got birds on it. Here's some nice decaffeinated coffee. Would you like another cup of decaf?
What do you think your life is going to be like when you get like 50s, 60s? Like, you
That's
ever think
fucking
about
right
that?
around the corner.
I know. So, how do you see that world for you? Like, where do you see yourself in this world? Like this motorcycle, all this shit.
Fuck. I don't know, man. That's tough. At 50, it's not far from here, so hopefully just doing better than we are now in the same scenario, 60, hopefully not working in the motorcycle world anymore and just retired by then. But, God, who knows where it's going to go?
Yeah.
Who knows where the style is going to go? I look at Shope a lot from Dirty Bird. I've known him since he was working out of his garage, too, and I've watched he's in his 50s now and watching everybody change with the times and he's kind of on the back side of it now, I would say, to where he's kind of almost kind of semi-retired but still doing it. I'd kind of like to be at that point where
You're still
business
involved.
I'm still involved, but not so much. I come in around noon, make sure everybody's doing something.
Yeah.
And then I fuck off around 12:30.
Jesus is coming. Look busy.
I am here. Yes, Lord.
Yes, love.
Yes, Lord. What are you doing? I'm making sure y'all motherfuckers are working. And then I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm going to go lay down. It's nap time. I got to catch Judge Judy real quick. But, man, honestly, I just want to. I'll probably never stop working because I don't have that mentality.
Yeah.
So I just keep driving hard with YouTube until they boot us off. And then fucking hopefully turn it into something big enough to where we don't have to work so much, but it's still making a living.
Yeah.
Type thing. That's where I would like to go with it.
There's kind of like this other notion, like where everybody, y'all and myself, we're all like creating this thing, and we're leaning into all this more or less content creation type thing.
Yeah.
In hopes that it can make something viable, so that yes, when I am 60 and I have no energy to go do all this shit.
Yeah.
You know, that I can still find some way to kind of turn this into some kind of retirement.
Yes.
It's a fucking gamble. It is fucking selling the seeds of uncertainty. You know what I mean?
It's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, do we go all in?
Or do you go get a job right now and start working on your 401k for the next 20 years?
Yeah, I don't have that option.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck would I go do for a job?
Exactly. I thought about applying for AutoZone once just to see if they'd hire me.
Yeah.
Just to see, like, if they were hiring.
That would be a fun series.
Yeah, like
Go
just
around and see what jobs you could get.
Dude, when's the last time you
Film it
worked
and
for
shit.
a company? Like, when's the last time you were on somebody else's payroll?
2009.
2009. So that was literally actually the same. I think I was 10. 2010 was when I went full on my own.
But what do you do with our skill set? What do you go do that's actually going to pay a living? That you could live the lifestyle you're living now?
Not at all, because first off, like, I can paint, but I can't go paint cars. I'm not a car painter. I haven't painted a car in 15 years.
Yeah.
So that's where the money is. So I would have to go be a prepper.
Yeah.
You know, I maybe make, $3 or $4 grand a month.
Would I be a service tech at fucking Harley Davidson
Yeah.
and just be working myself to death for nothing? Like,
Boss, can I take a lunch now?
yeah. Hey, I'm gonna need to get Friday off. Oh, I can't do that. You gotta give us 90 days notice. I gotta do
90
fucking
days.
what? Suck a fucking dick. Like I've thought about that. I think if I went into anything else, it'd be marketing of some sort. I'd probably do marketing for people, but man,
I was gonna say nowadays you could just take over like an Instagram, run somebody's Instagram for them, do the content on that.
yeah,
You do three or four companies or whatever. But
Let me play devil's advocate with that, because we're all pretty good at our own Instagrams, but could we be good at someone else's?
that you don't enjoy
doing
or
something you
don't
don't.
give a
Yeah,
fuck
it would
about,
just turn into a
I
job that
can.
you don't
Like,
enjoy.
yeah.
I think we can use some of the same things that we've learned to kind of help somebody else out, but
Yeah.
it would probably be a lot harder.
It might
when
not translate the same.
You have to
as-
put somebody in the limelight that maybe doesn't just have the charisma that the limelight needs.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and you can't really teach that too, and that's it's brutal. So, like you said, this is an all in or nothing type thing.
Yeah.
and it's just that's a fucking stress that keeps me up every night, because this is like when you're gonna do something like YouTube, like, okay, I'm gonna be a fucking YouTuber. I'm gonna go all in for this, and I'm gonna try and make this. This is where the business is gonna go, and this is the path we're gonna take. And to do that, you kind of have to give up on this being a motorcycle shop and not doing service and bread and butter work.
Time, man.
Because you don't have time to do that when you're trying to create fucking manageable and marketable content. So to step away from the bread and butter shit, you got to step into this fucking gamble right here. You're walking away from the old jug of fucking destiny to this gamble that could become a table full of destiny or a table full of shit.
Yeah.
And YouTube is a sketchy motherfucker to make money on too, because it's so they can fucking just cancel you at any time.
Yeah.
For some just weird, some motherfucker don't like you and wants to report your shit a bunch of times. You
gone.
can be fucking
Yeah,
Don't
canceled.
tell them that. I'm cutting that out. Cutting that
And
out.
you're fucking toast, And then, so it's a scary motherfucker to take. It can pay off really, really well, and you just you got to go all in.
Yeah.
And we're all in. This is make or break. We're doing this or OnlyFans. I mean, I don't even know. There is no other option. There's no other option. There is no other option. I've thought about that 100 times too. Like, what the fuck would I do? Go work at Trask again? Like, wrenching on bikes for him? Like, fuck no, dude. I can't go work for somebody again. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I could do that shit.
The hardest part about that, because I actually did that once. I tried to. I in 2017, I just had like this part of me that was like, I'm tired of being self-employed. I'm tired of all these responsibilities and all this shit. So I went to work for Misfit.
Yeah, I remember.
And I went for Misfit, and I lasted 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I realized how much of an ego I had,
Yeah.
because I went there, and it was Daytona week. And they were about to go to Daytona, and I'm loading the truck with all the T-shirts and all the shit they're taking, and they're like, "All right, well, Jace, just keep the shop swept up and blah, blah." And I'm like, I have more followers than all of y'all motherfuckers combined.
Yeah.
And you're leaving me here to sweep the fucking floor while you guys go promote. I was like, fuck this. I quit right then and there.
Yeah.
You know, and that's very egotistical. But that's like,
At the same time, you know, you put a lot of work into building that.
exactly.
That marketing piece that you have, that you've turned yourself into a marketing program, you know?
Yeah. And when you go work for somebody, you feel like, all right, this is something I have to offer.
Yeah.
I have a voice. I mean, think about it. Wouldn't you want to hire a bunch of people to work for you that have their own followings, but they are humble enough to allow that following to flow into yours?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Instead of like, you know, I brought my audience and my following to this brand to like, look, this is a new journey. I'm taking the people with me, and to leave me at the fucking shop, like, you know, hey, check the mail, make sure the fucking door's locked and the code is so and so and so. It's like, no, dude.
It's like going to motorcycle events now, and a guy says, "Hey, you're having this event. You come out and set up a booth. It only costs this much." I'm like, wait a second. You want me to fucking pay to come to your shit? Like, you know how many people we bring to an event, and then you want us to advertise for it, and you want us to market that we're going to your event, and you want us to fucking pay to be there? I'm not coming.
Yeah.
Not at all. I spent 14 years doing shows that, you know, it was just motorcycle events use people like us to market their event, bring people to their event, and make money off of us with nothing in return for us at all. Except for, here's a spot to set up your booth. It only costs $700, and you might sell $50 worth of T-shirts while you're here. And I got to the point of doing that for so long, I'm like, I'm not fucking doing it. If I'm showing up to a motorcycle event, that event's paying me to be there. You want us to come? You're fucking paying us. And I'll give you 2 months worth of marketing. I'll bring 1,000+ people with me, but you're going to pay for it now, because I've learned the lesson of, and is that my ego? I don't think it is. I think it's value of what we bring to the table.
Yeah.
And what we've built and the following that we built behind it. And if I went to work for someone else, I would want way too much money than I think people could fucking pay us, because it's just like, I'm not going to Sturgis. Man, we got to go to Sturgis this year. And nobody's paying us to go to Sturgis, but fuck, Sturgis is so expensive.
Yeah.
That's a $10,000 fucking trip right there. And it's
I'm actually going to do it cheaper, but we're going to be sleeping in the dirt.
Oh, yeah, you can. I'm not sleeping in the dirt anymore.
Come on, buddy, bro. Let's go.
You know, you can do it cheaper, but just like, so we got to go to the Buffalo Chip. I have a Strider bicycle sitting over there that I have to build into like a little custom. I have to build like a custom version of it. We build a little chopper and shit, and it's for a charity event. And then we got to do like this banquet charity dinner and stuff out there at the Buffalo Chip, but then I got to pay, you know, like $1,200 for me and Trent to get passes to the Buffalo Chip to go to this shit, to promote this charity thing there, and to do this. And it's like, so I'm going to spend all this money to make you guys money.
Yeah. Well,
It's
on
just,
that,
there's the sense of it is just, it's kind of, I don't know, man. I'm kind of getting burned out on doing motorcycle events.
You've been around long enough to remember what it was like in the 2000s. In the 2000s, like
glory days.
Like Easy Riders would pay Joe Martin to come set up in there. They would pay Yaffe
money
to come set, because they knew that this was the draw to the show.
Yes.
So how are you going to charge this dude $1,200 to come be in this booth to sell stuff when you're selling tickets off their names to be here?
Yeah, exactly.
And
that's what it's become now.
Yeah, and that's because a lot of the people that are running shit now haven't been here long enough to know what it is.
Yeah, they don't know that. Like, the people come to this show to see custom bike builders and to see the motorcycles. They don't come here to see fucking Joetta's fucking leather fucking sew-on patch goods and fucking chrome biker jewelry. That's not what they're here for. They're here to see people like us and you. And all the events are like, all the events have become nothing but fucking knickknacks and fucking biker jewelry and blacktop parking lots.
Well, that's because that a lot of the people that put on events and the promoters that do it, they don't know how to restructure it for a new generation. And with that being said, that's why a lot of nowadays, there is not events putting up builders anymore, and they're not playing that whole model system.
Yep.
It's like a T-shirt company is now the biggest known people in the world.
Yeah.
Right? And
they tried to give our after party at Durango away to Dixon Flannel Company. And I said, okay, fuck you. We will have nothing to do with this event ever again, and I will make sure that every single bit of our following for the next year knows that we have nothing to do with this whatsoever. You're going to give our after party away that we brought thousands of people to a Chinese fucking dress shirt company. I was fucking livid. And then
Did you work it out?
Oh yeah, we worked it out.
That's
We got
what I'm
everything
saying,
we want. Yeah. Yeah, we're putting a fucking big rave on. Fucking Jay Brew will be DJing it. They're building a stage and a concert venue for us, and it's a different situation now. You talked to them.
we have you to thank for
Yeah,
that
so
too.
apparently they'd never even looked at our YouTube or had an even idea what was going on.
This
until he
happened.
talked- yes.
This happened on my trip.
Yeah.
So he
I
was
got
my
a message
first.
this long, dude. It was.
You're welcome.
They sent us the itinerary for this
welcome.
year, and dude, we've built that event. We've been a huge part of making that what it is. You know, like that. It was kind of nothing when it started out, and we started showing up. We started documenting it and doing all this shit. And we brought a fuckload of people from all over the country. Came, dude, from like Alaska to New York to other countries. All this shit came out to that as shit because we were there. Our after party last year was insane. Like. Intimidating. There was 1,000 people couldn't even get in the fucking door. It was so big. Mm-hmm. And then it gives me the itinerary, and it says they want us to do a karaoke night out at the campground on Thursday night when no one's there. Mm-hmm. Friday night is Builtwell Helmet Company is doing a fucking party downtown, and then the big after party on Saturday will be put on by Dixon Flannel Company. I was like, what the fuck? Like you. I just went.
Wait a minute.
I replied with, okay, well, you guys can fuck right off. I am massively offended, and we will not have anything to do with this event ever again.
Yeah.
And then, Trevor's a good dude.
He is good.
And he even said, he's like, I'm just up here in my little bubble. I don't really realize what's going on. And I'm like, you just took the one bike builder that brings a following and brings people to your shit, to your event, and you just shit on us and replaced us with a shirt company and a Chinese helmet company and a fucking Chinese made shirt company. And you just shit on the two companies that have been with you since day one, like Chopper Kings and us. And
Yeah.
and then he was like, oh, well, fuck, I'm sorry. Let's get things going. And then you guys talked and then I got a real serious message of, hey, I'm real sorry. I didn't really know what was going on. And then he quoted some shit that I said from some YouTube videos. I was like, okay, so you finally looked into what was happening and what's going on. Because, dude, the fucking after party, when we showed up from the flat track to the after party, the city block was shoulder to shoulder with people trying to get into it. We couldn't get up to the fucking bar.
We couldn't even get into it.
Yeah.
It was mind blowing. Like, what the fuck? I thought, 100 fucking people show up. That'd be cool. It was fucking insane. And the whole place was fucking packed all night long. We probably set that place's year-long record for liquor sales.
Yeah.
And then to come at us with that just blew my mind, which Dixon's probably throwing money at him to support a party. And Builtwell's throwing money at him to support a party. We're not throwing money at him. We're just bringing people. But
Yeah, the
if you
people
wanna,
are the ones that spend the money.
Yeah,
exactly.
people-
You want to build the
people are
long
bringing
game for an
money.
event, it should be about the
people.
that was in Durango's. It's the best event. It's my favorite one. It's fucking amazing. I love it, and we've put a lot into it to help build it. And it's always been about, when Oaks started it, it was all about the fucking grassroots bike builders and dudes like us coming together and putting a party together, and it was fucking awesome, and it blew up. And then it became corporate, and now it's about the corporate and the money. And I was just like, I had a long talk with Trevor, like, dude, this is like, you may make this big this year, but next year it ain't even going to be here.
No,
Dude.
like,
That's how events die.
I think that the long talk that I had with Trevor, and he was very receptive. And
Yes.
it was the first time I sat down with someone that owned a Harley dealership where I felt like my opinions were valid,
Yes.
or valued. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah,
and
he is open to criticism and anything, and he
very much.
Yes,
and so
he loves. He's a
we
good
only had
dude.
an hour talk. We talked about you. He showed me the plans. He showed me everything he had going on, and he showed me some people he was leaning into. I said, I don't know if that's a good idea. I think that you need to. It's the same thing I told him. I was like, look, you got to understand that we have a whole huge scene of connected people on the other side of the Rockies.
Yeah.
Big scene. And if they come, just like if your audience comes, bro, I'm not coming here to be a fucking spectator to watch people from California. You know what I mean? So when you guys only market, like, come see the fucking California cool guys,
Yeah.
to us on the other side of the Rocky, we're like, no, dude, we'll just ride through there the week before
Yep.
and just enjoy you know what I mean? Like, we're not spectators, right? But at the same time, like it's hard for these brands to understand everything that's going on, to watch everybody's channel. That's why you almost need, not just like, do you need someone running your social media? You need someone else watching everything else in the world of media to know what the fuck's going on.
If you're doing an event like that, you definitely need someone that is paying attention to what's hip and what's happening. And nothing against Dix, and Danny's a friend, and he's built a fucking empire, but people don't go to an event to see a shirt. They go to a motorcycle event. They'll go there and buy the shit out of them, but that's not what they're going there for. They're going there for the motorcycles and that shit, like, and then to take it away from that, they literally, the original plan was taking all the parties away from the biker industry, the motorcycle part of it, and giving it to clothing people. Yeah. And so is this a clothing event?
Yeah, but the problem is that clothing event doesn't inspire people to ride bikes.
It
doesn't inspire people to do anything.
Inspire people to show up to the fucking event either.
No.
And they're also not going to do a zero amount of marketing for them even being there ahead of time or nothing. With us, that shit's in September. You'll get fucking YouTube and Instagram marketing from now till then. And we'll bring fucking thousands of people to that shit.
Yeah.
And it is,
it's tough,
they
man.
They need to be paying for that.
But what we're dealing with right now is like, it's a very young, even though YouTube is not a young market in the motorcycle community,
it is.
It's young. And then the people that have been doing YouTube for a long time, they never really crossed over into the industry side of it as well as, like, say, you are right now. And so when you're talking about getting people together, like, I've seen people, these YouTubers that'll have like hundreds of thousands of followers, but then they put on a bike night and they got fucking nobody.
Yeah.
They can't orchestrate people together, because it depends on also what kind of content you make. You can make a lot of content for people, but it never inspires people to do anything. They just consume.
And we put on an event. We bring it. We put on Battle at the Creek up in Cave Creek, and they made fucking $75,000 in liquor sales on day one.
Yeah.
It was
But
insane.
as somebody that creates that event, I know that you feel this. When you know what's fucking fun and rad, and you get these people to finally come out and try it, and you're sitting there and you're like seeing everybody have the fucking time of their life, that shit is infectious. It makes you want to do more and bigger, and that's what we talked about. If you're a multimillionaire, you want to do more of this shit.
And that's like Durango. We've been doing that all for free and investing our own money and time into it, because we love that event and we want to make it huge. And we want to be at ground zero making it huge, and we want to be a big part of making that. Just because it's one of the only events where you can go and compete and shit. You can do shit. You can be involved in the action. You're not going to just walk around and look at fucking jewelry and purses and solar panels for your fucking house. You're going to be able to get involved in real motorcycle shit and do shit.
And weed's legal.
And weed's legal, mushrooms are legal. You can do all that shit. So, like, the after
party. We're going to have a heroin den.
The after party's going to be off the chain. It's going to be at the dealership where the big park is. That park's going to be a beer garden. They're setting a booth up, or building a stage at the end. J Brew and Wazzy are going to DJ it. I'm going to MC it. We're going to fucking be throwing grass out in the crowd. You can smoke weed. You can fucking eat mushrooms. You can just wild the fuck out. And it's going to be a real live biker wild party. Like our party last year, but there'll be no capacity. There'll be as many people that can jam in there, so it'll be deep, and it'll go till fucking daylight, and it's going to be awesome. And then Sunday, this is still in the works. They had to talk to the board, but we're going to do because they were talking about the hill climb. The hill climb, they lost like $25,000 in that last year because it was so expensive. And the hill climb was kind of like cool, but it's a long kind of drawn out day, and it got a little boring. And they have the flat track. They get it all weekend. When they rent it, it's for the whole weekend, and Sunday it just sits there vacant. So we're going to take the flat track part of it and use that dirt to do like the old school biker games. We'll do like the biker Olympics with like the fucking balance beam and barrel races and beer chug drag racing and wiener bites and some stunt shows and a bunch of rad shit that everybody can get involved in. Anybody that rolls up on any fucking thing that has 2 wheels or even 3, you can get up in it and get involved in and wow the fuck out and have a good time.
Nice.
And I've been, and I was preaching that shit too. And after last year, I had a fucking list of notes and a book. And we had a meeting, and I went over all that stuff. And then when they came back at me with the schedule, it was like they had this schedule of my ideas with other people doing it.
Other people doing it.
And I was like, okay, wait a second here. This isn't happening.
Yeah, I think he learned. I think he was, like I said, to give Trevor some credit. He's receptive and he listens.
100%. Yeah.
And like I said, all this shit's going to be on you. It's our responsibility, but at the same time, it's like it's the kind of responsibility you want when you're hosting events. Like, look, you know, you want credit for it. That's another thing. Like, this industry is good at taking credit from people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And people wonder why,
Yeah.
like, I'm always, like, kind of the way I am. It's like, because I've painted fucking 40 fucking bikes on covers of magazines and never had my name mentioned.
Oh, man.
So it's ingrained. It's a fucking thing I need to see a therapist for, why I crave credit for things that I do, and I do.
The
You know what I mean?
majority of the fucking bike builders out there that y'all idolize on Instagram are paying people like myself to build those bikes for them and then taking credit for it.
Yeah.
95% of fucking bike builders out there are just bullshit motherfuckers with a big bank account that are paying real mechanics to build bikes for them and take credit. I have had so many bikes on the covers of magazines that I built for other companies. They contracted me to build them for them, and then they put them, and they were on the magazines, and they took full credit for it.
Yeah. It sucks,
Which, you
man.
know, they paid me to do it.
At the end of the day,
I guess
though.
at the end it is their build, but that's really how the industry works. I did a lot of that shit, dude, for years. We built a lot of bikes for other shops that were fucking custom bike builders, but majority of them can't build their way out of a dick, you know, like.
Well, hey, I'm gonna go piss right quick, and I know that it's gonna feel real lonely without me. So can you guys please kind of hold this podcast together for a minute?
Man, I gotta pee too. So
Dude, let's go
make
cross
it
swords.
worse.
You guys, yeah. I was gonna say, you guys want to help each other.
Man,
If
where
you
can
heard
I go
Ryan
this-
piss, it sounds like Morse code.
I might get my prostate checked out pretty soon too. You know what I'm saying? I'm about that age.
Yeah,
It's probably swollen up like a cantaloupe.
Like a cantaloupe. Huh?
Yeah, it's fucking.
Can you feel that?
I don't know.
I see you thinking about it right now.
I mean, should you be able to feel it?
I think I'm too young to deal with prostate issues.
I mean, I don't feel like I have prostate issues. I feel like when you've got like that much hose, you've got to fucking
Really work it out of it.
get the fluid out of it.
Fair.
You know?
Okay.
Sometimes, like, say, if you've got this much garden hose, it just comes out real good. But if you've got like a real lot of circumference and a lot of garden hose, you've got to get all the fluid out of it. You know,
Okay.
sometimes it
Yeah,
takes
yeah.
some more. It ain't just like whoosh, you got to whoosh, and then like.
But maybe
you
the
know?
pressure is just not there. Like your water pressure's off. You know what I mean?
Oh, the
What about
pressure's there because I mean,
there's also that issue. You know.
what how does that work though? Is the prostate more like a? I don't even know what the fuck it is. It's something. So I did learn this from Tom. The prostate is what creates ejaculation. So when you get your prostate removed, you still have an orgasm, but nothing comes out. It's like you're just blowing
That
dust.
sounds horrible.
Yeah, old Dusty.
Old Dusty.
We have no prostate, nothing comes out.
Oh, without
So-
the prostate?
Yeah.
Apparently, prostate is what produces jizz.
I still want to see if like you can milk a prostate and see what that feels like to come off of that.
Oh, I've had that done. Yeah.
You have? Is it worth it?
Yeah.
You know how to do it?
Yeah. One time I was going down, really getting after it, and chicks doing it, and I like came so hard I farted real loud.
You quit.
Yeah, true story.
Nice. I didn't know men can queef. Oh man. But
It was powerful.
no, I told Trevor, I was like, hey man, why don't you fly Kruesi and y'all come out and do the podcast at the studio
Yeah.
and like maybe June, July, and just talk, to promote Durango. I think Durango has a lot of potential. It's got badass riding. I even told him, I was like, just get the bars to stay open later than 9. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that whole town
Restaurants,
shuts
food,
down.
Like
yeah,
after 9 o'clock, you're starving.
that
Yeah.
whole town shuts down.
The bars will stay open and pop. So his business partner in the event owns the two biggest
Smack
bars.
yourself in the
Fucking
face.
flies, man. Fucker got up in my eye like I was in Ethiopia.
Can't
But
say
it-
that.
I can't.
I don't know.
You
I don't
can.
feel like
Jace can.
You ain't
Jace
seen
can.
the
but you
commercials? You know, like, hey man, send this motherfucker money. He's got flies in his eyes.
An angel, fly away.
Did you just sing "Lips of an Angel"?
Is it
In the
lips?
arms.
In the
Arms.
arms of an
can't.
angel.
In the arms of an angel.
Angel, got flies in my eyes. But
You think you can sing?
anyways,
Can you got some pipes on you, dude?
yeah.
Okay.
But where the fuck were we?
We were. right
Oh,
here.
Durango.
Durango. Have
Yeah.
you been to Four Corners yet?
No, well, I even told him, I was like, man, it's very hard for me every year because of I have some dumbass commitment to Sturgis because I love that place and I want to attend it every year for the rest of my life.
It is pretty close.
Where are you staying in Sturgis this year?
Days in campground. We usually do a camp out like party there.
Yeah.
And a lot of people come out, and there's like that campground has everything you need. They have the cleanest shitters you've ever shit in. It's like Buc-ee's, if you've ever had the Buc-ee's.
Never been to a Buc-ee's.
Well, houses?
Huh? No, like they got a shitter house, but it's like, it's nice.
Showers?
Showers are nice. They got a bar. They got fucking food trucks. It's right on the highway of Lozelle and 90. So
how far is it from the Buffalo Chip?
Well, you have to go through the town to get to the chip. But that's the thing is like Camp Zero and all that stuff everybody talks about. We got to be there. Like there's nothing there.
No.
It's
It's
a
a
shithole.
fucking shithole, dude.
It's like you're
And
camping.
you're never gonna sleep.
It's a dusty fucking.
You're gonna
rat
have
shithole,
fucking
dude.
like
it sucks.
cream growing under your sack. It's just fucking gross there, dude.
Yeah, it sucks.
And so we stay at this campground because it's nice. There's parties there every night in the bar. They got a shuttle that'll take you downtown. And what's good about it is like when you want to go ride somewhere, you don't have to ride through downtown Sturgis to get anywhere.
Yeah,
that's the worst part.
So you can leave and go do Deadwood, Spearfish, Rapid City, all that stuff. And yeah, you do have to go through town to get to like Buffalo Chip and stuff. But you usually only go to Buffalo Chip for one event, which is usually like the FXR show or something like that. Or Kid Rock.
I wanted to see Kid Rock. Not my Kid Rock fan, not necessarily. But I wanted to see
ball to bang a bang.
So we ate a fucking bunch of mushrooms, right?
Yeah.
And we go to Kid Rock. That motherfucker's intro was so long, I wasn't even high on mushrooms anymore by the time
it took him probably 3 hours to get up on stage.
Yeah, dude. And there was an hour and change of just boom, boom. Here he comes. Nope, he's not actually coming out. Boom, boom. Nope, he ain't
like
coming
he got
out again.
stuck in traffic and they just didn't anticipate it.
So I just started
or something,
talking a bunch of
like,
shit, and then people started getting mad.
Can't fuck with people's
it was
Kid
pretty
Rock.
funny,
You know,
dude.
you know
It was
what I
pretty
fucking
funny.
hate the most about Sturgis is the motherfucking lames who ride 5 miles an hour everywhere, looking at the fucking scenery, and if you try to get around them because they're going 5 fucking miles an hour, they throw a fit like, "You're passing me? Yeah, I am, you fucking lame cocksucker. Pull over to the right because there's a pack of real dudes behind you, and we're literally trying to get by." So what you do is you pull to the right and you let us fucking pass. But everyone there gets all up in arms when you try and pass him. My buddy Andy headbutted this fucking dude on his motorcycle while he was riding with his helmet, cleaned this dude on a sport bike. We're passing these guys. Dude gets all fucking up in arms, pulls up to Andy. He's like talking shit. We're going real slow, and Andy goes, wham! Headbutted that dude and cleaned his ass right off his bike. I was like, ha ha ha! Bop. That was one of the coolest things I ever saw. But yeah, it's fucking brutal, like trying to ride around there.
It is.
You'll pull up these packs of like 20 people doing 5 fucking miles an hour in a 50-mile-an-hour road, and they will not get the fuck out of the way. And if you try and pass, they move over and like try and stop you. Like, you're not going around me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know how much I paid for this costume this weekend?
Yeah. You definitely have that shit out there for sure.
Bad is bad. But you just got to get out there. We got some friends that grew up there, they're locals, and they take us out to like some of the local spots that are fucking beautiful. Still beautiful. Still great time to go.
Great ride.
I usually try to get there like the first weekend. I usually try to get there like Wednesday or Thursday, and I'll go do all the rides. There's still people everywhere, but you're not sitting in traffic the same way.
Yeah, you got to get there in the early time. You try and go on some of the rides when like the hot week and all that shit. It's just it's
traffic.
Fucked, dude.
You can be on needles and literally just put it in neutral and let it coast down the whole fucking hill.
Yep.
You'll be on the brakes.
Yeah, we did that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hands off the handlebars.
Yeah, throw it in neutral
on
and
the
just
brakes.
coast.
And just
It's
fucking
my favorite
coast
thing
all
to
the way
do down a hill.
Yeah.
Still that.
It's
Just turn the bike off.
yeah. Yeah, you can do that too. And coast the whole way. Or you go up like Rushmore, man. That's a beautiful ride, but motherfucker, it gets congested. We did that like 30 deep and everybody on mushrooms.
Frying on mushrooms.
There's no way I could do anything in Sturgis 30 deep. That's got to be like a meeting spot where we all figure it out and we meet there.
We're all riding wheelies and shit the whole way. I blew my bag lid off.
30 stunt riders, man, just fucking wilding out. Dude. It was a beautiful ride. It was rad. And then everywhere we stop, it was like pulling to a gas station. There's like 1,000 people at every gas station, you know? And you pull in there with like 30 dudes just whipping burnouts, you know? And the place goes crazy. And
I remember back in my bike club days, we had a big bike club trip there, and we all had rented a big ass house in Hill City. And in Hill City, there's a huge gas station. It's like a mini rally within the thing. And I remember one of the dudes in our club was a black dude, and he went up there. They went to go get a beer run for us. And he's like, dude, I just sucked the old white lady's titty at the forest. She's just pulled him out, and I just said, fuck it. I just grabbed the titty and put it in my mouth, and I was just like,
We got stuck at that gas station, like 30 of us in a torrential rainstorm 2 years ago. And we were stuck in that bar at the gas station for fucking ever. So everybody's just getting fucked up. And finally we got tired of the rain, so it was just a drift competition out in the rain. Just a bunch of bikes sliding around, everybody eating shit in the parking lot. That was a blast.
That was a good time.
Yeah, Sturgis is a lot of fun.
See,
I just don't want to stay at the Buffalo Chip again.
Yeah, don't, dude. Say it the day's in, dude. You'll fucking
nightmare.
love it.
How much is it for a camp spot?
Oh man, I got pissed.
I don't really know. I think that what we do is like it's like maybe $160 for a 4 or 5 day per person.
Dude, wow, we got we got ripped off at the Buffalo
dude.
Chip.
You just got to know people, man.
Okay. I know you.
I'll show you how to do it, buddy.
All right.
But no, like where we stay is really good, and it's easy access, and it's fun, man. Like you have the ability to, because the thing about campgrounds out there is like you can't just like go to other people's shit. Mm-hmm. Like if you're camping at so and so, then that's where you're at. You can't get into our campground. We can't get into yours.
Yeah, because
they do all that wristband shit. You know what I mean? And then if you do a house, people, they say you throw a party at the house and like people want to come out, like everybody's got to go home at a certain point because they're all getting fucked up. It's not like there's Uber drivers everywhere. You got to get these party buses and shit like that, and they're expensive.
And then, if you get a house too, you can't go into any campground.
Exactly.
And then you're just kind of
so you got to be like the person that's hosting the parties. You got to put the food out, the booze out, and all that. When if you just go to the campground, and what we do is we all kind of set up a little fucking, like a homeless encampment kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
All our shit's safe. Everybody's kind of doing their own thing. It's not like everybody's going to ride together every day, but dude, it's a fucking rager every night there, and it's fun, man. I had so much fun there. And last year, me and my wife just came out. We stayed at one of our friends' house that has that usually does a really nice house. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I miss camping, dude. I'm going back to the campsite. It's just funner. You're more connected to it. You feel like the party doesn't.
You're more in it. Yeah, like you're in a part of the event and all that stuff. When we stayed at the Buffalo Chip, that was my first and only time at Sturgis. Mm-hmm. So I had, it was my first time experiencing all that, and it was awesome, dude.
Fly away.
I'll tell you, dude, he could sing.
Yeah,
he could sing.
He's working. He's gonna bring it up in a minute.
Lesbian seagull.
But yeah, it's definitely the campgrounds are where it's at.
It's just fun, man. I get it. Like you want to,
maybe not the Buffalo Chip. Man, Camp Zero, we would hear it.
The first time the only time I ever stayed at Camp Zero, and I've told this story a handful of times, but for the context of what you guys sitting here, we stayed at Camp Zero, and the Brady Till Death that Go Fast Don't Die.
Yeah.
It was all his crew out there, and while I think that dude's cool, chill, good dude. There was this very, very strange, off-putting vibe. It's like I'm used to sitting around a campfire and we're all fucking like nerding out. Fuck, we're at Sturgis, dude. Cheers, let's go. Mm-hmm. Everybody was on their phones. Everybody was like, no person. I was like sitting there with Steve Chamberlain, the homie, and we're like, hey, where are you guys from? Wyoming. I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll go fuck myself then, dude, right? Yeah. And so like we were like, fuck, dude, like what's going on? And then that dude Brady walks up and goes, hey, guys, how about we jump this mini bike over this ramp? And everybody's like, their personalities were activated. Yeah, dude, that's fucking rad. Dude, let's go. This is going to be like everybody turned into this character.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck, is this a Matrix right now?
Yeah, like what the fuck just happened?
What is going on? Are these real humans?
Camp Zero is try to be somebody land.
Yeah, like everybody's there to try to like connect and like, oh man, if I come there, maybe I can like get some followers on my YouTube or whatever. It's like
Instagram.
And I talked about this with Sandoval on that podcast. Like, man, everybody that's trying to get famous, you're doing it wrong. Fame comes as a byproduct of doing cool shit. If you're only doing what you think is cool to be famous, it's not real. It looks like a fake endeavor.
Yeah.
So
instead of being the dildo, you're just trying to be the dildo. Then
yeah, you have to consume the dildo.
That's right. You got to take it all in.
You got to take it all the way in.
As deep as she goes.
Yeah, it's always one of those weird things that like I hear people talk about, man, like, just wanting to kind of, like I didn't start a podcast to try to be fucking famous or none of that shit. I saw an opportunity to do something that wasn't really prevalent in our industry, and I used the 20 years or now 20 years, then probably 15 years of experience and relationships that I built to try to bring these people on the podcast. Mm-hmm.
So I did this solely to be famous.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, American Idol didn't work. They wouldn't let me on Big Brother, so here we are.
I was gonna be on The Bachelorette.
Oh shit!
You were. I forgot about that,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. I turned that down.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's fake.
Of course it's fake.
They wanted him
No,
to
I mean,
like pretend to be somebody else and shit.
Yeah, it's
like,
fully.
My name's Kruesi. I'm an IT guy.
Yeah, like fully fucking scripted and fake when it came down to it. And I was like, wait a second, dude. I don't want to do that. Like I've done a bunch like pilots, like different pilots for biker shows and stuff, and it's all their reality shows are the fakest shit on the planet. They're all scripted, they're all fake, and they're all 100% nothing reality to them whatsoever. It's I'm always supposed to be the bad guy. I'm always supposed to play a bad guy. That's always what they want me to be. Be a bad guy. I'm like,
look at you.
I'm not a bad guy. Like, let me just talk shit. I'll be funny. I promise you it'll be funny.
Yeah.
And like, it'll be more entertaining. But no, I didn't like get into motorcycles to fucking be a mechanic.
Yeah.
Like I did this shit because I wanted to be Jesse Rook, man. I want to be on a fucking biker build off. You know, like let's go. Let's fucking make a name for myself. I want to leave this fucking world and everybody know my name.
Yeah. Well, you're the reason why we have no.
Like, fuck you, man. But you know, on the note of don't try to be famous to make yourself famous, just do cool shit. That's, you know, I'll take one too, please. But
Yeah, it's
just let it come naturally and be real.
Yeah. 100%.
That's really what it boils down to, is be fucking real about what you're doing, because there's just a lot of I'm not gonna play the fucking trendy ass song on my reel to fucking get views.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just do what I like. I'm gonna play fucking some 90s oi music that nobody knows of or even likes.
But then that one person that does know, like, that connection is worth that.
They're like, oh shit, that's Perkle.
shit,
I'm like, goddamn right it is, dog. Let's go. Like, yeah, you know that shit.
Those smaller interactions are worth more than some big, like,
100%.
falling into a groove of algorithms and interaction. But
Yeah, because you just built a bond with somebody right there. Instead of playing, I don't know, whatever
trendy shit's going on.
I don't even
you
know
just
what's
scroll
fucking
through reels and
trendy.
it's the same song.
Yeah, the same. You'll scroll through reels and it's the same fucking exact layout, same song, but motherfuckers putting their own shit to the same
because-
shit. You're just the same motherfucker doing the same shit over and over again. It's like, right on, you cookie cutter turd. Like, I don't. You may have got 1 million views on that, and I got fucking 800. But that 800, I just made a bond with those people right there, because those motherfuckers, they felt that, you know, like that one touched home for me.
Quality
that's how
over
it's always
quantity.
been for me with like music and all that shit. I've never been into the trendier shit. It's always been something that like touched home with me, something that I felt in my fucking soul that really fucking like.
But you also want it to represent you too, like
exactly,
you know,
like who you are as a person.
Yeah, if you're putting a bunch of house music on your fucking Instagram, and you're like, I don't even know what house music is, but this YouTube video I watched said house music was popular, so I'm trying to get my shit seen. It's like, no, you're trying to do something. It's not authentic.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
And that's kind of the point that I was, I also wanted to make. And I can appreciate somebody that takes the time to make real content. Real content, in my opinion, and this is controversial, but is something like YouTube. It's long form. It's done with some kind of like methodical thought.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. The big difference between a YouTube video and a reel.
And and a reel, and I've made comments about the TikTok people out there, and I know some friends that are really good at it, I guess, if that's the thing. And I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying I don't watch TikTok, right?
There's some really.
But
good
if there's
reels
some
out
funny
there.
people out there that are doing stuff, then man, you need to take that to another platform. You need to take that somewhere where it can be. I don't believe TikTok's like 20 million views. If you got 20 million views on a YouTube video, that's insane money.
Yeah.
Insane money, right?
Yeah.
And they waste whatever this talent is that they're doing on these platforms that doesn't like give them anything out of it.
Yeah, TikTok does nothing for you. You can get 20 million views on TikTok. That's like a 200 view value. You know, it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's garbage.
Yeah.
You got 2,000 views on YouTube. You have 2,000 views of value on there. You know, you have 2,000 people that are watching that all the way through because they've searched whatever it is that you're doing on there because they're into it already.
Yeah.
When people go to YouTube to look something up, They're looking it up because they're already interested in it. They want to know about it. They're either researching it or they're inspired by it, or it's something that they want to buy. Whatever the fuck it is, they're into it, so they're searching it. TikTok is just mindless fucking scrolling of just the same fucking living room dance move or bullshit or trendy song put to whatever fucking wheelie video, which you can't even do that on TikTok. They boot you for doing wheelies now.
Yeah,
but
they hate that shit.
it's just that the value's not there.
Yeah.
Which there's motherfuckers making a lot of money off of TikTok, but that's not. You know, we could probably have a lot bigger following if we did the trendier shit and that type of stuff like that. But I'm in it for the fucking long game, and we're both the same. Like we're gonna take our time and we'll build it slow and steady like we are. But our customer base and our subscribers and our fan base, they're
Cult following.
fucking
Yeah.
they're in it, man.
Yeah.
They're in it to win it, dude. And there's value. There's like real fucking personal value there, and it's
That's what I'm
shit.
saying. Like there's these things that people that a lot of these guys aren't understanding as what it means to have value, like what it means to provide value, rather,
Yeah.
right? And when you go out and you put countless, dude, I'm on day fucking 14 or 13 of driving across the country to do podcasts with bad motherfuckers like y'all. Like this isn't easy. This isn't convenient. Right?
Yeah.
No, it takes commitment.
Exactly. A
Yeah.
commitment, doing this, like putting in the energy, putting in time, right? Not like
Yep.
sitting in my house thinking of a funny thing. Oh, let me go put a costume on right quick and do it back and forth. It's like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong.
I'm gonna jump into these boots.
Yeah.
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 Or what was the chicks doing?
Oh yeah,
Remember
yeah.
that?
And then
They
yeah.
pull it off and they're kissing
Being like,
bounce
yeah.
around a minute. And I'm like, God damn it, I watched it 3 times.
Yeah.
Yes, you're producing value though, like real heartfelt, something that someone's, you know, like they're gonna watch the fucking titty shake fucking ride, film yourself thing, and watch and get some views, and they'll be like, you know, oh, that was cool. But then they're gonna watch what you're doing and go, I fucking felt that, dude. Like I can get behind that shit. Like I'm fucking fired up. I maybe just got a new passion in my life, or I'm more motivated to get out and do something myself, you know, and it gave me some fucking drive. It gave me some fire. You know, it gave me something.
I want to talk to men out there real quick. Men, because men are the ones watching these fucking like bimbo ass chicks, which I'm fucked for saying this. I'm fucked for saying this because it's gonna sound
I'm gonna agree with
gay.
you.
Yeah.
But check this out.
Quit watching them.
When you incentivize all these girls getting on there and just literally putting a GoPro on their tits and riding around, I mean, I'm saying this, I'm in a bad spot because some guys are like, what are you, a faggot? You know what I mean? Something like that. But it's not the case. No. What it is like you all flock to that. You start following it because you want to see that content, but then the content that can actually provide value for your life, perspective,
I hate it.
inspiration,
Yep.
Help build communities, all this type of shit. That's there too, but you don't interact with that like you do on this fucking shit. And stop being a fucking creep. Go to Pornhub like the rest of us. You know what I'm saying?
Do it by yourself, secluded.
Who jerks off to Instagram, dude? Grow up.
The fucking ride around, look at my tits, or I bought a motorcycle for an Instagram prop shit. I fucking hate it, and y'all can hate me for saying it.
Funniest video ever.
Bring some talent.
Dynaho Kruesi, dude.
Yeah, dude, I feel strongly about that shit. Like literally, like cool. I'd love women riders.
100%.
Get out and fucking more girls get on bikes. I support it and I fucking love it. I hate the bitches that buy bikes for an Instagram prop. I hate that shit, dude. Like, get out and ride the motherfucker and do something else and just show me your fucking ass. I don't like. I want to see. Put your ass on that bike and fucking bang a wheelie on it.
Yeah.
Or go put some miles down.
Go put some miles down. Yeah, go ride it.
I want to see that. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see a
photo shoot.
Yeah, dude. That's,
Like-
yeah, I don't.
I mean, sure, if you want to do that, go for it. But ride the fucking thing.
It drives me up the fucking wall, dude.
Well,
and I love it when they have like stunts or lean back in their fucking shit. And then the only thing you lean back was your ass. you ain't doing shit. Like, fuck out of here with that. You're devaluing the motorcycle community in that. And you're turning it into just like
A joke.
softcore porn shit. And
Yeah.
you're trying to like. I mean, I can understand it's the hobby. And he was like, well, that's their hobby. And I'm like, well, that's cool, And he's like, well, you do stunt riding on the video. I'm like, I know, but that's a talent from years of practice and dedication, not a new pair of ass-lifting yoga pants and a fucking I'm gonna bend over in my garage and pretend like I'm washing this bike that's got 4 fucking miles on it. You know?
Yeah, that's what's hard, man. Like, you know, to try to make the argument, it just feels like no matter how you like say it or put it on the table, it sounds like just a.
You know, sorry to interrupt,
Go
but
ahead.
on this same scenario in that Dynaho video, there is one chick that
There is, yeah.
does it on there, and her shit is Dynaho on Instagram.
Yep.
And she has a fucking hilarious sense of humor.
She's
to where
awesome. Yeah, dude, she's cool as
She
fuck.
does the same shit that all them bitches are doing out there, but she makes fun of it while she's doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fucking great, dude. And she's real fucking funny, and she's fucking awesome. If you guys don't follow her, but
Shout out Dynaho.
shout out Dynaho.
That kind of stuff is funny.
Shout out
Like,
Seven Leaves.
Shout out Seven Leaves.
you give them like you know, when you're putting a comedic twist to it, or you're making fun of it. Like, I get it, man, but like, yeah, I just feel like you know, there's a lot of women getting into motorcycles, as we all know, and I just feel like that's not a long-term plan if that's your goal to be that. You know what I mean? If you're a beautiful woman, more power to you. You know, but if you want people to take you seriously,
Bring more to the table.
you got to do more than that. You can't just. I mean, there's a bunch of beautiful women in this world. Like, if all of them have to do is buy a bike to be famous, like, think about this. Why aren't they famous in anything else in their life? Did they try a makeup channel first and that didn't work? Were they a fitness model and that didn't work? Were they just trying to be an
Is this
Instagram
just a
model?
last resort, or
It's
just
like, oh,
another?
this is easier.
Yeah.
We used to sell a lot of bikes for coronavirus, you know, and we sold a lot of bikes, and that kind of went to shit. But we sold a lot of bikes to chicks that literally would just buy them and use them as Instagram props to take pictures, and
Sell 'em.
Didn't even fucking ride them. Like, not a bit. Like, have their boyfriend ride them out to a spot so they could take fucking pictures with them, you know?
Yeah.
And I just that bugs the fuck out of me. I'm sorry, but that bugs the fuck out of me. Like,
Yeah.
don't
It's
buy
a
a
hard one,
goddamn
man.
motorcycle if it's just a prop.
Well, I see there's a lot of channels on YouTube where they they're clearly married, right? But they don't ever talk about the fact that they're married.
No.
And the guy is the one filming all this stuff and doing all this shit. And it's like everything. It's like, dude, you're putting your old lady out there so much. You just need to start an OnlyFans. Just do that. Go
Yeah.
there.
Just do it. Yeah.
Just go there.
Make people pay for it.
Because
Yeah.
her driving around or riding around on a bicycle or a motorcycle with her tits hanging out with no bra on, it's bouncing around, it's doing this, and it's always her in a bikini working on the bike. Like, you're just fucking grow up and get an OnlyFans like an adult. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
warm
charge
up the
motherfuckers
zucchini
for
and
this
fucking
shit.
put in some work, man.
Yeah.
Dude, don't say it, spray it.
Yeah, it's like if she's an attractive girl, but she's out putting miles, and you're creating a video based on her achievements, and you're not like exploiting like that shit. It's like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah,
'Cause-
there's definitely some chicks out there that are putting
yeah,
it.
killing it,
and,
yeah.
dude, on this podcast, I
What's her
bring.
name? Catherine or Caitlin? She used to be a professional skier. She fucking rides all over the
Oh,
country.
yeah.
I
She's
can't
got like
never
a
say
Pan
it.
America, right?
Yeah, dude, that chick is
she was
literally
she
just
was
like
a professional snowboarder, and she rode. She rides an FXR.
yeah,
and
all over the
all over
fucking
the place.
country, dude. Putting it down, sleeping by the thing. Like, she is a badass. She's always at Durango. She's a
She
badass.
just moved
dude.
to Florida, I think.
All over. She is everywhere.
Yeah.
She's at every fucking event there is, dude. And she puts down crazy, crazy miles. Harley Davidson's giving her bikes. Like, she's doing it. She's doing it. You know, like, that shit is awesome. I love it. Love seeing that shit. I love seeing chick stunt riders. I think chick stunt riders, I've seen a million fucking dudes do a hand drag. Cool. You know, right on. When you see a chick hand drag a Harley, Becca is fucking a savage, dude. She's such a badass. That is impressive because you don't get enough chicks out there doing it, and when you do, it's fucking awesome.
That needs to be celebrated. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
fuck yeah, dude. Celebrate that. Don't do it in a fucking bikini. Don't do it with your fucking tits out. Go out there and just do it, man. Show me the talent. Go out there and fucking really throw it down, and I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Becca's fucking hot too, and she fucking throws down though, and she keeps it professional, dude.
Yeah.
She does. She's not out there selling her how she looks. She's out. Look at what I can do.
Yeah,
and
'cause a
she
lot of-
built a fucking giant following in a short period of time.
Yeah, it's
too.
like a lot of those chicks too. When you actually, hear from them or hear people that know them, they're like, "Yeah, dude, like she's also thinking like everybody's trying to fuck her or something like that." It's like, yeah,
They are.
I bet they are. Yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
you put yourself out there that way, dude. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're still female and you're surrounded by dudes. We're all trying to fuck. I mean, every dude is fucking. That's just the nature of a male, but we're dirty fucks, every one of
You
us.
just walk up to like, "Oh, I didn't know you wore clothes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nice outfit." You know?
it works. It's working on you. Yeah, I mean, before we piss anybody else off. Oh, so Ray Ripple, you know who Ray Ripple is?
Yeah.
You know Ray. But so she just sent my wife several video messages the other day at like 10 in the morning. I think she was on a pretty good one. It was pretty funny. She's a fucking funny chick, but she was like, so I just want to reach out to you ahead of time, but I'm thinking about doing a version of Ryan's Dynaho video of what it takes to be Ryan Kruesi. She just went off on this tangent of all the shit she was gonna do to like imitate me, and it was fucking hilarious, man. I was dying. And she's like, "Do you think it'd be cool with that? Should we do it?" I was like, "Fuck yes, do that, please. Burn me to the ground."
Yeah.
That would be hilarious. She's a fucking badass.
Yeah,
but
she is.
yeah, dude, that would be. I really hope she does that because that would be fucking hilarious.
Man, I know her, and I've had her on the pod before, and she's talked about how, like, on another tangent, like the amount of weird, creepy dudes and disrespectful shit that's said to her.
Oh,
I can't.
I could only imagine,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
You know, like she's a female working in a male-dominated industry, and so everybody that sees her getting opportunities is going to be just like
just shit talk.
the shit talking.
Yeah, just
you know?
Shit talking or just creep or whatever the fuck. But dude, did you see her on Metal Shop Masters on
Yeah.
Netflix? I binge watched that whole series. It was fucking phenomenal, dude. It was great, dude. She is fucking killing.
She's
it.
good on camera too. Like she's
Yeah.
a good, like we know, like you said, like when somebody's good at being on camera and being themselves, and it translates, then that's how you get, you know.
Yeah,
she deserves all the shit that's coming to her.
I wish I could have saved these videos that she was sending Heather because it was fucking hilarious, dude. We were dying. We were dying. She was just talking mad shit, dude. And she was like up on the camera just talking shit, and it was beautiful. She was fucking hilarious. I really hope she makes a video fucking making fun of me.
That'd be so funny, dude.
I would
All the chicks, yes, bitch, yes.
our female following is 1%.
I
Minimal, yeah.
Well, before this podcast, I had 7% female following.
Ours was 1%, and then when we put that Dynaho video out, we're at like 6% now.
Oh, shit, okay.
We got a shitload of chicks following us, and a shitload of chicks reposted it, and they were all like, "Oh my god," talking like on my side, you know, like, "Oh, it's so amazing."
I think that they
And then-
feel the same way. They just don't
Yeah.
feel like they know how to put it out there because they're kind of attacking their own, you know, smaller demographic of people coming up. You know,
Yeah, because dude, we know a lot of chicks, dude, and that ride, and they're just about it. And Victoria, another one. Vic is
Lived
killing
her
it,
whole
dude.
life on a Sportster, dude.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, killing it. That was her only transportation for years. She just mobbing a sporty, and she's fucking like bought a pit bike in 125, and she's killing it riding wheelies now. Rachel's killing it riding wheelies too. Rachel's been throwing it down for a long time. Rides
Rachel
all
throws
over the
down
place.
miles too, yeah. Like a
Caesar's
couple
old
1K
lady.
in a day type
She
rides.
fucking
Yeah.
dude. She will outride most dudes I know.
Yeah.
and
We were driving a Durango, like the second year we went out. We're in the van, we're cruising. This Caesar, come to find out it was Caesar. Dude blows by us on a Dyna, and then right behind him on a soft
she
tail.
was in front.
She was in front.
Yeah, she's always smoking Caesar. For
Oh,
sure.
I thought Caesar was in front. So blows by us though. Do you see a ponytail coming out the helmet?
We're like,
we were
"Damn,
like,
that
holy
chick-
shit, that was
she's
a
pretty
chick,
hot.
dude."
She's killing it. And then it goes, "Yeah," we're like, "Oh, it's
Hey,
Caesar."
Caesar. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
Caesar,
that's what
buddy.
it was. Yeah. But
yeah,
like blew our doors off, dude, on the freeway in the middle of nowhere.
Badass.
Whoop.
These are all hot chicks too, and,
Yeah.
and none of them are showing their ass on their Harley Davidson. They're out ripping on their Harley
Yeah.
Davidson.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
fucking
mean,
awesome.
Harley Davidson isn't even picking those people to endorse their shit. But
No.
it's like
No.
they're just doing it for the gram. You know what I mean? It's,
Yep. I'm not showing my ass.
I mean, that
I'm gonna start,
Dynaho
though.
video was pretty close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was out there.
It was up there, dude. I
Yeah.
almost saw the taint.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Almost saw the taint, bro.
Yeah. So
What do I feel about
I
that?
still have them shorts.
You zoomed in, didn't you?
Yeah. Paused it.
Yep.
You uploaded that one in 4K, huh?
100%. I should have put some sun or maybe some spray tan on them thighs before I hit that shit.
They were
but-
pasty.
You should have did it where like you make your butt cheeks like straight and then spray tan it. That way when you bend over, you have that like the white.
Oh yeah. Gonna get a couple tattoos on my fucking hamstrings, you know?
Or put like some fucking
Shy girl.
You should have put like
Shy girl.
like some Harley logos on your butt cheeks and then spray tanned over it just so you can
Oh,
like
peeled them off?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been
Yeah.
fucking dope.
That would have been
dude.
it.
Yeah.
like suntan tattoos or some shit like that.
I had one dude in a video or some shit, and some dude was like talking shit about me working out. He's like, "You should train some fucking legs and quit hitting chest day every day, brother." I'm like, "You clearly haven't seen the Dynaho video." It's like, They're out there. I squat 600. Eat shit.
Oh shit, man.
That was a fun video. That was a fun one to make. It's one that we've been wanting to do for a long time and have been planning for a long time. And that was one that like we actually put a lot of thought into and had a storyboard and like did it real, and it was really good and I enjoyed it. But it was one of those ones that we wanted to do for a long time, but we wasn't sure how it was going to go. You know, like
Putting it out, it was kind of like,
it's just going to piss a lot of people off. Let's fucking make it happen. And
I think it was received the right way. Though.
It was received the right way.
Yeah, when you mask it in humor, it's gonna be
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wasn't trying to, I wanted to be very clear that this is not towards you chicks that are out there riding and really putting it down. This is towards just you fake hoes out there that are just doing hoe shit, because I'm a burn you down. But other than that, that was one of my favorite videos. But my favorite video that we've ever filmed to this day was the Barbie car with Joe.
Oh man, that was a great day.
That was
too,
one
though.
of the funnest days of my life.
Yeah.
Have you seen that video?
Oh, I haven't.
Man, we put a Harley Davidson battery in a Barbie car.
Yeah, well, I pulled the electrical system out and all the rectifiers and shit, and then wired up a Harley system into it. And it was like not fast, but it made it so torquey it would do wheelies.
Wow.
So we're like, and then we put a tie plate in the back. Joe's 82 and
Riding wheelies on it.
Yeah, we ate a bunch of mushrooms and fucking.
Oh, man.
Joe's stoned out of his mind, and Joe gets in it. He does a wheelie, and he's like, just goes straight back and hand drags it across the parking lot.
Yeah.
Like,
82 years old.
82, dude.
Here, I
hand
got
drags this fucking
I got a
Barbie
picture of this
Corvette,
shit.
dude. I'm losing it. It was the fucking funnest day, man. It was so much fun.
That's
dude.
rad.
Joe's a blast. Every video we've done with Joe is a blast.
It's good to have those kind of characters, right?
Man, so like I don't know, kind of weird story about childhood, but I never had that like in my life. You know, like real parents or grandparents
Let
or
that
that
out,
type
dude.
of shit. You know, and my testosterone levels back up where it should be. I'm fine. But didn't have. And Joe's like that, like dad or grandparent.
That's
I
a
never
good
really
call,
had,
too.
dude. He's just like the fucking just amazing, just an amazing fucking human being, dude.
Yeah.
He's fucking awesome. And right now, do you know that Paul Sr. puts on this contest every year where you can enter and people go online and vote, and whoever gets the most votes gets flown out to Florida, because that's where OCC's at now, and gets to build a chopper of their dreams with Paul Sr. And Joe made it to the finals last year and got beat out by somebody else. So he's doing it again this year. So go on wherever that shit is
Here, let me
and
find
vote
the
for
link.
Joe
that shit,
Masali,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Let's get Joe out to Florida with Paul Sr. and let Joe build a chopper of his dreams. And if he
If
goes,
anyone
I'm
deserves it,
that'd be rad.
I'm going with him.
Yeah.
I don't even care. I'll buy my own plane ticket, fly my own ass out there. I'm gonna go meet Paul Sr. myself.
It's dreamchopper.com.
Dreamchopper.com. Go vote for Joe Masali. His
When do they do
profile
it?
is. It's going on right now. Okay.
He's currently fourth right now.
Really?
Yeah, he's currently fourth.
Hey,
Oh
we
my
got-
God.
We need to bump those numbers up.
Yeah,
Yo,
there's
get
5
on there
days
right
left.
now.
There's 5
Bumping
days
them up.
left. Yeah,
Get
yeah.
out there and vote for him right now. Put it on your Instagram. Fucking get it out there. Let's get Joe out there, man. He's 82. He's been riding for 68 fucking years. If anything any of us could ever do in our fucking lives, that would be of real fucking awesome value. Would be making this happen for Joe. It would be fucking awesome. And I'm going to fucking fly out there with him.
Yeah.
Because that would be amazing fucking YouTube content. Watching Joe and Paul Sr., those two motherfuckers talk together. Because
That'd be amazing.
dude, Joe has a life-size cutout. Joe likes to steal shit.
Fucking 82 years old. What are they going to tell me?
He's like, fuck him. I get away with so much shit. It's unreal. He was at Bike Week years ago, and it was like last year. So he entered last year, and he made it to the finals. He didn't make it, so he was pissed off. He went to Bike Week, and there was a life-size cutout of Paul Sr. at this like insurance company tent or something like that. So he's like, they were breaking down, so I just acted like I was helping them. I folded this fuck up. I walked right out with it underneath my fucking arms. They didn't do shit.
Is he from like New Jersey? Or
He's from New York.
The Bronx. Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Born and raised, man. Like, yeah, real Italian. Nice Italian boy,
Yeah, dude.
He's about this tall, fucking 95 pounds, 110 pounds.
Yep.
He's a vet, dude. He was stationed over in Germany for a long
shit,
time.
dude.
Like, yeah, he's a real
Isn't
deal.
it gnarly? Like listening, just like when he talks, he has like such like stories.
Oh, we did a podcast with him, and
God, dude.
he said some stories.
Yeah, we had to cut a few of them out. He's
Yeah.
very old world. Yeah,
And these
Oh, no. Yeah. Like-
and he just smokes weed, dude. So Joe, Joe
Joe?
Joe will show up, dude. And like, what are you doing, Joe? And he's like, like he's got COPD and he's not supposed to be smoking weed, right?
Yeah.
And I'm always on his ass. He's like, I ain't fucking smoked nothing today. He goes, I took some gummies. I'm like, oh yeah. He goes, I had one of these 100 millimeter gummies.
The millimeter,
It's
yeah.
always not milligrams. It's milliliters. I had this 100 millimeter gummy, which if you ate 100 milligram gummy, I would be fucking crawled up underneath this thing
for
crying.
3 days.
So he's like, I ate one of those, and then he's got these THC drops. It's just pure liquid THC that he drops under his tongue. It's like a fuckload per drop.
Yeah.
I had like 7 or 8 of these, and I might have smoked a joint on the way over here. I'm like, God damn. Oh, man. How are you functioning, Joe?
Dude.
Yeah.
I got in a car with him. He has a Corvette, right? C6, right? Corvette?
C5.
C5? He has a C5 Corvette, silver, beautiful,
Have you
right?
seen the gray ghost that's in the front up there, the Fat Boy?
No, I haven't. No.
Well, that's one of the first Fat Boys ever made right there. It's Joe's. He bought it brand new. He's like one of the first couple hundred people to own one of the original Fat Boys ever made. Long story behind it, but it was about World War II, whatever. He has a Corvette matching all the yellow stripes, all
Identical.
that shit, the history. Yeah.
Nice.
So the day that we went to go pick up the Barbie Corvette, right? I'm like, oh yeah, I'll ride with Joe back to the shop, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Joe's a little stoned, you know? So we go through this intersection and, you know, there's a puddle. So we go through the puddle. Joe hits it, dude, through this intersection. Like, and I mean guns it in this Corvette, pitches it sideways down the road. I'm looking out the passenger window down the road. Like, I'm hanging on. Just, what the fuck? And loses control, dude. Hits the median, like, goes up over the median, is like back on the road. He looks at me, he's like, I fucking saved it, didn't I? And I'm like, dude,
I got the fucking rhythm.
I was like, Joe, what the fuck are you
saved
doing, dude? I look over, there's this dude like 3 lanes over into like a RAV4 or something, just looking
his
over
head.
like, what the fuck? I just look at him, I'm just like,
Joe leaves here, he's on limiter sideways
yeah,
down the road.
dude.
He's like,
he's
he's like,
these
all
Billy
these old
boats.
fucks, these old fucks buy these Corvettes, they drive around slow as fuck. Fuck these old motherfuckers. I'm going on fucking limiter. And he's
a
like,
quote. Yeah.
down the road, dude. Every time he leaves, he's just a fucking
shit,
maniac.
dude.
I let him ride my monkey. I rode my monkey. He lives like a couple miles from me. I rode my monkey over to his house. He's having a garage sale. So I rode over there and he's like, let me ride this fucking thing. And I'm like, you know, I mean, you know, I know he rides, but he's like, he's 82 and cane and shit. And I'm like, all right, here you go. You know, my monkey, it's a little bike, but it's fucking nasty. And he gets on it. He's like, whoop, bop, bop, and just takes off like a fucking rocket ship. Dives down into the turn, into the fucking into his neighborhood, and he's just fucking, yeah, and he's gone. And I hear him through the neighborhood, bop, 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 bop. And he comes flying back. I was like, all right, well, fuck, joke and ride.
Joke and ride. Been riding
Yeah,
62
fucking
years
rad,
or something
dude.
like that.
68. Yeah, he had a real nasty
You need to get him at
Ducati.
a stunt lot, dude.
Oh, he wants
yeah,
to
he
bad.
wants to wheelie
He
his
wants to
sports
wheelie
so
his sports
bad,
away
dude.
from it. You don't
He's
wanna-
like, I don't want to do one of them fucking hand jobs or nothing, but
Yeah.
you know, I want to do a little fucking, you know, little wheelie man. I want to do the drift and be like, hey, you know, I got the fucking.
How do you find you guys?
He bought a
bike next
Sportster
door.
next door. So he's got a bunch of bikes. He bought a Sportster next door, and then he just like walked in here one day and was just like talking, and I just bullshitted with him for like, if somebody comes in here and they walk in, we'll hang out with them for a fucking hour or two. you know? A motorcycle shop should be a place where you can be able to come hang out.
Yeah.
And we hung out with him and just fucking got to talking. And he was talking. He was cool and shit. And then we didn't see him again. Like 6 months later, he comes in. He goes, man, I watched you guys' fucking YouTube. I watched every goddamn bit of it. And then he was pumped. He's just been a homie ever since. And when Joe comes in, it's Joe's day. Joe rolls in.
Shop's
it,
closed.
man.
Yeah.
It's Joe's day,
What do you want
man.
to do, Joe? Yeah.
Yeah, we're hanging out with Joe, man. It's
That's
fucking
pretty
great.
rad.
He's fucking awesome, man.
He's one of my favorite people.
The other
ever.
day we went to lunch on a Friday.
To the Thirsty Lion.
Yeah, but there was like probably 8 or 10 of us. We all went to lunch. Joe came with us, and it was like a Friday. So it was like Joe showed up, like, fuck it, man. So we closed at noon. We went to the lunch, and we got pretty fucking tuned up, right? And then we come back here, and Joe hops in the truck with me. I'm in my pre-runner, and I probably shouldn't have been driving. Let's be real. But we headed off to another bar. I'm like, I'm going to another bar. So me and Joe, we just took off on a day of partying, man, and terrorizing neighborhoods in my fucking pre-runner.
Yeah,
It was a
I
real
went
good
home.
time. He's just fucking loving it.
So he can
yeah,
drink?
get these motherfuckers.
He can knock it back too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Joe,
yeah.
Joe's an animal, man.
Yeah, he'll throw him back.
Yeah.
Ladies' man too.
Hey,
was coming to the-
best
Lady
wingman's
man.
an old
Yeah.
man.
He was coming to the party, right? And I was like, you know, you don't really drive at night and shit. And I was like, well, I called Joe. I go, hey, if you want to you're coming to the party, I go, I could have Heather pick you up at the house. You don't got to drive, and you come to the party. He goes, hey, you fucking kidding me? I'm driving my Corvette. I could get some chicks.
Yep.
Some chicks.
Introduced her to her, and he was like, "Where you been hiding this one?" And I'm like,
Oh my God.
away from you, dog."
We go to this. He goes to this restaurant every Saturday. Fabio's on Fire. It's an Italian place, and the owner's from Italy, and the manager was in the French Foreign Legion for like 10 years. They're a fucking cool place. And it's very Italian, and he has his own table in there, and it's like very catered to Joe when you go in there, and it's all these little young, really hot Italian girls working in there, and Joe is just got one on each arm, and he's married, been married.
He grabs the ass and says, "Come sit down." Yeah,
100%. He's been married 60 years, right?
Yeah.
And he loved his life, but he just gropes the fuck out of these little young broads. He's holding them, he's kissing them, he's like, and they're just, they take it. We took him to Barrett Jackson. That was brutal. We couldn't get by a single broad without, I gotta talk to this lady for a second. Hey, how you doing, miss? And he's fucking just on it, man. He's
I wonder how much for him though, like hanging out with you guys is like a revitalization for himself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
huge.
For
to
sure.
have like I mean, think about, have you ever just like gone to the grocery store and like been nice to an old man, and then he just kind of like opens up, starts talking to you?
Yeah, lights their day.
It's almost
up,
like
yeah.
the older you get, the more you know, and the less people want to listen to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So he moved out here he retired 25 years ago from the aerospace industry and moved out here. And he's like, I haven't done fucking shit in 25 years. He just was living that with the wife, retired. They live on a golf course in a nice house that they bought back in the day for like 160 grand. It was dirt cheap out here, and it's probably worth $1 million now. And he's just been just living that kind of, pretty good actually. A little Survivor time, but
I kind of want to go over there.
I know you want to go over there.
No, it's all good.
Oh man, you can drink cocktail. It's happy hour all the time. It's like $2 a cocktail, and it's just solid liquor.
Solid liquor, yeah.
But
good pours.
He was like 25 years. I haven't really done shit. And I met you guys, and he's like, it's fucking wild. He goes to events with us and shit. We take him all over the place, and he's fucking famous out here now. Like,
that's cool.
When he goes to the Ramjet swap meet, people are like, oh my God, you're fucking Smoking Joe, and he goes everywhere, and people knows who he is, and he fucking loves it, and he's just. That guy has more life in him at 82 years old than I've had in my entire life, period.
I feel like everybody can learn a lot from that. I mean, it's a testament to, what to value in your life as you grow. I mean, you want to have all your finances and all that shit, but your connection to your friends and your purpose in life has still got to be important. You know what I'm saying?
Amen. Yeah. Amen. Yeah, like having a good group of people around.
And, ushering in, like, especially for us in the motorcycle industry, it's like, I feel like you and I are both in a close enough range where we've been waiting for these motherfuckers up here to retire and let us fucking take over this motherfucker and start making it, look like the world that we live in. You know
what sucks is we are coming to that age, though.
Exactly. So I feel like this is the thing that sucks about it, and I've thought about this so much, man. It's almost like we're gonna get it. And we're only going to get to hold it for a year or two, maybe 5 tops.
Yep.
Before we're going to have to like remember, oh man, I remember how hard it was. And you're going to see these young guys coming up that are so fucking on point. But I wonder what is the time? When do you give it up? Because if you give people the keys to the kingdom at fucking 45 years old, they have the energy and they have the wisdom, but do they have enough wisdom to transcend all the different age groups? Like this is some like puff some weed and really figure it out shit. But there's a lot there's some heavy loaded questions in that because we live in an industry full of people who are way older than us. Like some people are still holding the cards, and they're fucking
nest till the day he died, man.
Exactly. And so when do you give it up? And then back to what you said earlier about like what would you do when you get older? All they want to do is stay connected for the rest of their life. They don't want to let this up.
How do you give it up?
You finally get the keys to the castle at 55 years old.
Yeah.
Do you give that up, or do you fucking die with them?
That's the fucking that's the hard part. Like Rook was a good friend, and he made it fucking huge. Like, where is it? I have a sticker pack around here that's an RC car decal pack. Jesse Rook. He was so big at one point that they had RC car decal packs for him. He used to get paid $50,000 a month from the Hard Rock Cafe to make a 1 weekend a month appearance up there.
Damn.
He made it so big from 2 episodes of Biker Build Off. But then all that shit went away when like the economy crashed and like the biker shit went away. It kind of all went away. So he went from like this mega fucking superstar to kind of back to just normal bike builder life. And I think that fucked with him a lot. And he was kind of like, he was on that warpath towards the end of, you know, dealing with that. And then you look at like, you work so hard to build a name for yourself. And then if you just get put out to pasture towards the end, how do you I don't know how I'd deal with that.
I mean, you put all the cards in, you put all the eggs in that basket, right?
Yeah.
And now you're, you know, the thing about getting older is that you're getting older. Put it like this: if you lose a job at 29 and you got to start a career over, at 29 your perspective is like, fuck, my life's over. But your perspective at 39 is like, I would do that in a heartbeat. Change my career at 29 years old. Fuck, I got so much time left.
Yeah.
But at 39, you're like, man, I don't know about that. I only got 10 years to make a mark in this industry, to build myself up to be good enough. And then 49, another 10 years off the mix. How lively can I be from 49 to fucking 59?
Yeah.
You know, am I healthy enough to stay relevant? You know, or am I gonna? Because you need health insurance at that point. You know what I mean? I'm running around without health insurance right now, just drinking beers and hoping that the alcohol in here kills everything on the inside. You know what I'm saying? So there's just so much to think about, and you know, I don't know. It's weird, man. Like, you know, I feel like we're sitting here, you know, 3 different years now, sitting here doing this podcast, and y'all's brand's grown fucking heavily. This podcast has grown heavily. And we're sitting here looking at all these responsibilities of this industry and whatnot, and how, like, if the keys were in our hands, what would we do? Would we be more friends, or would we be cutthroat like the ones before us? Like, I think that we've all seen them fuck things up, and we're all fucking friends. Like, I know that there's gonna be like internal beefs in cities across America with shops. You know what I mean?
I mean, you're never gonna.
Yeah,
get
but
away
man,
from that,
everybody
though,
can grow together. There's so much money to be made. The population is so fucking massive, so massive that everyone can market to everyone, and everyone could market together, and everybody could make that money together.
Think about this, man. Like, we use bikes now to promote through YouTube, right? Like, yeah, you're still a bike builder. I still fuck with bikes. I paint bikes, right? But YouTube is like where we want to be. That's where we want to get our nut, right?
Yeah.
And so it makes more sense for whatever YouTube following I get and whatever YouTube following you get, then we collaborate.
Yeah.
And we,
100%,
because everybody, like, people, we cannot individually make enough content for one person to consume alone, right?
Yep.
And so what you hope is that you know, somebody that's like loves this industry, and they get to see the Fast Life fucking with the Kruesi Originals guys, and the Kruesi Originals guys with the fucking 2 Lane Life guys, and then the Thrashing guys, and then the fucking whoever else. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you have all these different channels that work together, and it just blends this thing where, some people might be more keen towards this style. Like, people are going to be more drawn to what you guys are about. But when you don't have a video drop, well, 2 Lane Life just dropped a video about traveling across country. I'm going to check it out, see what this is about. Or, you know, whatever the case may be. And so now we have this thing where we're all growing together through YouTube, you know what I mean? Or just content, which sounds fucking gay, to be honest with you. But it all helps each other out.
Especially our age group. For us, for like me personally, like where I come from and my age and my generation and your generation,
me and you,
like
sitting at a hamster's dinner, and they're like, so what do you guys do? Like, we're YouTubers.
Yeah.
It invalidates every skill that you've ever earned. The welding, the building, the design, the fabrication. Me as a painter, we're just YouTubers to them. Like, we're not even fucking good at shit, right?
My favorite part about YouTube, though, is like, you can be a bike builder out there and people can see the bikes you build and stuff, which, I mean, a lot of people can build a bike that look good from a distance, but if you don't really know the actual quality of what went into the bike, you can see what I put into the bike.
Yeah.
And how it's done and what kind of, you know, fucking effort really goes into it and skill and shit.
Especially because we don't do that looky-loo paint. We don't do the Easter egg type paint shit.
I guess I fuck myself.
No, I mean, nothing against that, though. Like, what I'm saying is, like, that's what brings, like, attraction to for most people. You know, they see the paint and it attracts it to
them. The bike builder world has always been, you know, like, Pirouette's said it best, you know.
Yeah.
No one's gonna cross the fucking street for a black motorcycle. They'll cross the street for an Easter egg all day long. You know, like a
I don't
paint
think you
job.
said Easter egg, but it's all right.
I mean, I don't mean to diss the
No, I
paint or
know
anything
what
like that, but just we do black and chrome bikes. But
Yeah.
you know, like
I've always,
from a distance,
I've
they
had
don't look
lots
like
of
anything
fancy
special.
bikes and stuff too, but I don't paint, so
A lot of builders kind of stay away from like going too hard with paint because paint can easily overshadow a build.
yes, but paint can make a build.
That too.
100% can make a build. You can take a stock bike and put a real badass paint job on it, and you've got something real fucking
That's what I do.
special, dude. Like,
That's all I do.
yeah, but you've got
Fucking bolt on paint. Here we go. Let's
yeah.
roll.
Now
But there's also like a
yeah, but
style of paint that you do.
bike
that's-
right there is going to beat me at a bike show every day,
Yeah.
every fucking
Eh,
day.
I wouldn't
Every
say
day.
that. It's, you know,
How many bike shows have I fucking lost, dude, to frame up hand-built custom motorcycles to a bike with a really fucking dope paint job on it?
it goes back to audience, man. Like,
That's exactly. It's like that's
It's
the
audience.
same thing. They're not crossing the street from a bagger over there. But somebody like knows what's going on. They start looking at how like
They see the whole build behind it.
that
then
has a
it's like,
fucking
oh,
the shift shaft comes through the middle of the primary on a bagger. How the fuck did you pull that shit off?
yeah.
How does this look like factory mid? Like when you start looking at like that type of thing, and people don't. No one's ever going to notice that or ever going to see it. No one's ever going to notice or see any of the real details that are in that bike because they don't even know to look for it. There's nothing to that bike that's really going to attract someone to come look at it. But with YouTube, they can watch it be done and they can watch all of that shit happen, and and they can see that. Holy fuck! There's a lot going on
Yeah,
here
yeah.
that we don't really know about. That we never had that platform before. There was never a way to like magazine would never be in a magazine, not a million years. A magazine will not do a black bike. They won't fuck with a black bike. They won't fuck with a white bike. They won't fuck with base color bikes. Like it's got to be bright
Has to have
colors,
some kind of
all that
custom, yeah.
shit. It has to have paint. And it has to attract the eye because paint job is the first thing that's going to attract the eye. That's always what's going to pull someone in. And we did that. Like my gold bike was fucking flashed out, you know, and I've had lots of flashy bikes. We're building one
The name
right
of
now,
that
and
one-
paint right back. That blue one back there is getting a fucking wild ass
Okay.
paint job on it right now. And
Say the name again of that fucking gold bike because I loved it.
the Pusway Magneto.
That's right.
That was named by Gary B. Gary B. If you're listening,
No, I understand that, man. It's a tough one, but it's like it lends itself for people to understand that like custom motorcycles have many variations, right?
Yes.
And the deeper that you go into things, the more that you appreciate these builders. Like I did a podcast on this trip with Arch Motorcycles, right? The most wildest out there, fucking most dialed in bikes, you know, the Keanu Reeves company, right?
yeah,
And yeah, dude, that's nothing like our world. But they're selling $250,000 motorcycles, bro.
yeah, that's insane.
So
not good looking motorcycles. But I mean, that's just. I mean, they're probably engineered like a motherfucker. But
they
that-
are
that-
engineered like a
that cafe
motherfucker.
style,
I
like,
started to watch it. I got a tour through the plant.
250. That's what we did at Nasty. Like we did shit that was like in the
Yeah.
hundreds to 250,000, but it was all handcrafted, every bit of it.
Yeah,
the
same.
frame, all that we built when we built a bagger. Everything was handmade sheet metal.
I remember
the
that.
fairing,
Nasty was
the
known for that
bags,
shit,
the
yeah.
fucking fenders. Everything was fucking 100% handmade in house, and it was big money, big clientele. That last bagger we built, it was all sheet metal. The dude, Stuart Zay was his name, and his dad was the president of American Express. Stu was adopted and had never worked a day in his life.
Fucking Stu, man.
He had his trust fund that was that dude didn't know how to ride a motorcycle either. He had we built that dude
You gotta
probably
swipe that card though.
we built him probably $1 million of motorcycles,
Yeah.
and they all sat in the showroom, and they were just the nastiest shit ever. And then I just didn't. I never wanted to be that guy either that was building those bikes for people that weren't riding them, and they were just garage queens. Like,
Well, part of the building, the excitement to build a bike is their enthusiasm. When
Yeah.
their enthusiasm is when their eyes light up, when they're fucking stoked, that is that's like filling up your cup again. Now you're not half full anymore,
Oh, yeah.
right? And when you build a bike for somebody that you put so much effort in, you're dreaming of riding this bike down, you know, said highway at said sunset, right?
yep.
And then they see it and they're like, yeah, hell yeah. All right, man. Well, hey, I got to fucking go do this thing in Greece. I'll be back in 3 months. And you're just sitting there like, man, like, fuck Greece, dude. Go ride this motherfucker. Go do
Hell
this.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I interview people now, and I want to know who they are and what they're like and what they're really into before I even fuck with them, because I'm not gonna build the garage queen anymore. I had a customer that was real pain in the ass one time. I was building him a real nasty bike. Fancy Flames was the bike, and I told him, and I was finally like, dude, listen to me, dude. You either need to take your bike and get the fuck out of my shop, or let me do what I'm going to do, and when I'm done with this bike and you ride it, I guarantee you're going to fucking cry, or I'll give you your fucking money back. Mm-hmm. And he did. He came back fucking all emotional and shit. He was like, I've fucking never rode anything like this in my life, dude. This is unreal. He goes, this is unreal. I'm sorry. I should have shut the fuck up and let you do your thing. I was like, I know, dude.
Yeah.
I promise you, I'm going to make you something that's going to blow your mind, dude. And that was a nasty fucking motorcycle. And he rides the fucking shit out of it, dude. His front tire, the sides of his front tire, bald. Center, full tread. Sides, bald. He lives up in Prescott, and Yarnell Hill is just this nasty fucking road. And he just, with his old lady on the back, which I don't really approve of, but he fucking will smoke sport bikes down that thing, dude. Just shredding. All the tires, the sides of his tires are just mulched off the bike.
Damn.
And the dude fucking
Puts it down. Yeah, he puts it down.
rips, and he loves it. And we just built another bike. We did a FXDX where we bought it, and we bought it from next door actually, and we bought it just to do install videos with all of our parts. And we put every one of our parts on it. We did an install video with each one of them, and then when it was done, we sold it for what we had into it. And he called. He goes, "You got that bike for sale?" I go, "Yeah." He comes down. He walks in. He looks at it. He goes, "I'll take it." Like, "You want to ride it?" He goes, "Nah, I know it's good." He fucking bought it. We put it in the bed of his truck, and he just
Took
fucking
off.
So
down the
it
road.
started as a problem, kind of a, not necessarily a problem, but like a,
Yeah.
Just one of those customers.
I wouldn't say put him in his place, because that sounds
It
fucked
was like
up.
every time I would bill him, because this was a big bill, dude. This was like in the 20s of thousands of dollars billed, you know. And every time I would hit him with a bill, it's always up front, like, here's your quote, this is what it's going to be. And then when it would come time to pay the bill, it was always a fucking ordeal, which I won't take it. There's a sign up front that says any negativity will be met with extreme violence.
Yeah.
I don't fucking tolerate that shit at all. Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, all right, man, you know, take your bike, get the fuck out of my shop. You got a fucking problem? You want to act like this? Get the fuck out of my shop. This ain't the place for you. And he was like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm not fucking taking your bullshit, dude. You trying to fucking bitch at me and throw a fit about this price that we've already talked about. And I told you, like, you want to build a bike, you need to have 25 grand to start, because that's where it's going to be, you know? And I ended up being under budget of what we quoted and all this stuff, and it came out really nice, and the dude was fucking super ecstatic in the end, but he's in a club too, and he was like, whoa, fucking my P was saying this and this. I go, he was, huh? Hey, dog, I heard you were saying this and this. He's like, no. Put him on the phone. He's like, sorry, bro. Sorry. Like, fucking right, sorry. Like, dude, like, I don't play that shit. Like, I will produce you a phenomenal motorcycle, Dan. I guarantee it. I guarantee if you don't like it, here's your fucking money back. I'll buy the bike from you and I'll sell it to somebody else. But I've never had anybody ever want their money back in any way, shape, or form. They're always they're pumped. And you know, you don't come in here like kind of going, this is what I want and this is how it's going to be. It's not, because you're coming here for how we do things. So it's going to be, I'm going to get to know you and kind of get to feel out kind of who you are and kind of feel out kind of like what I think is going to be the best fit for you. And then I'm going
it's
to
an
build
experience for them.
Yes, I'm going to build the best fit for you, because honestly, you don't know. Like, you think you know because you looked at Instagram and you got excited about some certain things, but that doesn't mean that's going to be right for you, really, for what you want and how you're living and how you're riding and kind of how you're presenting yourself. I'm going to fucking feel you out, get to know you, and then I'm going to make something that's going to be
Dialed.
perfect. Yeah, for you,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Well, I hate to end this, dude.
What time is it?
We've been doing it for over 3 hours. But I said we were going to cut it off in like 2 hours. It's like, dude, just 2 hours. Let's do it tonight. We'll get it over with. And
Yeah, every time we've done it, though, that fucking first one we did went on for a long time.
yeah, because I don't know when to fucking stop, dude. I don't
I'm
want the
far
party.
less drunk, though, than the first one. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, I still feel
We had-
pretty good. I feel like the tomato juice, whatever the fuck this is, like kind of counteracts the
It's cockanyaki.
don't
Kakiniyaki.
It's mostly cow semen and a little bit of urine.
That's why I fucking
Food coloring too.
That's why I want to
For
go.
A little bit of food coloring
Go,
gives it
dude.
the redness.
Man, no, this is fun, man. I think that you guys got a lot of cool shit going on. I think the YouTube is just fucking continuing to grow, and you know you're continuing to create something for people to enjoy, not only digitally but in like physical form with the events that you put on, the rides, the things you're doing at Durango Harley or Four Corners Rally. It's like, dude, this is
people to
it.
be involved.
Huh?
I want people to be involved.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure.
The more the merrier.
So, man, like, dude, let's just keep doing this shit, man. Let's just keep making shit, and then we keep talking about shit, and we keep making shit, and we keep riding shit, and it's like fucking good times all around, man.
Definitely.
I dig it. All right, Kruesi Originals, YouTube is Kruesi Originals.
Kruesi Originals.
Just Kruesi Originals.
Yeah.
All right, well, yeah, figure it out.
Kruesi
one and
Originals.
only.
Put in KRU. We come up real quick.
Hell yeah. All right, thanks, guys. I appreciate
Man,
it.
thank
Thank you,
you.
dude.
Thank you all. Peace.